Coca-Cola is a registered trademark of the Coca-Cola Company.
I'm not great with words after a fight, and I'm sorry wasn't cutting it this time. So I used Smile Tunes to write a soulful ballad about how she's always right. By the second chorus, the silent treatment was officially over. Visit SmileTunes.com and get out of the doghouse today.
For years, the Home Builders Network has helped Central Florida homeowners. Now, they're here to help you every Saturday at 7 a.m. From repairs to remodels and how to avoid costly mistakes. Just tune in to Home Pro Radio on Real Radio 104.1.
Do you have AC needs? Turn to the experts at Carrier. Go to millsair.com.
Portions of the following program were pre-recorded.
Coming to you live from the JustCallMo.com studios. Accidents happen, but Mo's here to help. Injured on the go? Just call Mo. Visit JustCallMo.com or call 1-800-CALL-MO. This is WTKS-FM HD1 Cocoa Beach, Orlando, an iHeart radio station. Guaranteed human. Someone's going to get offended. It's just the way the world works. So to hopefully save everyone a little time and or energy, here's this. The opinions that you hear are those of the host and callers, and not those of iHeartMedia, its management, or advertisers. You are now listening to The Jim Colbert Show on Real Radio 104.1.
That's right, guys. Here we go on a Monday edition of the Jim Colbert Show. Thank you so much for tuning in. We appreciate that, as we do every single day. And we do have a stacked up program for you this afternoon. We will get you caught up on what's happening in the world. We'll do that around 3:20 with JCS News. 4 o'clock hour, it's Emily the Movie Girl. And I did see the Odyssey this weekend. So we will not only have her review, we'll have my review as well. 5 o'clock hour, Danny Jenkins from Threat Locker stops by. These guys just did something giant. We'll talk about AI and the intrusions into your life that could happen and how we can stop those. We'll do trivia as well. We'll end it up with sports and our buddy Ray Trinley from TK Law. Interesting case out of Canada. Airline couldn't take off because a 2-year-old would not sit in his seat. And we're going to find out if there could be any legal implications from that. We'll end up with you heard it here first. Your calls, texts, and talkbacks all day long. Welcome to the show. I'm Jim. To my left, my lovely and very dangerous co-host, Ms. Deb Roberts.
Hello there.
Straight ahead producer, Jack Bradshaw.
Good afternoon.
407-916-1041. That's how you call us. Text us easily at 77031. Find us on social, Instagram and Facebook at The Jim Colbert Show, on X, just at Jim Colbert Show, and all day, every day at JimColbertLive.com. That's where you can check us out on YouTube, watch us do the show live, get involved with our question of the day, get involved with the YouTube chat room. All that stuff is there. And if you want to send a talk back, you could do that as well. We love to hear your opinions. Just grab the iHeartRadio app, go straight to Real Radio, and use that mic to send your comment over to Jack, and off you go on the air.
Superstar.
It's that easy.
Yep.
How you guys doing?
Doing great.
We are live, by the way.
We are live, but
Yeah.
on Friday, it didn't stop us from getting another winner in the contest.
I saw that. How crazy
We
is
had the
that?
6 o'clock winner.
Yeah.
And so congratulations to them. 2 winners on Friday. We finished with 10 for the contest,
Which is pretty good.
fantastic.
Yeah.
Second nationwide, right?
Second in the company.
Loving that. Yeah, good job, guys. Thank you. And congrats for everybody who won money. That's $10K from Real Radio to the audience out there. That's good news.
Absolutely.
We'll bring it back, just not right away.
Yeah. I took a few days off. Deb had an event. I had my wife's birthday, so we decided to kind of take a couple days off. This is actually the first time we've done this as a show in a while, right?
That I can remember outside of the holidays.
That we put on Best Of for like 3 or 4 days outside of the holidays?
Yeah. We try and avoid that at all costs.
Yeah, we do. We try to avoid it at all costs. It just kind of worked out this time where Deb and I were both gone at the same time. So we appreciate you guys being patient. Hope the Best Ofs are great. Jack does a wonderful job compiling those.
They were epic.
They were. Thanks, Jack. I appreciate that. Epic. What did you guys do on your extended weekends there? What'd you do?
I found myself at the noon version of Monster Jam.
The noon version.
Yeah. It was noon and 6 on Saturday.
I didn't know they had a matinee.
And then they had another matinee on Sunday. They ran it 3 times in the Kia Center. Because my oldest daughter, her boyfriend was in town. He's from Argentina. And it's like one of those things, you need to do this once in your life. I go, you want to see some monster trucks?
Yeah.
You want to do a little America this afternoon?
Exactly.
Let me take you to America real quick.
Yeah.
You ain't got this in Argentina, big dog.
So I took him to that, and that was fun. They actually modified it a little bit, and it's pretty interesting. They definitely improved the arena show.
Okay.
Because they had 8 trucks, and they paired them all with 8 dirt bike riders, motocross riders. So it was a tandem thing, and the people in the stadium, the audience, got to vote. You scan a code, and you could vote on every trick between 1 and 10. And
Oh, that's cool.
So there was a judge's vote, an audience vote, and then they factor that in. And then you did it for the bikes, which were paired up with the trucks.
Oh, cool.
So like Gravedigger had the Gravedigger dirt bike and the Gravedigger truck, and they all went on. It was good. It was good.
What, was it sold out every time?
There were some empty seats, but there was a really good crowd. So, even for the noon one, a lot of families, a lot of kids.
Yeah, of course. That's what that's for, right?
Yeah.
Super loud, like unbelievably loud.
I have a smartwatch that will warn me, and it's been warning me a lot lately.
130
Yeah.
decibels, something like that.
Yeah, between that, concerts, anything you're at, it's like, hey, loud environment.
What was the Argentinian's response?
He's like, that was something you needed to see once.
Yeah. Once.
And then
Once.
he said, once.
Yeah. I'll leave that at one. Yeah. How about you, Deborah? What'd you do this weekend?
Well, I accompanied my husband to the Florida Festival and Events Association. So for people who put on festivals or events around the state, specifically, cities and counties, they gather for this convention, get credit hours, that kind of thing, group workshops. Love the hotel, but realized that if we weren't married, it was going to be a bonding experience.
Oh, really? How's that?
Never stayed at a hotel where the door to the bathroom was simply a pocket door.
Oh, where you just pull it out of the wall?
You just pull it along the track, and there's enough of a gap that if you don't know each other real well, you're going to bond.
Stop peeking.
That's a learning moment, huh?
That's a learning moment. So, I mean, obviously for a married couple, a family, not a problem. But, I mean, if you're friends sharing a hotel room for an event or your coworkers, you're going to learn a lot about each other depending on your dietary intake.
Yeah.
Pocket door is not the problem. The fact that it didn't close all the way. That's
I
the
know.
issue, right?
I was so surprised.
I married this guy, and he farts when he brushes his teeth. Didn't know that before the pocket door.
Wait.
But now I do.
Everyone doesn't do that?
Well, I had an interesting hotel story as well, because we went over to New Smyrna and got a condo over there for the week. My wife's birthday. We blow it out for her birthdays here in this world. So we went over New Smyrna Beach up until I think it's mid or late October is when the sea turtles nest.
Yes.
Right. So we went to the part of the beach you can't drive on. So it's like down in the 5200s in the address world. I think the driving starts in the 2000s. So we were way down. There were only about a mile and a half from the end of that New Smyrna Beach where it turns into that park. Something dunes or whatever it is up there, right?
Right.
So there were, and they have them roped off, all the turtle nests, have them staked off, and they have colors of ribbon. And the color of ribbon designates when they expect the turtles to hatch or how long they've been in the ground. So you could get, and we saw people every night out there with flashlights, walking the beach with flashlights.
Hopefully they were red.
They were not, and that's why we were super pissed off about them. But here's what we learned. When we got into our now this is an Airbnb, and for the record, not cheap. Like this, renting a place out there on the beach down there, not inexpensive, right?
I haven't heard the word cheap in Airbnb in years.
Those
Years.
days I think those days are gone.
I think they definitely are gone.
They're really leaning into this oceanfront thing.
Right, exactly.
Yeah, they really, when it comes to pricing, they really value that. Yeah, they think you value it as well. So, but what they do is when you get in an elevator, right? It's just got like one elevator in the entire thing because this thing was probably built in the tens. But when you get in the elevator, it's got a big sign right there on the thing that says, close your windows after dusk and don't open them up again until it's daylight. And they're not cool about it. It's all highlighted in red ink with lots of arrows pointing. This condo complex, because somebody didn't do it, the city will fine you $1,000 per window. Whoa, per day. Whoa. And they have a little story. It says, by the way, the city will fine you because the sea turtle thing is a big deal to them.
Well, do you guys remember years ago before they had these rules that there were stories all the time of nest, sea turtle hatchlings crossing A1A?
So this just happened. Actually, just happened yesterday or the day before. A group of people had to stop a hatch of turtles heading for the road because of the lights they saw from the condo complexes.
Right.
And they do the best they can. But if you look coming down the beach, it's really not that well lit. So they try everything possible, but they actually wound up getting the turtles back in the ocean. But
thank goodness.
That sign said, look, you pull these shades, because every condo has a shade. You pull these shades, you turn your lights down after this time, and if we drive down the beach and we look up and we see your windows, they literally walk up to your place and go, there you go. There's $1,000. How many windows you got? There's $3,000. Enjoy your stay.
And nothing like pinch him into the pocket, right? To make him work.
I'd never seen or heard of anything like that over there, but that's exactly what happened. And we were good boys and girls.
I was going to say, I mean, you are allowed to go on the beach at night, but
Yes.
you have to use a red light. You're not allowed to use like a regular flashlight because that will disorient them.
Man, when you spend a week at the beach, you learn things. You learn things.
Like, how come you're not tan?
No, yeah, well, I went out there a little bit. It was a little overcast most of the week, right?
Have you looked outside, Deb?
Yeah,
I was going to say, wait a minute. We couldn't even use the pool in Fort Myers. The
Right,
weather was dicey.
We got there twice in 7 days. We got to the pool twice in 7 days, and to the beach, I think 2 or 3 times, just in pockets, because you had to run down there. The cool thing is you can see the storms coming across the ocean.
That helps.
So we could go down there and spend a couple hours or whatever, and you kind of get the idea. Once you see lightning, you get the blink out of Dodge. But the other thing about going down there is we saw a wedding on the beach.
Nice.
And we saw a homeless guy, and this was the craziest thing I've ever seen in my life.
Was he in the wedding?
He was not in the wedding, although he may have
Ring
just been
bearer?
lost. This guy walked onto the beach. We were up pretty early, 6:30 in the morning, having coffee out on the balcony, right? We're on the 4th floor, and we're looking down. We see this guy in pants and a green shirt. He kind of looked like Shaggy, from Scooby-Doo.
Oh,
right?
okay.
Kind of had that look about him a little bit, right? That guy stood in the same spot for how long? And when I say stood, this became a thing, so we never stopped watching him.
30 minutes.
About an hour and 40 minutes. Then he walked 10 feet and stood there for another hour. Then walked another 10 feet, stood there for an hour.
Hey, his high was still going strong.
Then walked down to the beach, wandered around in the water for a few minutes, and then came right back to the original spot and stood there. He was there the entire day.
Standing
there, just the entire day.
Sitting.
In pants and a shirt. It was 1 billion degrees. The one day that it was actually warm outside, that dude was just wandering in an area no more than 40 or 50 feet, no more than the 2 rooms that we're in right now.
God
for
bless him.
hours.
Imagine that's your life.
Oh, yeah. Wow. I felt bad for him. Like, we wanted to go talk to him, but we did not want to go talk to him.
Right.
Yeah, all right, 77031. That's how you text us. Like I said, Emily, the movie girl, will be in the 4 o'clock hour. Danny Jenkins from Threat Locker will be in. They just scored a gigantic deal. And, of course, Threat Locker is a cybersecurity company that's becoming more and more prevalent. You hear more and more about this, especially when the AI ghost got out and started going crazy last week. And just infecting everything and trying to break into everything.
Oh.
So we'll talk about what Danny's got going on. Sports, Ray Trindley today, and you heard it here first, a fun weekend coming up, or a fun day coming up. Deb, what do you have for news?
Well, we're going to talk about a 7.4 earthquake striking Colombia. School bells ring across the Sunshine State, and a truck plunges from an I-95 overpass, but the driver is okay.
Oh.
Yeah. We'll talk about that and more coming up next during JCS News.
You got it. All right, 77031 to text us. If you want to call, 407-916-1041. Take a little break. Back with Deb's News and more of the Jim Colbert Show right after this.
Classic Alternative this weekend on Real Radio 104.1. Real Music Weekends are Classic Alternative.
From the Clausman Law Traffic Center, car crash, call Clausman Law. ClausmanLaw.com.
There's a crash at the intersection where Alafaya meets Colonial. Traffic starting to slow down on I-4 between Osceola Parkway and Apopka Vineland Road. There's ongoing construction through that area as well, so expect to see crews near the roadways. Other than that, you won't be running into any serious problems on the major roadways right now, but if you do see traffic troubles, call the Valvoline Instant Oil Change Traffic Tip Line at 866-676-8477. From the Traffic Center, I'm James Birmingham.
This report is sponsored by Blindster.com.
Hi, I'm Kyle at Blindster.com. Tired of overpriced blinds? Blindster makes custom blinds simple and affordable. You measure at home, install yourself, and save big. No retail store markups, just custom blinds guaranteed to fit. Blindster.com.
Man, oh man, there is zero question that when you have plumbing problems in your house, the entire place comes to a screeching halt. No showers, no flushing toilets, no working sinks. It sucks. That's why it's always smart to have a really reputable plumbing company on call. And for me, guys, it's easy. This is Modern Plumbing Industries. From houses to high rises, they do it all. Employee owned and in business since 1975. All plumbing issues, gas issues, water heaters, and so much more. And look, they've got great deals going on right now. $1,776 for a 40 or 50-gallon electric water heater, and that's installed. How about a camera inspection from outside accessible cleanouts to make sure your cleanout is fine? That's only $250. Any service over $2,500, knock another $250 off that. Hell, just for getting a setup, they give you a $50 discount just for mentioning the Jim Colbert Show. Call today for 24-hour service, 407-327-6000, or find them online easily at modernpi.com.
This earful of Real Radio is brought to you by crimeline.org. Give a tip anonymously.
Hey, it's that mortgage guy, Don. The number one mistake people make when getting a mortgage is not comparing their quote. It's so easy to compare at my website, thatmortgageguyDon.com.
With thatmortgageguyDon.com. Transform your backyard with a black aluminum fence from Fence Outlet. For only $125 a month, that's less than $5 a day. Fence Outlet will install a 120-foot aluminum fence that turns any yard into your own oasis. Visit fenceoutlet.com for details. License number C-10252.
I'm not great with words after a fight, and I'm sorry wasn't cutting it this time. So I used Smile Tunes to write a soulful ballad about how she's always right. By the second chorus, the silent treatment was officially over. Visit smiletunes.com and get out of the doghouse today.
If you want your windows there in weeks, pick up the phone and just text Reese.
Win $25,000 in new impact windows from Reese Windows. Pick up your phone and text the word TRUST right now to 20129. That's TRUST to 20129.
AutoNation makes it easy to find your next used car, especially when the used car you need is at the price you want. Starting under $20,000. Plus, the price you see is the price you pay. No hidden fees, no surprises. Buy confidently with our 5-day or 250-mile money-back guarantee. Even appraise your car online and we'll give you a top dollar offer. Hurry to AutoNation now. Less stress, more go. Offer plus tax and tag. Appraisal subject to verification. See store for details.
Is your financial advisor offering you up to a 25% upfront bonus? And are they promising you up to 9% growth per year, all for your retirement income? If not, then you need to come to Trajan Wealth. Hi, I'm Jeff Jr., founder of Trajan Wealth. And if you plan to retire within the next 10 years, don't wait only to find out it's too late. I've seen hardworking folks like you retire only to be required to go back to work, all because their advisor told them guarantees like these were too good to be true. They aren't. That's up to $25,000 upfront or up to $9,000 per year on $100,000, guaranteed for retirement income. Don't keep working when you're supposed to be retired, and don't let any financial advisor tell you it's too good to be true. Unlock your Trajan family office at TrajanWealth.com or call 1-855-TRAJAN-1. That's 1-855-TRAJAN-1.
Annuity guarantees are based on the claims paying ability of the issuing insurance company. DBA in most states has Trajan Wealth Insurance Solutions.
Listen to the Talk Travel with Samantha podcast, where Samantha Robichaud, owner of Fabulous Adventures Travel Company, shares tips, hotspots, travel hacks, and just enough chaos to keep airport security alert. Saturday mornings at 6:30 here on Real Radio 104.1.
Now that we have AT&T Fiber Internet in our home, our connection's so fast it can handle streaming, gaming, surfing, and video conferencing for the whole family. The only downside? Our kids' friends are coming over way more often than we'd like. Hey, Jaden, Braden, Zayden, come on in, you guys. Luke, what's up, buddy? How's baseball going? I've got the game streaming in the den. Maybe you can pick up some pointers before we take on Kennedy next week. Ashley A, Ashley D, Ashley P, is this for a group project again? Because last time it looked a lot like high-speed reality TV research. Hey, Kristen! You got the ring light and the tripod this time. Don't forget to tag the house with the fastest internet. Honey, it's going to be another late one. We're going to need more snacks.
Tell all your neighbors, AT&T Fiber has arrived. Hyper-fast internet is now available in your neighborhood. Learn more at att.com/internet. Limited availability in select areas.
Someone had a birthday.
Yep, 50. Can't believe it.
50 years of wisdom.
Great segue. We have a health reminder from the CDC.
Pneumococcal vaccination is recommended for adults 50 or older. Says here, we're over 6 times more likely to be hospitalized with pneumococcal pneumonia than adults under 50.
I don't love those odds.
Same. Look what I found. Pfizer's Prevnar 20 is proven to help protect adults against pneumococcal pneumonia and invasive pneumococcal disease in just 1 dose, and millions have already gotten it.
Continued approval may depend on a supportive study. Don't get Prevnar 20 if you have a severe allergy to its ingredients. A weakened immune system may lower your response. Common side effects include injection site pain and swelling, fatigue, headache, muscle, and joint pain. For full prescribing information, please call 1-855-213-2138. Visit Prevnar20.com or talk to your doctor or pharmacist.
I'm on Prevnar20.com now, scheduling my appointment.
Good idea. And happy 50th.
Training camp is open.
The countdown to kickoff is on.
And it's time to get in the game.
iHeartRadio is the official home of the NFL Podcast Network.
We're obviously incredibly excited if you just want to talk about defense.
Get the insight before it's a headline with NFL Daily with Greg Rosenthal.
Thank you to Sean McVay.
Chasing a fantasy title, the Late Round Fantasy Football Podcast helps you draft like a genius.
And hopefully it helps you guys out the most.
This
is what football sounds like.
Download the iHeartRadio app, search NFL, and press play.
Need a new roof or windows? Visit hbnusa.com.
The Jim Colbert Show returns now on Real Radio 104.1.
Hey, how's it, Ohana? Oh, aloha ho'i mai. Now that's a specific greeting for somebody who is returning or somebody who just got home. Anyway, brah,
That's
Jack,
cool.
yeah, you crushed it, bruh. Great job on the best ofs as always.
Yep.
Everybody got their beach time, bruh.
Yep.
You know what? Growing
Fun work.
up in New Smyrna, they turn into a Stapo town over there, bruh. They don't play. Aloha.
Aloha, brother. Great spot. I mean, a fun little spot. Awesome. I mean, a really cool little city. There's no question, but you better not mess with them turtles, dog. They're not cool. All right, welcome
Not
back
the
to
city. I'll be waiting in the mangrove.
Right. Welcome back to the Jim Colbert Show, Real Radio 104.1. I am Jim. Jack is here as well, and Deb has your news. Let's get it.
It's time for JCS News.
Wow, has this guy got to put his name on everything?
It's in my contract, dude.
Here's the news on the Jim Colbert Show.
And JCS News is brought to you by that mortgage guy, Don. A little more than a month after a massive, actually twin massive earthquakes devastated Venezuela, a 7.4 magnitude quake has rocked Colombia, causing what appears to be significant damage and already dozens of dead. Doral-based Global Empowerment Mission COO Jeff Popovich is already jumping into action.
Right now, we're sending our team into Colombia to assess the situation and see if there's a need for additional aid, our family necessity kits, or anything that's needed.
He says it's too early to know if they're going to need additional volunteer shifts at their Doral warehouse to help pack supplies for Colombia because, as it turns out, as you can imagine, GEM teams are already still in Venezuela.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, they haven't stopped there. All right, it's back to school day across much of Florida with students returning to class today in 38 of the state's 67 school districts. The remaining districts are set to begin the new school year later this week with all Florida students expected back in the classroom by Thursday. If you're still needing to do a little back-to-school shopping, the good news is Florida's back-to-school sales tax holiday for school supplies, clothing, and computers runs through August 20th. So you have about another 10 days to go. All right. No injuries are reported, thank goodness, after a hit-and-run crash outside a Kissimmee school on the very first day.
Wow.
It happened around 8 o'clock this morning on Ham Brown and Campbell Roads. That's near Sunrise Elementary and Horizon Middle Schools. Fox 35 reports a dark-colored SUV tried to pass a Chevy Tahoe, sideswiped the vehicle, and then fled the scene.
Wow.
Anyone who witnessed the accident is asked to come forward, and school guards across Central Florida are like, you guys, come on, slow down. And to that end, it's the first day of school in Brevard County, and drivers should be aware of some changes.
Okay.
The city of Titusville is deploying more cameras to catch speeders in school zones. 9 of the city's 13 schools are going to have cameras. Police Chief Tyler Wright tells Spectrum News 13 officers are going to first issue warnings for the first 60 days before they hand out tickets and fines. But I know the little speed camera setup outside Mount Dora Middle has popped several people, either my family or friend group, $100 a pop.
Oh, yeah.
They don't play.
No.
And then in Volusia County, they're having metal detectors, which they've used in their high schools.
Yeah.
This is the first school year where they're now being used in middle school.
Yeah, I saw that today, and I was like,
why, Jack?
I'm like, yeah.
Not because they're the worst human beings on the planet.
They are, yeah.
They are.
They'll pull more knives and guns off those little rats than they will out of the high schoolers by a million.
They probably should have started with the middle school and then worked their way up to the high school.
That's who we should be sending to war, is 6th, 7th, and 8th graders.
Exactly.
Or
their moms.
We should be enlisting those fools. Yeah.
All right. Health experts, in the meantime, have some school lunch tips for parents as classes get underway. Orlando health dietitian Jennifer Berry says parents should prioritize balanced meals with lean proteins, whole grains, fruits, and vegetables.
That's a weird way to say Uncrustable. Because let me tell you, your mom is packing you the crappiest bologna sandwich and throwing it there with one of those micro bags of chips. Why even put that in there?
I don't
it's
know.
It's like 5 chips.
But can you imagine whole grains, fruits, and vegetables? That's just going to end up in the garbage.
See these videos on social of their moms packing up these really intricate lunch boxes for their kids. I'm like, that's like 1 out of 1,000 lunch boxes. And everybody hates that kid. When they open their lunchbox, they say immediately get beat up.
Well, they should.
God almighty. Oh, it's the stacked raisins. There's some grapes. There's some cherries. We have some ham and a couple pieces of bread and some crackers.
A little pistachio nut mix.
Right.
You know, a pudding, a Jell-O.
Everybody else is eating peanut butter with their fingers.
Well, she also suggests involving children in meal planning to make healthy options more appealing. Orange County Public Schools, they don't start welcoming students back until tomorrow. Oh, poor Orange County parents.
Snack pack pudding. That was what I wanted.
The metal can?
Yep.
Oh, yeah.
And you cut yourself on that? Oh, that would hurt.
Or cut your tongue as you're trying to.
Yeah.
So anyway, do you guys remember the individual
Were you trying to lick it out of the can?
Yes. No, you lick the top.
You cut your tongue by licking it out of the
you
can?
You lick the top.
You lick the top because you're not going to let that pudding go to waste.
And how about the pudding skin, right? Do you guys remember the pudding skin?
Oh, yeah. But the other thing, too, is when you would open that thing up, if your mom was nice enough to give you a chocolate pudding can, you open that like you're opening a beer in the theater. You didn't want anybody to hear that you had chocolate pudding. You would get bum rush for your pudding.
I remember, too, you'd have those individual bags of chips, Doritos, Ruffles, or whatever, and the deal was, all right, if you eat them after school, then just be aware that I'm not buying you anymore. Right. You're going to have nothing for your lunch.
Uh-huh.
Well, speaking of nothing for your lunch, Taylor Farms is recalling more food items, this time containing jalapenos over possible salmonella contamination. NBC's Ann Thompson reports the California-based company had earlier recalled some lettuce linked to the separate ongoing Cyclospora outbreak.
The new recall includes dips, burritos, and salsa sold in popular stores like Kroger, Target, Trader Joe's, Walmart, and Whole Foods.
Everywhere.
Taylor Farms says they are not aware of any reported illnesses linked to its products containing jalapeno.
But we ain't rolling those dice.
Well, it's not
Back
just
to
that.
you.
They're also saying this involves sandwiches, wraps, anything where you could have jalapenos as part of an ingredient, part of a dressing. We know that Qdoba and Chipotle have already pulled jalapenos out of an abundance of caution from their menus.
That's funny. I was at T-Flats yesterday getting lunch and got extra jalapenos.
Taylor Farms says the recalled products.
Yeah. You got to go to jalapenos.
Yeah.
Taylor Farms says the recalled products were flagged after the fresh peppers were recalled by Coast Citrus Distributors.
Yeah.
And I learned recently that apparently Taylor Farms, they have out in Arizona, they have a prison contract.
Oh, do they really?
Yeah, where they get some of their farm labor.
They don't get snack bags.
And I was going to say, they don't poop in the fields. Nothing to worry about there, folks. They're keeping it all on the up and up.
Well, did they say originally that they thought there's a possibility that there was there was some human waste being used to fertilize these fields, and that was where a lot of this, maybe some of this came from?
That's exactly.
And then Taylor Farms did not have to pay that fine because of things.
Right, exactly. Things. All right, police, a Lake County man is now facing charges. Actually, it's a Volusia County man facing charges in the DeLand double homicide case that left 2 young men dead last month. I was shocked with the twist in this case. Police say 41-year-old Datron Atkins was arrested Friday in Eustis on a charge of accessory after the fact. Investigators allege Atkins helped his son, 17-year-old Kian Rundell, avoid law enforcement after the killings of 19-year-old Dustin Rose and 18-year-old Samson Campbell. Rundell is charged with 2 counts of second-degree murder following his arrest last week in Manatee County. And according to 2 anonymous sources that came forward after the shooting, apparently those 2 young kids had gone to buy marijuana, but one had apparently brought a gun with them, and they were planning to rob the dealer.
Oh, no.
Oh, you did not hear that?
I did not hear that at all.
That puts a whole new twist on things.
A whole new twist.
Wow.
A whole new twist.
So the two boys who were the victims actually were initially the aggressors.
Yes. It's believed that they were robbing the small businessman.
And didn't have one kid have didn't have a lot going for him? Like both these kids had a lot going for them, right?
Well, one of them was a student at the Citadel.
Yeah,
and served on the
Unreal.
South Carolina National Guard. The other one was living in Chicago. They were here to spread the ashes of a beloved family dog.
Wow.
Apparently went to go buy marijuana, and as Jack had said, they planned to be the aggressor to the dealer. The dealer sees them whip out their gun. He whips out his gun.
He was faster.
And
wow, that's crazy. I did not hear that update
Yeah.
this entire weekend. That's
So-
nuts. I heard the dad thing. I heard the dad like aiding and abetting, but I did not hear the other wrinkle.
And they're like, well, why didn't you, call us in about self-defense? He goes, those are two white guys. I'm a black kid.
Oh, wow. Wow.
Yeah, I mean, it's because, part of our speculation is, God, what could have gone wrong? Was it a robbery gone wrong? Was it a drug deal gone wrong?
Yeah.
Never in a million years would I have put a gun in one of these kids' hands thinking that they were going to go out.
And not to mention 2 of the 3 did have one.
Right, exactly. And that's never going to end well.
And were any of these kids over 20?
No.
Yeah. Everybody
Both victims was 18,
Yeah.
19, and then the shooter is 17.
Good Lord of mercy.
Yeah. Everyone under the age of 20 and their life is already over in one way or another. In South Florida, the OnlyFans model charged with second-degree murder of her boyfriend in their Miami high-rise condo back in 2022 is pleading guilty to a lesser crime of manslaughter with a deadly weapon.
When there's any agreement, no one is happy at the end of this, and we understand that. But the agreement that the state is willing to accept is that the defendant would be adjudicated guilty. She'll be sentenced to 6 years in state prison, followed by 5 years of reporting probation.
Under the plea deal with prosecutors, Courtney Clenny will get credit for time served. She must also undergo a mental health evaluation and treatment and a substance abuse evaluation and treatment. If she violates any of these terms, she could face up to 30 years in prison.
Yikes.
Clenny claimed she acted in self-defense when she stabbed Christian Obumseli in the chest. But if you remember, she had thrown that knife across the kitchen.
Right.
So, again, pleaded guilty to a lesser crime to avoid trial.
6 years, yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
Inter Miami star and captain Lionel Messi stepping away from League's Cup Group play after the heartbreaking news that his father passed away. Messi was granted compassionate leave to fly to Argentina to attend the funeral and burial of Jorge Messi, who died at 68.
I was going to say, he was young, man.
Yeah, after a prolonged illness.
Wow.
The team held a moment of silence before its League's Cup match against Monterrey, a game Inter Miami lost 2-1 on Saturday. It's not yet clear when Messi will return as the club fights to keep its League Cup hopes alive.
It's weird thinking that Messi's dad was that young.
I know.
Yeah, 68 years old, dude.
How old is Messi?
He looks older than me.
And how old is he? He's got to be
just over 40, though,
yeah,
right?
He's about my age, just under 40.
What?
He's not even
Good
close,
call on that one, Jack. A Marion County woman is dealing with a life-altering injury after an encounter with an alligator. The FWC says she was swimming with friends in the Silver River on Saturday when a gator bit her. She wound up losing her right arm, but it could have been a lot worse if it wasn't for a boater named John Gamache. He got to the scene when he heard screaming, scared the gator away, used a rope as a tourniquet on the woman's arm, and took her to the nearest boat ramp where rescuers took her to the hospital. She's home now, and the 9.5-foot gator was trapped and removed from the river yesterday.
And I got to tell you, there's been a myth for years, and I need people to hear this because I got to tell you, this is a thing that I live by as a Floridian for many, many years that is definitely not true, and we've seen this over and over. There was a myth for years that alligators would not go into the spring water. They would not go up into the springs because the water was too cold and they couldn't stand it. But you also have to remember there's a lot of sunshine in Florida, and the gators will go up in those springs. I mean, we've lived that for years, and we'd go down Inchtuckney, and we'd be in the water all the time, and we saw 3 gators in Inchtuckney River this year, or this, the last time we went, which was like 2 years ago. And that's been a long time myth in Florida that you were safe in the springs because the water was too cold for the gators. Not the truth.
Not tr- Also, don't bother running in a zigzag.
Yeah.
And that does not matter.
Yeah.
But they can run very, very fast
For a short period.
and they can climb too. If you've ever seen a gator climb a chain link fence, Yeah. All right.
That's creepy.
It is very creepy.
Yeah.
It's very creepy.
Right. It's like if you saw him eat with utensils.
Right, exactly.
It would be that weird. Like, what's that gator doing? He's like coming over to the fence. Like, there's a gate for the pool, dude. Just
And other animal news. This one's a good story. A canine injured in a deadly shooting in Polk County is marking a milestone in his recovery. The sheriff's office announced yesterday that Ace is coming home. He was shot and critically injured Thursday night when deputies got into a shootout with a man in a tent who wound up being killed. Ace was taken to the hospital for emergency surgery and wound up having his left front leg amputated.
Wow.
So he's going to have to retire, but there's already been a family trust that's come out and said they'll not only pay for his medical care, but they'll pay for the replacement deputy now that Ace has to retire. In a Facebook post, the PCSO thanked Ace's medical team, and they wrote about Ace, quote, "We love you and will always remember your service and your sacrifice," end quote. Polk County Sheriff Grady Judd saying because Ace took that bullet, he saved 3 other deputies, including his handler, from having to get hit by gunfire.
Wow.
And the other really cool thing about this story is you guys remember earlier after the legislative session, the law was changed that would allow animals who were injured in the line of duty to be flown to medical services that were more specialized. And I believe Ace was the first case being transported by medical helicopter to a specialty vet after they were able to stabilize him at emergency vet. I thought that was really cool. All right, you guys, let us know what you're seeing out there. You can text us at 77031. It's that time of the week to talk about Florida drivers paying slightly more at the pump, with the statewide average for regular gas now at $3.86. That's not too bad.
$3.89 coming in today, but yeah, that's pretty close.
Yeah, AAA says that 3 cents higher than a week ago, about a penny more than a month ago, although prices remain below recent highs after falling late last week. The most expensive gas, no surprise, West Palm Beach area at just over $4 a gallon.
Oh, you could beat that. Just go right by the airport here.
Yeah,
in
exactly.
Orlando.
While the lowest prices are in the Florida Panhandle, including Panama City and Pensacola. AAA says oil prices and gasoline futures both moved lower last week, which could help limit further increases at the pump. You know, they've been warning us last couple of weeks that with the Strait of Hormuz continuing to be in disarray, that we were going to see pump prices that we hadn't seen even since COVID. So far, so good. That hasn't happened.
Still 3 weeks in August.
Yeah.
Fingers crossed.
All right. SpaceX was set to kick off the new work week with a Falcon 9 launch from Cape Canaveral Space Force Station to deliver, don't worry, Jimmy, another batch of 29 Starlink satellites. However, the mission was scrubbed just hours before its scheduled liftoff. So liftoff from Space Launch Complex 40 is now scheduled for 10:26 a.m. on Tuesday.
Yes.
That would be tomorrow morning.
You see the financial stuff with SpaceLink this past weekend, or SpaceX this weekend and Starlink?
Just that they're going to, from what I saw, the headline was that they're leaning on SpaceX and Starlink because...
Yeah, the company lost $514 million in this past quarter. But the thing that's crazy
part owner over there, and I don't think he knew.
But the
when you kidding? I was at the board meeting.
The subscriptions are surging though, so they're thinking they think that although it looks bad on paper now, that eventually when this network does get full, that the subscriptions will have to be. But man, there's some really interesting stuff with that SpaceX thing. We'll talk about it later. But go ahead.
Yeah, because I mean it is interesting because now you're hearing airlines advertising that you can have internet with Starlink. You have cruise lines. Advertising. You've got war zones.
Well, Celebrity already uses it. So I mean, the internet you get on Celebrity ships, I believe, is already provided by Starlink. The thing that's weird is the life of those satellites. Right? I heard the piece this weekend.
Oh, that's the scary part.
Yeah, 5 to 8 years.
That's the scary part.
Yeah, 5 to 8 years. So that means this thing has to continuously send up satellites at an extraordinary cost. Hopefully, repaying that back with $99 subscriptions.
So now
there'll be very interesting kind of math happening here in the next 5 years for Starlink.
And now we understand when we talk about those number of launches that Elon Musk wants to have off the Space Coast, like almost like a mini airport. He's going to need him to be able to keep that service up and going. The other question, though, is what goes up must come down.
Yeah.
That's an awful lot of space junk falling back to Earth.
Oh, that was the
other part of the article.
But they also mentioned that as well. They were like, this is exactly what they said. Like, they hope they'll burn up.
Right.
Yeah. I mean, I'm not kidding. That's kind of what they said.
That
like
is.
We're kind of depending on them burning up on the reentry.
Well,
that's the plan.
Fingers crossed.
Yeah.
That's the new scientific plan. And then finally,
or 2/3, 60% chance it's going to hit ocean.
Right.
True. True. All right. This is just a Final Destination story because a pedestrian has died after a pickup truck left I-95 and plunged onto Lem Turner Road in Jacksonville Sunday night. Florida Highway Patrol says the truck was traveling north on I-95 when it veered off the shoulder, went over an embankment, and struck a man walking along the roadway below.
No way. Wow.
The pedestrian died at the scene while the driver suffered only minor injuries.
Oh, man.
He's just walking
He's just
on a road and a truck lands on him.
Lands on him from the overpass of I-95 going over him.
Wow.
And then the pickup driver who plunges over the side of an embankment or over the road on I-95 ends up surviving with minor injuries.
This guy cartwheels him to the ambulance. Was he drunk or anything, or is there any impairment?
There hasn't been any word on that, but troopers are continuing to investigate what caused the truck to leave the interstate. But again, that's
so insane.
Isn't that insane?
The math there is insane.
What that would take
What are
for
the
that
chances?
exact intersection of time.
Unbelievable. If it happens just like 5 seconds before or after, dude's good.
It changes everything.
God,
It changes everything.
That's why don't curse your traffic lights.
Exactly. Exactly.
Well
That's the
said,
truth,
Jay.
right?
Well
Yeah.
said.
You never know when that 5-minute delay could be that difference.
Well said.
He's Yoda today.
Yeah, he is.
And that concludes your JCS news.
Not Yoda. All right, 407-916-1041. Text us at 77031. Back in 1 sec with more of the Jim Colbert Show. Stay where you are.
At Real Radio, we don't do robots. We're guaranteed human. Use the TalkBack feature on the free iHeartRadio app and prove you are too.
From the Odoo.com Weather Center, Odoo.com, the only business software you will need.
We're getting back to school with hotter and drier conditions. Hi there, I'm Fox 35 Storm Team meteorologist TJ Springer. Just some spotty showers and thunderstorms for the remainder of our Monday. The heat, certainly the bigger story for us. Feels pretty rough out there. Any storm that does get going still could produce some torrential rain and frequent lightning, but they'll fade away tonight. Temps dip back into the middle and upper 70s for our Tuesday, our second day back to school, or maybe the first day for some districts. Mainly dry start, but we'll have a few showers and thunderstorms in the afternoon with a weak front dropping in. Highs look to top out into the middle and upper 90s. From the Fox 35 Storm Center, I'm meteorologist TJ Springer.
This report is sponsored by Blindster.com.
Hi, I'm Kyle at Blindster.com. Tired of overpriced blinds? Blindster makes custom blinds simple and affordable. You measure at home, install yourself, and save big. No retail store markups, just custom blinds guaranteed to fit. Blindster.com.
Florida heat is really kicking, and unfortunately for a lot of folks, their homes just never seem to stay cool. You know, that's a common concern with Florida homeowners, and the problem could be your windows and doors. That's because vinyl windows, well, they're known to warp, crack, or degrade over time, letting in a lot of unwanted heat, while aluminum windows are heat conductors, transferring heat into your home. And who wants that? Renewal by Andersen to the rescue. That's because their windows and doors are made of Fibrex material built to withstand Florida's extreme heat, and their energy-efficient replacement windows and doors are designed to help keep the heat out and maintain a more consistent indoor temperature. So that means a more comfortable home and lower energy costs. During their end of summer sale, Florida homeowners can buy 4 windows or doors and get the 5th free, plus special financing for 1 full year. Visit bestwindowsflorida.com to claim your savings and reserve your free design consultation, or stop by their showroom off of Lee Road in Winter Park and see these beautiful products for yourself. Restrictions apply. License number CGC 1527613.
Water can be a source of joy, regulation, movement, confidence, community, and health. It can also be a place of risk. Drowning is preventable, yet it remains a leading cause of death for autistic children. The Autism Society of America is taking action with Aqualife, a program delivering life-saving water safety resources across the lifespan. Let's make every splash a safe one. Visit autismsociety.org to download free safety guides and social stories, or donate to help us provide these life-saving tools to families in need. Visit autismsociety.org today.
Think you're not the suing type? But you aren't at fault. I'm Orlando injury attorney Mo DeWitt. You didn't choose this accident, the bills, or the damage. Don't cover for someone else's mistake. Just call Mo. Injured on the go? Just call Mo.com.
Mills Air in business since 1992. That's over 30 years here in Central Florida. They're not going anywhere. Carrier factory authorized dealer. You can always turn to the experts at Carrier. Equipment change-outs and upgrades right now with up to $1,275 in rebates. Visit millsair.com.
Recall 67A mobile appointments are now available in your area. We come to you quick, easy, and under an hour. Complete the recall to get $500 plus a warranty worth thousands. Schedule today at CumminsRecall.com.
25 weeks comes down to this. 3 wide under the lights, 0 margin for error, everything on the line. Flirting with 200 miles per hour in the place where this journey began. Race 26, the final hunt for a spot in the chase. The Coke Zero Sugar 400 weekend at Daytona, August 28th through 29th. Get your tickets now at DaytonaInternationalSpeedway.com.
Some people are all talk, but conservative farmer Wilton Simpson gets the job done. That's why 61 Florida sheriffs, 24 former Cattlemen Association presidents, and Governor Ron DeSantis all agree. We need Republican Wilton Simpson for Commissioner of Agriculture. They endorse him because Wilton's done the job before. Safeguarding our food supply, he got it done. Conservative Wilton Simpson banned hostile nations, including China, from buying Florida farmland. Standing with our farmers and against overdevelopment, he got it done. Conservative Wilton Simpson increased farmland preservation by 243%. Expanding Florida's wildlife corridors, he got it done. Conservative Wilton Simpson created the Florida Wildlife Corridor Program and conserved 18 million acres of Florida land, including thousands of acres of working farmland. Wilton Simpson is a conservative workhorse who gets the job done. A proven conservative farmer endorsed by Ron DeSantis. Wilton Simpson for Commissioner of Agriculture. Paid for by Wilton Simpson, Republican, for Florida Commissioner of Agriculture.
Here's a tale of Becky. Didn't know what to do with new meds prescribed and no real cost clue.
She squinted at prices, that can't be right. Then tapped GoodRx and saw the light.
She could get a deal. Book telehealth if she feel.
Learn about those meds without any stress. That one little app does all the rest. Even my horse downloaded it. Dang, save time and money on prescriptions.
Check GoodRx. GoodRx is not insurance.
I move mountains for a living. Literally. That means I don't carry hand lotion, and when it comes to serious heartburn, I don't mess around with anything but Rolaids Max Strength. Its dual-active formula has 1,500 milligrams of calcium carbonate and magnesium hydroxide that relieves heartburn fast. And the best part? The roll fits right here in my pocket, so I can get back to moving mountains.
Rolaids spells powerful relief. 1,500 milligrams is our highest amount of antacid per tablet. Read each label. Use as directed. Keep out of reach of children.
Okay, here's the deal. You gotta get up, shower, get dressed, then get in the car. But there's a sausage McMuffin with egg meal, with crispy hash browns and small McCafe coffee waiting for you at McDonald's for just $5. Did I mention you can now choose hot or iced coffee? I knew you could do it. McDonald's, your morning handled. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. Prices and participation may vary. For a limited time only. Promotion pricing may be lower than meal pricing. Some people are embarrassed to admit they like saving money. Not me. I'm a fan of saving and a fan of McDonald's. And while everything else keeps going up, nothing hits better than ordering the Big Mac meal. Crispy medium fries, ice cold Coca-Cola, $8. It's delicious, it fills me up, and honestly, I'm proud of it. Big Mac meal. $8, only at McDonald's. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. Prices and participation may vary. For a limited time only. Promotion pricing may be lower than meal pricing. Coca-Cola is a registered trademark of the Coca-Cola Company.
If you want to buy or sell your home quickly, call Nick Lee. Download a free home buyer's guide at thenicklygroup.com.
You can watch radio being made on a daily basis at Jim Colbert Show on YouTube.
As you were speaking about the SpaceX story, reminded me of a conversation I had with somebody in the automotive industry about why Tesla Cybertrucks look like that. The stainless steel grade they use is the same thing they use on the rocket ships. And the only thing you can use that stainless for is either wrapping around a cylinder or bending it, like folding it. You can't put it in a press mold. It'll just destroy the mold. So there you go. They're using rocket ship stainless steel on those trucks.
There you go.
That's why all those pieces are flat, and it's
yeah. Also,
got
it's
all
kind
those
of
angles.
Kind of the look he wants, though, right? I mean, for that thing, maybe?
Is it the look you want, or is that the look they ended up with because of the restrictions of using that stainless steel?
I guess so.
And then it becomes the thing, you know?
Yeah, in other words, so when you put regular steel in a mold, you press it, it's going to stay in that position. When you try to do that with stainless steel, I guess the spring effect will kind of try to bring it back, or it says it'll break the mold. I don't know about that. I mean, that seems a little crazy, but maybe it just won't hold the shape.
Yeah, I don't know like what the crash rating is on those things. I know people who drive the Tesla trucks love them.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah. I've never spoken to anybody who owns one, so I couldn't tell you one way or the other. Yeah. All right, 407-916-1041. Text us, 77031. I'm Jim. Deb and Jack are here as well. I do know this. In Florida, I mean, I got to tell you, do you think the rest of the nation looks at their news the way that Floridians do? And, of course, now it's a national thing. Florida Man, and Florida news has become like a national phenomenon, right? Like when you ever hear, you hear a crazy story, the first thing you think is like, that's got to be Florida. Deb and I like play a little game over here. When we see a story online or something before the show, I'll be like, did you hear about this? And she'll be like, no, let me guess. And I'm like, you nailed it. Like, Panama City or, or wherever. But this one's a good one, though. I got to tell you, of all the ones, this is good. I got a question to ask you real quick here when it comes to this. This is in Panama City. Two Florida men have been charged with aggravated battery after allegedly getting into a little kerfuffle, Jack.
Okay.
This happened in the parking lot of a Publix shopping shop store, grocery store.
Oh, someone got the last pub sub.
Where kerfuffles are a pleasure.
You would think that kerfuffles, as a rule, would be like that like Publix parking lots would be the least.
Oh,
like
I don't
one of
know.
the safest places from kerfuffles.
Someone like push off a cart and dent someone's car or something.
Worst case scenario,
Stole a parking spot.
You scratch an Audi.
My blinker was on.
Worst case scenario, when you go in there for your BOGO pub sub, you're going to get a dent in your car. Worst case scenario.
I was waiting for that spot.
Right. That is not the case here. There were two guys, and they were involved in a little get-together. A guy named Everett Critchbaum and a guy named James Gay. All right? Now, one of these dudes, the Kirschbaum guy, or Critchbaum, this dude is like 53 years old, but Gay is 35 years old. Now, they were in a relationship with the same girl. One guy had been dating, and the other guy now.
Now, are you using the word relationship loosely?
Can I tell you? I do not. I don't know if I'm using it loosely. I do not. What kind of? I'm not sure of the flavor of the young lady. I'm not 100% on that. But apparently, she was dating one of them, and then broke up, and the other one came into play, and then the other one wanted to maybe get it back. And they got into a verbal altercation in the Publix parking lot. Maybe they were coming to see her, I believe.
Well, that's different. I mean, if it's a verbal altercation, it's that much of a Florida man story.
Yeah, it's verbal. At first, it was verbal, Jack. Then it turned into something else. What it turned into, a straight-up 300 fight in the middle of the parking lot. One with a hatchet and one with a machete.
Now, there's the Florida man angle.
Wow.
Dude, these guys went at it... These guys went at it like there was a king to impress.
Things escalated quickly.
They squared up. The guy, Critchbaum, starts swinging a hatchet. This other guy, they found this guy with a deep cut at his pinky finger, which is exposing the bone.
Oh, Jack has the video.
Yeah, the video of it. This guy walks up here, and he unsheathes this thing, and then this other dude gets out with a hatchet, and they start going at it like... Oh, dude, look at this.
He slapped him in the face with the side of it. Wow.
And this one guy has a puncture in his abdomen, multiple lacerations to his hand and his face. He told investigators he became unconscious when Gay hit him in the head with the machete. So the guy hit him in the face and the head with the machete. He falls over, passes out. They arrest both of them and take him to jail. They should have just let him go. I mean,
Wait, let him
go? They figured it out. They figured it out. Just let them go. They only cause damage to themselves.
You guys settle this amongst yourselves.
Exactly. Just get out of here. Can't do that, though. Arrested and charged with aggravated battery with a deadly weapon, one of them. And it wasn't his first altercation. It turned violent. Apparently, in 2011, this guy was convicted of aggravated battery in the killing of a 16-year-old boy. Damn. He used a chain wrapped around his hand to fracture the skull of the teen.
The 35-year-old?
Yeah, the 35-year-old.
Wow.
It said there were other people that were charged in that death. He was sentenced to 15 years in prison, but he was released early in 2024.
Oh. How society benefits.
Yeah. And it's wild, though. I mean, when you look at these guys, one does have a bit of a former school teacher methy look about him. And the other one is just like a regular old, 35-year-old dude. No, how are these guys involved with the same woman? That's what I can't figure out. because it does not look like they pull the same talent.
That's why I was asking if you meant relationship loosely.
Yeah. I mean,
I paid for that hour.
Yeah, right, exactly. I don't care if he had 40 minutes left.
Right, exactly.
It doesn't say anything about that. The feud began when they were brewing over a woman that Kirschbaum is dating and Gay used to date. So, in other words, the older dude is now dating this. Young dude with the machete said, we're not having that.
I guess not. That's my girl.
And apparently he wins because he hits the guy in the head with a machete and that dude passes out. Yeah, this guy's going to do some time. I mean, you can't kill somebody with a chain wrapped around your knuckles and then hit somebody in the face with a machete and just kind of walk, right?
Apparently.
Well, he did time for the first killing.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, I don't know if he did the entire 15 years. I mean, he must have done that when he was in his damn early 20s.
Well, this has to violate some type of probation.
Yeah. Good Lord. Unbelievable.
I'm sorry, you did what with your machete?
Yeah, exactly.
Where?
Yeah.
Over why?
I would think if
Get
anything
back here.
violated your probation, it would be this.
Back into the pokey.
Who just carries a machete around with them? That's wild.
Not really.
Well,
no, and then the other guy has a hatchet. You just have that on your front seat?
Isn't that one of the things where it's a weapon where you can say is not a weapon because you're using it for other purposes?
If that's your job.
Like a
if you're
baseball bat,
but
if you also have a baseball glove?
Yeah, but if you're a plumber carrying around a hatchet or a machete, that doesn't really work, right? I mean, if you're a landscaper
Hey,
or...
you want to cut PVC pipe quickly?
My cousin carries one on himself all the time.
A machete?
Yes.
But he's from Colombia.
And he lives here?
And he knows how to use it.
Oh, I bet he does.
Porque el de Colombia.
Yeah.
And he'll cut that gringo ass in no time.
Lo siento.
But yeah, you better lo siento.
He will cut that gringo ass in a second.
Because I remember because he works at the Marina Miami, and when he's heard some guy come on the boat, he'll take his machete and he slaps it up against the side of the yacht and says, "I'm coming."
Oh, really?
I hear you.
Oh, wow.
And he just slaps that machete.
Yeah,
it's one of the best it's one of the best tools to have for
it's also
landscaping, cutting vegetation.
Yeah, intimidating people in public parking lots.
I mean, you know.
Yeah. And it was shiny, too. It wasn't one of those black ones. Yeah. That dude pulled this thing out.
That was brand new then.
That bitch was catching sunlight.
It's like duct tape. It's a utility tool.
Yeah.
It's good for so many different things.
Yeah. This guy did 12 years. They let him out 3 years early. In 2012, he was sentenced to 15 years, so they let him out.
I wonder if they're questioning that choice.
This guy's been out. This guy's been out exactly like a little over a year, already back in the slammer for doing stupid stuff. Some people. Anyway.
You had your shot.
Yeah, you did, buddy. All right, 407-916-1041. Again, you can always text us at 77031. Back in 1 sec with more of the Jim Colbert Show.
Coke Zero Sugar 400 returns to the World Center of Racing with the NASCAR O'Reilly Auto Parts Series on August 28th and the Coke Zero Sugar 400 on August 29th. Experience the thrill of NASCAR like never before. Get your tickets now at DaytonaInternationalSpeedway.com. Visit RealRadio.fm/contest for all the info and to find out how you can score free tickets.
From the Clausman Law Traffic Center, car crash, call Clausman Law. ClausmanLaw.com.
There's an accident on the ramp from 408 eastbound to I-4 westbound. The on-ramp's partially blocked there. There's a crash on the Greenway northbound near Curry Ford Road off to the shoulder. An earlier accident on Colonial at Alafaya. Afternoon slowdowns are starting to form in some typical areas. See traffic troubles, call the Valvoline Instant Oil Change Traffic Tip Line at 866-676-8477. From the Traffic Center, I'm James Birmingham.
This report is sponsored by Blindster.com.
Hi, I'm Kyle at Blindster.com. Tired of overpriced blinds? Blindster makes custom blinds simple and affordable. You measure at home, install yourself, and save big. No retail store markups, just custom blinds guaranteed to fit. Blindster.com.
Hey Orlando, why settle for one dealership when you can shop three? Greenway Kia's 3 Central Florida locations give you access to 3 times the inventory. Shop over 1,200 new Kias, all priced clearly online at greenwaykias.com. Plus, when you trade with us, over 40 Greenway dealerships bid on your vehicle to help maximize its value. And this week only, bring us any trade and get an additional $1,000 off your new Kia. I'm Joe Rossi, and I want to see you in a Greenway Kia.
Negative equity refinanced. All factory rebates applied.
For more information information about contests on this station, go to realradio.fm/rules.
Imagine this, you and your love hand in hand watching the sunset from a tropical balcony or dancing under the stars on a luxury cruise. That's the magic waiting for you this summer at International Diamond Center. It's the Summer of Romance event, now for a limited time. Make any jewelry purchase over $3,500 and pack your bags for a free romantic getaway on us. Buy that perfect engagement ring or anniversary gift and let IDC buy the honeymoon or escape you'll never forget. Here's how it works. Spend $3,500 and get a 3-day, 2-night romantic hotel getaway plus a $100 Visa card and choose from over 15 dreamy sites. Spend $5,000 on her jewelry and sail away on a 3 or 4 night luxury cruise for 2, or choose a 7-night condo resort stay. Go all in at $10,000 and enjoy a 5-day, 4-night stay at an upscale tropical all-inclusive resort in one of 4 breathtaking countries. At IDC, you buy the jewelry, we give you the getaway. Hurry, this limited time offer won't last. Get all the details and restrictions at shopidc.com. International Diamond Center, Altamont Springs, Waterford Lakes, and Mall at Millennia.
Listen to Real Radio in your smart home. Just tell Alexa to play Real Radio 104.1 on iHeartRadio. Sponsored by Mark Spain Real Estate.
AutoNation makes it easy to find your next used car, especially when the used car you need is at the price you want. Starting under $20,000. Plus, the price you see is the price you pay. No hidden fees, no surprises. Buy confidently with our 5-day or 250-mile money-back guarantee. Even appraise your car online and we'll give you a top dollar offer. Hurry to AutoNation now. Less stress, more go. Offer plus tax and tag. Appraisal subject to verification. See store for details.
Faster than your phone charging. Faster than your lunch break. Faster than your commute. At Amscot, walk in with your photo ID, proof of income, and checking account info. Walk out with $50 to $1,000. Amscot. Some restrictions apply, subject to approval.
Hey, Russ Rollins here. Let me tell you something. When you sign your insurance policy, sometimes some brokers, that's the finish line. They shake your hand, commission done, and then you may not hear from them again until renewal time. Your business runs all year, and so do the gaps and risks. That's why I'm introducing SuperSure. Your company has more than 25 employees. Whether you're the owner, CFO, or HR manager, it can be too complex to just buy a policy online. SuperSure is the super agency built for you. Licensed in every state for your business insurance and employee benefits, all with year-round support for you and your team. At supersure.com, you can access tools like the fine print facts tool, which translates your current policy into English so you know what's covered and what's not. Plus, a business value calculator so you can estimate what your business is worth, so you know exactly what needs to be protected. It's supersure.com. That's supersure.com. One super agency, one powerful platform, all policies in one place. Go to supersure.com. That's supersure.com.
Paid for by Supersure Insurance Agency, LLC, a licensed insurance agency.
Here's a tale of Becky. Didn't know what to do with new meds prescribed and no real cost clue.
She squinted at prices, that can't be right. Then tapped GoodRx and saw the light.
She could get a deal, book telehealth if she feel.
Learn about those meds without any stress. That one little app does all the rest. Even my horse downloaded it. Dang, save time and money on prescriptions.
Check GoodRx. GoodRx is not insurance.
In a recent survey of 123,000 wireless customers, Pure Talk was the only wireless company to receive 5 stars in every category: coverage, support, value, and data. What else do you need to know? Switch to Pure Talk today and get any plan, including their top shelf unlimited data plan for just $15 a month for your first 3 months. No contract, no commitment. Dial pound 250, say micro, and let Pure Talk's U.S. customer service team help you make the switch.
This is Greg Trzynski from the Original Mattress Factory. Parents, before you buy your student's mattress online, consider this. At OMF, we offer the same convenience, but with major advantages. You can actually try our mattresses before buying, crucial for your student's comfort. You'll know exactly where your mattress comes from, right here in our local factory. By supporting the Original Mattress Factory, you're investing in our community. And here's the kicker. You'll pay less than you would online. Quality sleep, local support, and better prices. OriginalMattress.com.
Vehicles under 20 grand. Now at RC Hill Mitsubishi in DeLand. Just go to rchill.com.
Some apps say they're free, then come the fees. Not the iHeart app. It's 100% free. No required subscriptions to access the best live radio stations, free playlists, podcasts, and more. Download the free iHeart app today. iHeartRadio.
Do you have AC needs? Turn to the experts at Carrier. Go to millsair.com.
Live from the JustCallMo.com studios. Injured on the go? Just call Mo. From car accidents to personal injury cases, Mo has you covered. Visit JustCallMo.com or dial 1-800-CALL-MO. This is WTKS-FM, HD1 Cocoa Beach, Orlando. An iHeart radio station guaranteed human. So apparently Facebook is still a thing? Search gym members and join our group.
Hey, Jimmy, this is Kansas Trucker. Hey, your replay on Thursday, you let out one of your secrets to your chili, and I used it. You said you used beef broth in your chili.
Yeah.
I never knew that. I tell you what, I made me some chili. It's Friday with some onions and garlic in it.
Yep.
Good stuff. Thank you, Jimmy.
You got it,
let
buddy.
one out the box.
You got it, buddy. Not much of a secret there. The competition chili is way more involved than the weekend chili, but yeah, that's one of the secrets for sure.
Was it the weekend chili or the competition chili when you finish in last place in your last development?
That was the weekend chili, Jack.
Okay.
Yeah, you never mentioned the ones I won.
Oh yeah, you won. They were good.
I've got a number of spoons.
They were good.
Yeah.
They were good.
I used to be friends with somebody from Cisco, and they gave me this. It looks like balsamic reduction, like when you get the balsamic glaze for your caprese salads or whatever, right?
Yeah.
It looked like that, but it was actually a red wine reduction. And in chili, when you have a lot of tomatoes, you have to put some sugar in there to offset the acidity of the tomatoes. And the sugar can be just regular white sugar. I think a lot of times you just call for white sugar, but I used this because it was really sweet and it had some red wine, that always goes well with beef and onions and things like that. And that was like the big secret there for a while. Also, don't sleep on that Better Than Bouillon base, roasted beef. It comes in a little jar. It's a paste. If you ever make a chili and it doesn't have that real good umami that you want, that super beefy flavor, like a teaspoon of that always works well as well.
If I want to,
be careful with the salt content because it's salty.
If I want to cut my chili or add sweetness to that or gravy, carrots.
Carrots is another one. I mean, when you make pot roast and stuff and you make like braised meats and it has that little bit of sweetness, carrots are the answer for that, for sure. Welcome back to the Jim Colbert Show, Real Radio 104.1. I am Jim. There's Deb.
Hello.
Jack is here as well.
Yeah.
Actually, this conversation leads perfectly into what I was going to talk about next anyway.
Nailed
which
it.
is I saw a really cool story, and it talks about, we know a lot about nutrition, right? We know a lot about how and what the body burns for energy.
We think we do.
Yeah. But I think...
Good point.
we think we do.
We think we do.
And then there'll be something that contradicts what we thought we knew.
Yep.
At one point, eggs were bad.
Exactly.
It's like one of the life
Butter is
building
bad.
blocks.
Milk
Right?
is
Now
bad.
it's like, have you had your protein yet today?
Exactly. Scott Brown says he wakes up in the morning, like first thing he does every day is like eat like 50, 60 grams of protein or something like every day, first thing in the morning.
Yeah.
So I guess it's a thing. But this article is a BBC article that talks about when you eat.
Okay.
Yeah, and how important that is. Now, we've heard for a while, I mean, there was a myth, I don't know if it's a myth or not, that your biggest meal should be?
Lunch. The
biggest meal, breakfast.
Yeah, breakfast is supposed to be your biggest meal, right? And it says, have breakfast like a king, lunch like a prince, and dinner like a pauper. So if you live your life by that, if you go, well, let's have a big fat breakfast, and then let's have a sensible lunch, but for dinner, it says, just like have like a thing of yogurt, maybe a piece of fruit or
You're
something
just trying
like
to
that.
land the plane at that point.
That's right.
Yeah.
And, a lot of people don't ever eat past 7 o'clock at night. I think Scott is one of those guys because he's in real good shape, by the way.
He is.
Yeah, he's in really good shape. So
Kind of annoying.
Jack. I know.
Whatever.
Pain in
Super
the
annoying.
ass.
But I believe he's one of those people who swears on. I think Greg Rossler's actually same thing. Also from Scott's office.
Yeah.
Says they do not eat past 7 o'clock at night. So any of their dinners or anything like that, the weekly stuff is never past 7.
Forget financial tips. You can get fitness tips from these guys.
Yeah. It says, and this is a Spanish eating habit. So apparently these are European eating habits that have been around for quite a while. And I don't know where America got the big, huge dining thing at night where that's supposed to be your biggest dinner, but that's actually been waning in my house.
And that's Italy is one where I believe it's more of the nighttime.
They graze too, right?
Yeah, it's like this extended thing, but you're eating a lot more then.
Yeah. Well,
So that seems to be upside down on what they're doing in the rest of Europe.
Are they eating or grazing?
I You graze enough. It's eating.
Yeah. It says right here, in Spain, it's common for lunch to be your biggest meal of the day, while evening meals tend to consist of light bites. Some people skip dinner altogether or will have a piece of fruit or yogurt, like I was saying earlier, because that's what I read earlier.
A piece of bread, piece of cheese, and a cup of coffee.
Yeah, something like that.
That's what my grandfather would eat.
No way, really?
Yeah.
That's kind of cool, though.
So breakfast would be like an egg and a cup of coffee and a piece of bread. Lunch was the spread.
That was the one.
Soup and rice and meat and
really?
chicken and
See, that makes more sense because at breakfast, figure, let's say you eat, 8, 9 o'clock. You get to that noon time. You're just trying to get to the noon, and then you have a bigger meal. But I think when you eat a lot, isn't that when you get tired and you just kind of you're
siesta.
A little more lethargic?
Yeah.
That's why they do the siesta.
And it says in the UK and the US, it's more usual to have a light lunch followed by a bigger meal in the evening. But we may have gotten things backwards because according to emerging scientific discipline, chrononutrition, it suggests that we eat healthy. It's not only about what you eat, but when you eat it. And to be honest with you, I love big breakfast. I really do. And to be honest with you, again, we've actually stopped, and this is more of a scheduling thing for us. We have really, like I meal prepped yesterday. I made chicken pot pie so that we can come. I had that for lunch today. We're going to have that for dinner tonight.
With the crust on the bottom?
Yeah, biscuits on top, no crust.
Yeah,
because it's too fattening.
Whatever.
So we do biscuits on top. That's a whole lot better, but that crust is really fatty. And then we'll do beef stew tomorrow. So I'll prep beef stew. We'll make it in the crock pot, and then we'll eat that for a couple days. But like my wife doesn't like eating a lot at night, so and our schedule sucks because we don't get home till like 7:30, 7:40.
Sure.
So by the time you cook the meal, clean the dinner, it's like 9 o'clock at night. We've like the week before we went on vacation, 3 nights of that week I had a bowl of cereal. Like Raisin Bran, and it was perfectly fine, no problem whatsoever. Like snacky stuff like that.
I want something with a little more substance at dinner, but I'm working on just smaller portions and it's that growing up thing that I think such a disservice, that whole clean your plate mentality.
Oh my gosh almighty.
Because I hate waste. I'm used to finishing everything on your plate is what we've been ingrained to do, and I just have to start with smaller portion size.
Now, use a smaller plate.
Yeah.
Because if you use a smaller plate, then it will make your portion size, in comparison to your plate, it will look like you're getting a lot more. Because
and
unfortunately,
it prevents you from just overfilling.
Because visually, we're so used to the visual that when we go to a restaurant, we expect the food to touch the edge of the plate, and it doesn't have to. You could get 2 meals out of most restaurant meals for one person.
You know what small plate says to me?
Tapas.
2 trips.
Yeah.
See, the thing is, I think, and I love those mental games. It sounds great when you say it out loud and stuff like that. Oh, a smaller plate. I've thought about that because I've dieted before when I got big, and I was like, well, I got to get my ass in gear here. But the small plate thing, you're like, it's a smaller plate. You're getting less because when you eat it and you're done, you're like, I'm still hungry. So you just have to kind of learn to.
Well, you got to give it 20 minutes.
You do.
You got to give it 20 minutes.
That's more important than anything. Is like how fast you eat.
Yes.
Because I eat really fast, and that's like the worst thing ever. Because by the time I get that sensation of being hungry, I've already had 2 servings.
And they say more often than not that first twinge of hunger could really be a sign of dehydration.
Really?
Drink a glass of water and see if that hunger pang is still there, because dehydration can mask as a lot of different things.
Sarah G., our nutritionist, has told us that. This time. It's like dehydration is a bigger percentage of the problem than people give it credit for.
Which is amazing, man, because it's wild. My wife used to have that all the time, and she's like, well, you're dehydrated. But she drinks so much water. Like, I mean, these you drink so much water. Like, how could you possibly be dehydrated? Like, how much do you have to drink? Like 2 gallons a day?
Well,
is it 2 gallons?
It's not just what you drink, it's what you eat. Like, right? So if you're eating a lot of processed foods, salty snacks, then you're going to just get bloated.
Right, yeah.
And nobody likes that.
Yeah. When we go on the cruise ship thing, when we do that, like it's easier to eat like that because the portions come out like timed out perfectly. So you'll get a little portion, you eat that, you have some conversation, a little bit of wine, then the next portion comes out, same thing. It's like 3 or 4 or 5 bites, then off to the next. That's the way to do it. It may last an hour and a half or 2 hours, but you don't feel like bloated, like you've gone to a buffet and just crammed as much into you as you can. Although I enjoy that as well. Yeah, it says those who drank closer to bedtime also had higher blood sugar levels. I mean, it's all this stuff basically about when you eat. And when you go to bed, you definitely don't want a bunch of food on your stomach because it doesn't help on your gastrointestinal issues. It doesn't help for your weight or any of that stuff.
Well, not only that, that's when you're sleeping is when your body heals all the stuff that you got beat up during the day. So when you go to sleep with a belly full of food, now your body is focused on digestion, and all that other work it would have taken care of when you're asleep has to wait.
Not fixing that machete injury.
Exactly.
Yeah. Also, it says, when you eat earlier, you will get hungry less later. So if you have that full size breakfast,
run that one by me again.
I'm not so sure I agree with that one.
It says if you eat earlier, you'll be less hungry later. So if you eat a big breakfast and that medium lunch, by the time dinner gets around, you won't be as hungry as before. Because I know a lot of people that go without. I mean, do you eat breakfast every day?
99% of the time, yeah.
I do not. 99% of the time, I do not have breakfast.
It's always coffee.
Yeah.
My smallest breakfast will be a banana.
Oh, yeah, that's fine.
Otherwise, usually it's a bowl of cereal, almond milk, blueberries.
Yeah, there you go.
That's my latest breakfast.
You eat breakfast?
No.
Never, ever, right?
No.
You eat lunch and then you eat dinner, right?
Yeah.
See, I eat no breakfast. I have 2 cups of coffee, and I eat my lunch at home. I've started doing that. I haven't had lunch here in forever now, but I eat that at home, and it's usually leftovers from the night before, and I will eat a pretty good portion because I need it to carry me through the program. But if I don't eat something here, like a snack of something, that's what I got to start doing. I will get super hungry by the time I get home, and I will eat literally the dishes.
Yeah, I can usually tell when you're like,
Yeah, what you got?
What'd you bring in for lunch today?
I've been a good boy, though. No cookies.
Oh, yeah, no. I know. I still have the cookie over here.
All right, 407-916-1041. Text us, 77031. Emily, the movie girl, is up next, and I did see the Odyssey this weekend, so we'll talk some movies next.
Real Radio. It is.
The Monsters in the Morning.
Oh, you should take Angelique and Amber.
One car. There's not enough words in the world, buddy.
The Monsters in the Morning.
Real Radio 104.1.
From the Odoo.com Traffic Center. Odoo.com, the only business software you will need.
There's an accident on the ramp from 408 eastbound to I-4 westbound. The on-ramp's partially blocked there. There's a crash on the Greenway northbound near Curry Ford Road off to the shoulder. An earlier accident on Colonial at Alafaya. Afternoon slowdowns are starting to form in some typical areas. See traffic troubles, call the Valvoline Instant Oil Change Traffic Tip Line at 866-676-8477. From the Traffic Center, I'm James Birmingham.
This report is sponsored by Rasmussen University.
Rasmussen University's mix of online and on-campus options means you can earn a degree from home or connect with others in person across 5 states. Learn more at rasmussen.edu.
If you want to buy or sell your home quickly, call Nick Lee. For a guaranteed cash offer, visit thenickleegroup.com.
Our iHeartRadio Music Festival
Presented by Capital One
is coming back to Las Vegas.
September 18th and 19th at T-Mobile Arena.
Stream it live on Disney Plus and Hulu. And keep listening for the next chance to win your way to be there.
The iHeartRadio Music Festival is connecting all of us.
Now that you've bought your iHeartRadio Music Festival tickets, book your room at any of the MGM Resorts destinations, just steps away from the arena. Visit MGMResorts.com.
Hey, Orlando, why settle for one dealership when you can shop 3? Greenway Kia's 3 Central Florida locations give you access to 3 times the inventory. Shop over 1,200 new Kias, all priced clearly online at greenwaykias.com. Plus, when you trade with us, over 40 Greenway dealerships bid on your vehicle to help maximize its value. And this week only, bring us any trade and get an additional $1,000 off your new Kia. I'm Joe Rossi, and I want to see you in a Greenway Kia.
Negative equity refinanced. All factory rebates applied.
If you want your windows there in weeks, pick up the phone and just text Reese.
Congratulations to Adrian and Mary, last year's winners of $25,000 in new windows from Reese Windows and Doors. At Reese, installation is included, and most windows are installed in less than 8 weeks with a lifetime guarantee that transfers when you sell. And now is your chance to win them for free. Just text the word TRUST to 20129 to win $25,000 in new windows from Reese Windows and Doors. That's TRUST to 20129.
Auto AutoNation makes it easy to find your next used car, especially when the used car you need is at the price you want. Starting under $20,000. Plus, the price you see is the price you pay. No hidden fees, no surprises. Buy confidently with our 5-day or 250-mile money-back guarantee. Even appraise your car online and we'll give you a top dollar offer. Hurry to AutoNation now. Less stress, more go. Offer plus tax and tag. Appraisal subject to verification. See store for details.
Sell your home fast and for the most money with a guaranteed offer from Mark Spain Real Estate. Go to markspain.com to get a guaranteed offer on your home today. That's markspain.com and start packing.
C-Lane here, and guys, let's have a chat for a second. If you are starting to see the symptoms of erectile dysfunction or PE show up in the bedroom, you know that's not something that fixes itself. It might be time to call Premier Men's Medical Center. A lot of guys are calling. They're very helpful, and they want you to avoid surgery. They told me that's one of their big goals. They have painless procedures, and surgery is painful, it's invasive, and it's expensive. And they don't want you to have to go through that. They want you to go through their painless procedure, and 98% of men see results right there in the office, right there, same day. So if you're still relying on pills, if you're having to up your dose, it's time to call Premier Men's Medical Center. They're getting guys back to where they should be and feel like themselves again. They're offering a free consultation, but you've got to call now. 407-723-7533. It's 407-723-7533. Don't overthink it. Just call the incredibly helpful, the incredibly knowledgeable folks at Premier Men's Medical Center and find them online at premiermensmedical.com.
I'm not great with words after a fight, and I'm sorry, wasn't cutting it this time. So I used Smile Tunes to write a soulful ballad about how she's always right. By the second chorus, the silent treatment was officially over. Visit smiletunes.com and get out of the doghouse today.
My obstructive hypertrophic cardiomyopathy kept me from baseball games with my boys. The stairs were too much. With Camzyos, my symptoms have improved and I can be more active again. Camzyos is a cardiac myosin inhibitor, the first in its class to treat adults with symptomatic OHCM. Camzyos may improve your symptoms and ability to be active, and it reduced obstruction in the heart 4 times more.
In a 30-week study, Camzyos, mavacamten, reduced post-exercise obstruction on average 47 units of pressure versus 10 with placebo. Results may vary. Camzyos may cause serious side effects, including heart failure that can lead to death, a risk that's increased with serious infection, irregular heartbeat, or with certain other medicines. Do not stop, start, or change medicines or dose without telling your doctor. You must have echocardiograms before and during treatment. Seek help for new or worsening heart failure symptoms. Camzyos is only available through a restricted program. Before taking, tell your doctor about all your medical conditions and current or planned pregnancy, as Camzyos may harm your unborn baby.
Visit Camzyos.com or call 1-855-CAMZYOS. Actor Portrayal.
In a recent survey of 123,000 wireless customers, Pure Talk was the only wireless company to receive 5 stars in every category: coverage, support, value, and data. What else do you need to know? Switch to Pure Talk today and get any plan, including their top shelf unlimited data plan for just $15 a month for your first 3 months. No contract, no commitment. Dial pound 250, say micro, and let Pure Talk's U.S. customer service team help you make the switch.
Here's a tale of Becky. Didn't know what to do with new meds prescribed and no real cost clue.
She squinted at prices, that can't be right. Then tapped GoodRx and saw the light.
She could get a deal. Book telehealth if she feel.
Learn about those meds without any stress. That one little app does all the rest. Even my horse downloaded it. Dang, save time and money on prescriptions.
Check GoodRx. GoodRx is not insurance.
Pull up a chair to At the Table, the food allergy podcast. Each episode, we'll explore how food allergies shape the way we travel, date, celebrate, and connect. Because living with food allergies isn't just about what you can't eat. It's about still having your seat at the table. Brought to you by Genentech and Novartis. Listen to At the Table, the food allergy podcast on America's #1 podcast network, iHeart. Follow At the Table and start listening on the free iHeart Radio app today.
What's your case worth? Injury.com by Morgan & Morgan.
Radio. Radio. 104.1.
Obviously, this is why YouTube was created. Obviously, at Jim Colbert Show on YouTube.
Know that I won $1,000 on Friday during your show.
Awesome.
Thank you.
Enjoy it. Love hearing that, dude. We were winning when we weren't even here.
Yeah.
I love that. All right, 407-916-1041. That's how you call us. Text us easily. You can also leave a talk back like that gentleman there if you'd like to. It's easy. Grab the iHeartRadio app. Go straight to Real Radio and use that mic to send your comment over to Jack, and we'll get you on the air.
Superstar.
Right around the corner. Superstar. That easy. I'm Jim. There's Deb.
Hello.
Jack is here as well.
Yep.
And you heard the cute little laugh. So is Emily.
Her name is Emily. She likes movies. She's a girl. It's time for Emily the Movie Girl on The Jim Colbert Show.
Good luck for Emily the Movie Girl! Yay!
Thank you for calling out my cute laugh.
Yeah, adorable little laugh. Like a
so
little,
you think I'm cute?
like a little mouse over in the corner laughing. How are you?
I'm good. How are you, Jim?
Good. How was your weekend?
It was great. I did a little staycation at Cabana.
Yeah, Cabana Bay?
Yes, a little girl staycation. It was a lot of fun.
Nice. That's nice.
Yeah.
By the way, you can check out Emily on her feed if you want to go to JimColbertLive.com or RealRadio.fm/watch. Emily in studio doing a movie segment. Did you see some movies this weekend as well?
No, this weekend, but I did see before the weekend.
Okay.
I saw One Night Only, so that's like my new watch.
Okay, your One Night Only.
Mm-hmm.
And is that the one? It's the we talked about this last week. Oh man,
the Sex Purge.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah.
Sure is.
And what'd you think? Any good?
Well, I gave it 2.5 stars.
Oh, so not good.
Okay. I've said this many times on here. I feel the need to always support a rom-com when it's in theaters because I do think there is just an unfortunate death of rom-coms.
Isn't that wild?
In today's day and age.
Yeah,
they really don't make them like they used to.
Horror's having its moment, and I'm sure rom-coms will make a resurgence because in the 90s, I mean, you couldn't get away from them, and one after the other, and they were all good.
I sure hope so because this was really horrible. It wasn't the worst movie I've seen, but it's really hard as a rom-com to get past the premise of this, which is that, and they set it up literally in frame one. They have this like little, script that comes out and says, 3 years ago, the U.S. government banned sex, any extramarital sex, and now they only allow it for one night a year for 12 hours.
Oh, man.
Right. That kind of sounds like a dystopian thriller.
Little handmaids in there.
It is one less joke away from being a Handmaid's Tale episode. I think that's what was really hard for me to get past. And listen, it would be one thing if they set up this premise and then they never mention it again and it's just, okay, right. Suspension of disbelief, whatever, and then you get into the romance of it. But they constantly bring it up every 5 minutes. They have this, they have this whole, resist and, F the mandate, all of these things.
So they made it almost kind of political a little bit, right?
Kind of, but then they don't do anything about it.
Oh, I see.
I walked out of that movie and I thought I just watched a pro-abstinence film. Which is,
wait until you're old enough, kids. Everybody wait.
Wait until you love somebody.
Yeah.
So ultimately, it was trying to be charming, trying to be funny. There were moments that I found myself laughing, but it was just so hard to get past the premise. I love Monica Barbaro. She's the main character, Allie. She was in Top Gun Maverick.
Yeah.
And she was also in A Complete Unknown, which is the Bob Dylan biopic.
Yes. Yeah, she played Joan Baez.
Yes, I love Monica Barbaro. She is way too good for this movie. And then her other romantic lead is Callum Turner.
Yeah.
He was in Eternity last year. He did, I first saw him in Emma, the 2020 Emma. And I don't know if you know this, but Callum Turner is one of the actors that is like being tapped to potentially be the next James Bond.
That guy, that nerdy dude?
Well,
he's kind of nerdy, isn't he? He doesn't hit me as a Bond guy.
I think he has moments.
Hold on for a second. Go ahead, keep
Turner.
going.
Well, he definitely has a unique look because he has like these cute ears that kind of stick out a little bit.
Oh God.
He's very British looking, but I mean he's very handsome, and they say as much in this movie. But
that guy. Okay, yes.
Yeah.
I'm not thinking of that dude.
Yeah, also known as Dua Lipa's husband.
Yeah. Right.
So,
Right, yeah.
so I mean, I wouldn't hate if he was the new James Bond.
Yeah.
I think he's incredibly charming, and I do enjoy their banter together in this.
Yeah.
But it was just
Not good.
really hard to get behind the premise. Literally, there is a line at the end of the movie where the couple goes like, maybe the fascists were onto something. And I was like, I don't think we should be saying that in a rom-com.
The thing is with rom-coms, it's like it's either the stars or the dialogue, right? Like you can have like people who aren't that well known if the dialogue is good, but like when you have movies like one of my favorite rom-coms of all time is Notting Hill. And the reason why is because it's great writing. The writing is good, but Hugh Grant and his crazy ass roommate and then Julia Roberts have this wonderful like kind of thing. It works out. It could not be better. It was so perfectly charming.
Yes.
And it's got to be that. I think charm has to be part of those rom-coms. And if you don't have that, and you have this overlording kind of fascism kind of blanket, it's hard to make comedy and romance out of that.
It's like it wanted both things. They knew that they couldn't just leave it in the background, but then they, like I said, they just didn't do anything with it by the end of it.
Is there such thing as a dark romantic comedy? I mean, because we have dark comedies, we know that. Are there dark romantic comedies?
Yeah, like the first one that comes to mind is it not Dark Bodies? Something Bodies.
Warm Bodies.
Warm Bodies. That one. Yeah, that's like one that comes to mind.
It's a zombie rom-com.
Yeah.
Absolutely brilliant, by the way.
Yes.
It's one of my favorite zombie movies of all time. It shouldn't be, but it is.
I would also venture to say, I don't know if this would be dark rom-com, but Scott Pilgrim versus the World.
Yeah,
that one's kind of quirky.
Yeah, that's quirky. Yeah.
And I would consider that a rom-com.
Yeah, but it's funny because the way they approach, even when the zombie one before, was it
Warm Bodies?
Yeah, Warm Bodies. I mean, it never was. It always had that kind of light feel to it. It never really dove in, even though you saw some gnarly stuff and you knew that was happening. It never allowed that to happen. And was it Rob Corddry was brilliant in that movie? Yeah, the guy from SNL.
Oh yeah,
yeah, he was brilliant. He was one of the saving parts of that movie for me.
Maybe I'll rewatch that movie over Halloween.
It is really good.
Yeah.
So I did see the Odyssey.
I'm so excited for your thoughts because I tried asking you before we got on air, and you were like, "We're just gonna wait."
Yeah, let's
so
wait.
I'm scared. I know.
He hated it. So you gave this 5 stars, right?
Yes.
Yeah. You gave this 5 stars. Now, here's the thing. I agree with your 5-star on Obsession. I thought that was, as 5 stars, one of the best horror movie takes, one of the best endings I've seen in a horror film for a very long time. The Odyssey, you know what I said about this movie when I walked out it? I looked at my wife and I said, they should have named this movie Back to the Boat with Matt Damon. Because it just seemed like that's all they did. Run back to that boat and go on to the next island to get their ass kicked again. And I know it's the story. I'm aware of the story. But it didn't do it for me. I did not think it was good. Matter of fact, I would probably give it 2.5 stars max. I think it was miscast. I think John Leguizamo as the blind wise man was a joke, joke. None of those characters. Tom Holland. You know who the standout character in the movie was for me? Oh, I love this. Arms are crossed for the record. Defensive body language has been assumed.
It's warranted.
Yeah. Robert Pattinson was the only...
He was great.
Somebody get these beggars out of here.
Robert Pattinson was the best actor in that movie. Now, Matt Damon did a great job for Matt Damon, but to me, you got to set the rub up with the hate. And he didn't create enough of that. We knew he was supposed to be the bad guy, the evil prince or the evil guy who wanted to get the wife of the guy who was missing and all that. But he wasn't bad enough. He wasn't evil enough. This is an epic. It's a saga. It's supposed to be overboard everywhere. The shots were beautiful. The cinematography was beautiful. All of the sound was great. But I thought this was a clunky rendition of this story, if I'm being honest.
I'm so shocked by your take.
A clunky rendition of this. I got to tell you, I couldn't find... it just seemed like, okay, we're going to the next scene. We'll film this one. We're going to the next scene. We'll film this one. It didn't seem to create that urge that you want when they come home. The dog thing was a little kind of corny.
That is in the story, though.
I understand that, but I thought the way they attacked that was like, oh, just put the dog outside. He'll stay alive until he gets home. It just seemed...
That's what happens in the original
understand.
story.
But you could tell a story and have it be factual and not tell it and not have it like come off the way you kind of wanted to. It just wasn't that great to me.
She's so disappointed.
I know, and I'm so sorry that you are, but it did not hit me that way at all. Matter of fact, I was, and I don't know if I was expecting so much from it that when I went in, I was like, oh man, the Cyclops was kind of cool, but they're in that cave for 2 days. I mean, they tell that story for 2 days. I know that's part of the story, but I don't know, man. It did not hit me the way it hit everybody else for some reason.
So how would you have punched this up? How would you have changed this?
Half an hour less long. Get John Leguizamo out of there.
So what would they have cut?
Everything with Cyclops, or not Cyclops, with Calypso. Not everything. I think they could have reduced a lot of that down. Charlize Theron just on a beach, drugged the dude for years, got it, it's part of the story, but man, it was a lot of the story, and it just seemed so miscast. Oh, there she is, beautiful ass Charlize Theron, looking absolutely stunning out there in the middle of nowhere. I mean, it was kind of bizarre for me.
Oh, go ahead.
Well, that's the knock I've heard on it, on the casting of Charlize Theron, what they call iPhone face.
Yeah.
Just a modern day
Get out of here.
beauty on the beach was kind of
Yeah.
distracting.
Let me ask you something else, too. Was the F word in the original story? It was not, because that word wasn't even thought of until 500 years later, and they say it twice.
Well,
they spoke like regular people in the movie. There was no attempt at making this a period piece, in my opinion.
Well, this is based off of a more recent translation. Now, it's the first translation of the Odyssey written by a woman, and it was that translation that Christopher Nolan took direct inspiration from. So I think that may be where you're getting this more modern take.
Let's see what she thinks about it. Emily Wilson is the professor from Pennsylvania who did the translation. She ripped this movie.
Yeah. See, when I went to a Nolan movie, like if I go to a Spielberg movie, there is a certain bar that I expect from a Spielberg movie. And it doesn't matter what the movie's about. It could be about summer camp. Or it could be about whatever. But it's a Spielberg film. It has a standard there. A Coen Brothers movie. When you go see a Wes Anderson movie, there's a certain bar for me that when you watch those films and you're invested in them, that you expect from those guys and from those directors. And although Nolan isn't my favorite director, I have certainly enjoyed a number of his movies. And I don't even put this on him. Whoever cast this movie, in my opinion, did it a great disservice.
I mean, I'm pretty sure he works directly with casting because a lot of those people he has worked with in other films of his.
I'm sure it didn't hit me right. I thought Robert Pattinson was the star of the movie. I thought his small appearances were the most believable of them all.
Now, go ahead.
I've heard great things on John Leguizamo. I thought John Leguizamo was great. Zendaya, I mean, she had the look of an Athena, but I just found her distracting. I didn't see her bring a lot to it, but I don't think a lot was asked of her.
Yeah,
in
she
that
wasn't
role.
in a lot.
Right.
But I do think it made the most impact whenever you get that second flashback to the Battle of Troy. I mean, that to me, that's what made the movie for me was seeing her as the priestess, and so it recontextualizes whether Athena is actually appearing to him, whether this is a hallucination, whether this is a manifestation of Odysseus's guilt, and shame. So I think that's very fascinating.
The story of him growing was one of my favorite parts of the movie. Like his wisdom as it kind of went on, Matt Damon's, as he kind of went through these periods where he lost men, you could tell the guilt was there. He did a really good job of bringing that out. But for some reason, it did not have that massive impact that I was really looking for a movie that's supposed to be an epic. And I did not see it in IMAX, and I don't think that would matter. I would love to have seen the scope of it all for sure in IMAX, because that's what it was built for that. And I'm sure it'll get re-released someday in IMAX. So you'll be able to go and see it again for sure, and I will. Even though I didn't care for the movie itself that much, I will go to see that because it's so rare that a movie that big gets shot on film like that. So
this is the first time it's gotten filmed with an IMAX camera beginning to end.
Yeah. So I mean, it's for me, it just wasn't there.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, you can have that opinion.
Yeah, and this is isn't that really the idea of art to begin with, right? Like it is subjective to everybody. You loved it, I didn't, but you and I both agree on Obsession. We both think I think it's the movie of the year so far. Well,
it is.
With the exception of the Hail Mary.
Project Hail Mary.
Project Hail Mary, brilliant movie. I mean, from beginning to end, as good as you can make a film. Modern day kind of E.T. feel for me. And super great movie. Obsession, unbelievably good movie. And even with the Hail Mary project, when they cut what looks like it comes to an end, you're like, it ain't the end. And they add that extra part. I was like, oh, did they need that? And then at the end of it, I'm like, yeah, they needed every minute of it. It was great.
Did you see the Halloween Horror Nights thing? Yeah, that was released last night about Obsession.
No, I didn't.
So in Hollywood, so not here in Orlando, but HHN in Hollywood just announced that Nikki will be wandering. I'm saying that in quotes. They didn't really say what it is. I'm kind of bummed because I'm literally going to be in LA next month while that's happening.
Oh, no way, really?
I know, but I don't know if I'm going to have a chance to go.
Do you know what I bet they're doing? Do you remember when Megan came out, but it came out too late for them to create a room?
Yep.
You know what they did? They brought her into the park and they put her up on this stand and she would kind of change her look every once in a while and you could come up and take pictures with her. But she was just in the scare zones as a presented character. She didn't walk around or anything. They would just kind of bring her out and she would do the dance and then do the whole thing and then they would take her back. I bet they're probably doing the same thing.
They made it seem like it may be kind of like an Art the Clown situation and that she just randomly pops up. So that's another thing. I would hate to take the evening to go do that
and then,
out of all the other things I want to do in LA next month and then like not see her because it's just random.
Have you ever been out there?
Oh, yes.
Oh, yeah.
I love it. And have you been to Universal Hollywood?
I haven't. No.
Their studio tour is incredible. And it's included. Like just the regular Universal Studio tour. It's like an attraction, but it's like a 45 to an hour experience.
Yeah. Jack and I, we did the Paramount, right?
Sony. Wait, did we? It was Sony we did. And was it Warner Brothers?
Oh, the Warner Brothers one is so good.
And you know what was happening? Tom Cruise was filming... What was that movie? Remember they built the corner of that building? Because they had erected what looked to be the corner of a building he was doing some big stunt off of. And they told the story of the basketball court that used to be there. And they had to put the film up around the basketball court because that was the same time that George Clooney was filming ER.
Yeah.
And he would come out to shoot hoops during the breaks, and all the girls that worked in the buildings would come out and gather around to watch him shoot basketball. So they had to put up a screen so you couldn't see him out there shooting basketball.
Oh, that's so funny. I didn't know that.
And the most amazing part, if you haven't had a chance to do the tour where you visit the prop warehouses, Emily, you have to do it. If you're a movie fan, there is nothing like it. It must be
and that's different from a studio tour?
Isn't it, Jack, or is it part of it? Because remember when we went to the warehouses? I think that was
part of it. I don't think we did an additional thing.
I got you.
The prop warehouses are amazing because you'll go through these rooms and like, this is the lamp room. And it's just a lamp from every era that you could ever imagine. And that's what the directors will go in. Oh, I need this. Or now, or the set directors will go in. It is amazing. LA is a killer place. I like going there for about 4 days at a time.
I'm going, it's September 14th through the 19th.
Yeah,
so
that's perfect.
Yep, exactly.
Yeah, don't go to the Walk of Fame. It's dog S. Don't do that.
I went one time, and I might need to go a second just because the person that I'm going with, she's never been. So I'm like, we got to see Marilyn Monroe's star, which is right above a McDonald's sign, by the way.
And by the way, you will see famous people out there. I don't care. If you walk around Beverly Hills and kind of cruise around the area there, grab lunch or something at one of those cafes, you will see somebody famous.
I don't care about that.
Yeah, I did. I actually wanted to see somebody famous just strolling around.
Yeah, just to see.
Yeah. Our big fame encounter when I was out there with my wife was Wes Scantlin from Puddle of Mud. Yeah.
Oh.
The lead singer of that band was having lunch at the same restaurant we were having lunch at.
We went out, we saw Willem Dafoe in traffic.
That's right.
No way. Like actually driving?
Yeah. Guess what do you think he was driving?
I don't know.
He had just released Shadow of the Vampire.
Yeah, he was nominated for it, and it was right before the Oscar ceremony, and he was in a white T-shirt driving a dirty Toyota Corolla.
with the windows down, and I yelled out, I'm like, I loved you in that vampire movie, and dude took an immediate right and disappeared in the neighborhood.
He did. He smiled, nodded, and went the other way.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. All right, what do you got coming up for us next week?
Next week, I'm going to cover End of Oak Street. It's the new dinosaur thriller movie with Anne Hathaway and Ewan McGregor.
She was also amazing in the movie. She was also amazing in the Odyssey.
Her monologue is so good.
Dude, I got to tell you, I have to kind of take that back. I think she and Pattinson, maybe even her, best actors in the movie by a billion. She was great. Like buyable from scene one as that character.
Anne Hathaway?
Yes.
She was top notch.
Yeah. I really enjoyed the lady that played Cersei as well. That whole sequence I just really loved.
Yeah, it had its moments, but I just think overall it wasn't for me. But I can't wait to see your next review.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. And I'm covering 6, the musical, because that pro shot is coming out this weekend.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
Well, have yourself a great week. We'll see you soon.
Too.
You guys,
Thanks.
Good luck for Emily the Movie Girl.
Yay!
Update on the podcast.
Oh, yes. My podcast is called Cinema Social Collective. Our first episode came out last week. Our next episode is going to drop on Wednesday this week. So stay tuned. We're covering so much that our next episode is going to be about all things Spider-Man. We're going to do a summer recap. We've got so much coming up in the next couple months.
And by the way, it's funny. When I walked out of the theater, I asked the employees who were standing there, because we were there at the late show. We didn't leave until 1 a.m. And we asked the employees, well, did you see The Odyssey? What did you think? And the one guy looked at me and said, Spider-Man's way better. He thought Spider-Man was
it is a good movie.
He thought it was incredible, dude. And Spider-Man had another crazy weekend of money, too. So always good seeing you, girl.
Thank you.
Have a good
Thanks
week.
for having me.
You got it. All right. 407-916-1041. Text us, 77031. Back in 1 sec with more of The Jim Colbert Show.
The voices on Real Radio are guaranteed human. Send us an audio message through the TalkBack feature on the free iHeartRadio app and let us know you are too. Because we got to stick together.
This weather report is brought to you by Mills Air.
We're starting off back to school week on a mainly dry note across Central Florida. Hi there, I'm Fox 35 Storm Team meteorologist TJ Springer. Still some stray showers and thunderstorms on the docket for us as we progress through the remainder of our Monday. Still some torrential rain possible too. In the strongest of storms, most of us won't see rain. It's just going to be hot for us. Overnight, we'll fall back into the middle to upper 70s. Any showers and storms out there slowly fade away. For our second day of school, or maybe the first day for some districts, looks pretty good on Tuesday, but for the afternoon, we could see some isolated showers and thunderstorms. Rain chances around 30% as a weak frontal boundary drops in from the north. From the Fox 35 Storm Center, I'm meteorologist TJ Springer.
This report is sponsored by Allstate. Wish you could save on home insurance? With Allstate, you could easily save and get quality protection. Yep, it's a win-win. So what are you waiting for? Check Allstate first for a quote today. You're in good hands with Allstate.
Everybody, Jim Colbert here for my friends over at Life Imaging. There is no question your health is your wealth, and August is National Wellness Month. You need to kind of just take the step, guys. I mean, heart disease and many cancers will often develop silently. That means no symptoms. Don't wait until you feel unwell to take control of your health. Feeling healthy doesn't mean you're always healthy. Early detection can truly save your life, and prevention, of course, is one of the best forms of wellness, and that's where Life Imaging comes into play with their free heart scan. Just a few minimum requirements. It is a $699 value, and I'll tell you something else, guys. It takes no time at all to do this, and it can save your life. You don't have to take off your clothes. There are no injections, no dyes, none of that stuff. And it's so easy to make your appointment. Just simply pick up your cell phone, dial pound 250 and say the keyword free heart scan. That's it. Pound 250, say the keyword free heart scan. Guys, they'll connect you in seconds. Make that appointment. You will feel so good about it. And while you're there, please ask about their cancer screening as well, because early detection saves lives. It's Life Imaging.
Russ Rollins here. When friends ask me who I trust for my home remodeling projects, I give them the same answer all the time. Mike the Home Builder, HBNUSA.com. Mike's a fourth-generation contractor with more than 36 years of experience. I trust HBN USA because Mike's honest, explains everything clearly, and gives straightforward pricing with no surprises. That's why HBNUSA.com is the only company I recommend for bathroom remodeling, roofing, gutters, and windows and door replacement. If your bathroom's outdated or showing signs of wear, Mike and his team can transform it into a beautiful low-maintenance bath or shower using quality products from trusted brands like Moen. For a limited time, qualified buyers can enjoy no payments until 2028. And check this out. You call my buddy Mike the Home Builder now, and he'll give you an additional $500 off your bath project. Call 407-754-1814. That's 407-754-1814. Or visit hbnusa.com. License number CBC 1255975 and CCC 1329039.
Multi-Room Mayhem 4, Florida's premier multi-day poker tournament, returns August 19th through the 31st at Daytona Beach and Orange City Poker. 2 locations, a $250,000 guaranteed prize pool with $50,000 to first. Start in Daytona Beach August 19th through 23rd. Then head to Orange City August 26th through the 31st. Buy in for just $250 and take your shot at summer's hottest poker event. Multi-Room Mayhem 4. Get your seat now.
Think there's only one way to sell your home? The truth is, every seller situation is different, and the Nickley Group with Keller Williams Realty has a solution for every seller. Maybe you need top dollar. Maybe you need to move fast. Or maybe you need the flexibility to buy before you sell. Whatever your situation is, the Nickley Group, Central Florida's #1 real estate team, has you covered from start to closing. Just go to thenickley.com or Google the Nickley Group.
If you want to buy or sell quickly, call Nickley.
Everyone's talking about fighting inflammation these days, but did you know allergies are one of the most common and overlooked causes? Aspire Allergy and Sinus helps tackle allergies at the root, reducing inflammation in your body so you can finally feel better. They offer proven treatments, even needle-free options to make it easy. Book your appointment today at aspireallergy.com. That's aspireallergy.com.
I move mountains for a living. Literally. That means I don't carry hand lotion, and when it comes to serious heartburn, I don't mess around with anything but Rolaids Max Strength. Its dual-active formula has 1,500 milligrams of calcium carbonate and magnesium hydroxide that relieves heartburn fast. And the best part? The roll fits right here in my pocket, so I can get back to moving mountains.
Rolaids spells powerful relief. 1,500 milligrams is our highest amount of antacid per tablet. Read each label. Use as directed. Keep out of reach of children.
When I hit my 50s, I felt like things were slowing down.
This is Sandra's Metamucil story.
I started taking Metamucil for digestion, but had no idea it would impact so much more. Not only did Metamucil help me feel more regular, but my heart health saw the benefits too.
Metamucil. One simple routine, 4 health benefits. Digestive health starts here. Go to Metamucil.com for more details.
Workdays work better with food, and not just any food, the good stuff. That's why there's EasyCater, the workplace food platform where you can order from a huge variety of great restaurants for any group size, anytime, anywhere, all in one place. Whether it's gourmet deli trays for the client meeting, spicy noodles for the night shift, tacos for the weekend crew, or a big box of brownies to tell your team, thank you. Just use EasyCater, one platform to feed them all, and feed them well. Start an order at EasyCater.com.
Skip the hassle of constant cleaning and costly repairs and sell your home stress-free with a guaranteed offer from Mark Spain Real Estate. Hi, this is Mark Spain, and our offers are the strongest in the industry. When you get a guaranteed offer from Mark Spain Real Estate, you can sell your home stress-free and avoid the hassle of costly repairs. There are no showings, no open houses, and no stress. Our guaranteed offer keeps you in control. One of our clients, Chris, said, Mark Spain Real Estate's guaranteed offer allowed us to sell our 16-year-old home without having to spend thousands on repairs. Their guaranteed offer was more than we were hoping for, and the whole process was fast. Don't worry about the inconveniences of selling your home. The guaranteed offer makes selling your home easy. I've been serving homeowners for nearly 30 years and have helped over 58,000 satisfied clients sell their home. I know what matters most: a quick sale and maximum profit. Find out what your guaranteed offer would be and close in as little as 21 days. There's no obligation. Go to markspain.com to get a guaranteed offer on your home today. That's markspain.com and start packing.
This earful of Real Radio is brought to you by Tools Ace Hardware.
Real Radio is on Facebook at Real Radio 1041. Sponsored by the law offices of Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Call the law offices of Anajar and Levine at 1-800-747-FREE.
That's 1-800-747-3733.
If you don't know what web goals are, consider yourself lucky. If you feel like helping out, go to JimColbertLive.com and look at stuff.
Hello, Jim Colbert Show. As far as that machete competition they had at Publix, did you see the name of that local town near there?
No.
It's called Nubbin, Florida. Yep. Yep. That's a place where you don't say, hey, everybody put your hands together. Okay.
All right, welcome back to the Jim Colbert Show, Real Radio 104.1. I'm Jim. Deb and Jack are here as well. I was talking to Jack about something before the show, and I wanted to ask you guys. We can take this via text or maybe whatever. I don't know. So my wife is like really into this Ella Langley. Check this new country artist. Been around for a short period of time, but she has kind of blown straight up. I mean, I think she is one of the number one draws in the nation right now for for concerts. I remember I was going to go get some tickets for her because she'd mentioned, hey, have you heard Ella Langley? And I'm like, no, I haven't heard her. I think I saw her on Theo Von's podcast once, but I haven't heard any of her music. She goes, well, you got to check her out. And she's coming to Jacksonville, and I was thinking about getting tickets, but they were kind of expensive, so I wasn't sure. And I was like, well, how expensive could they be? I've like never even heard of this chick. And I went to Jacksonville, and I looked at the tickets, and I went, and I literally laughed at myself for being the biggest stooge idiot that ever lived. For one thing, she had sold that out. And then I went and looked at her other dates that I'm like, well, maybe she's somewhere we can fly to over a weekend, do a little getaway, right? All that's sold out. All the tickets are $400 and she's sold out everywhere. These are stadiums. I've never heard of her until this point, right? Well, she has had the number one song in the nation for 16 straight weeks, a song called Choosin' Texas.
Okay.
Right. And what she does is she was, she represented, let's see, a Tennessee. And the girl that she was against for this guy was from Texas. So him choosing Texas means that he chose her over over Ella, right? Great song, good concept, really cool tune. She's got a very unique voice in the sense that she doesn't do a lot of highs and lows, but she has kind of that honky tonk thing in her a little bit, not too Southern, but just enough, right? And the song's cool, right? 16 weeks at number one. Matter of fact, Morgan Wallen just released his album this week, and I think he knocked her off. And to give you an idea how big of a run that was, like Despacito by Daddy Yankee and was it Louis
C.K.?
No, it's not that. It's Daddy Yankee, and I know that Justin Bieber, and there's somebody else.
Right.
I don't want to be disrespectful, but that song did 17 weeks at number one, and so did Mariah Carey's song, the Christmas song. It did 17 weeks. So she came 1 week short.
Louis Fonsi.
Yeah, Louis Fonsi, right? She came 1 week short of tying a record that's been around for a decade, right? Does not get it. So I was like, well, wow, that's wild. I'm going to go see the video of this song. So I logged on this video, and I was going to watch the video. And I was like, it's been number one for 16 weeks. I wonder how many views this has. And that's where it got kind of weird. Like if you have a number one song on the pop or hip hop charts, and it's been up there for 16 weeks, how many views do you think it has? Like we talked about this last week about some of the BTS stuff has multi-billion views.
But that's an outlier. BTS, right?
Well, no, it's not.
Yeah.
I mean, what do you mean it's an outlier? How's that an outlier? They're a band that's been around for like 6 years, multiple albums.
Yeah, but they're like a super group.
Yeah, but I still don't understand. They're a pop group, right? So
True.
You could use NSYNC. You could use any of the old bands.
Okay.
You can do any of that, right?
Yeah.
And you go to their videos. Like let's just go to NSYNC, right? Oh, let's go to NSYNC. First video that pops up, I Want You Back, has 101 million views, and this thing came out in the mid-90s. So by the time that YouTube was even really, really popular, this thing was gone. This chick is in the world of YouTube, and that video that she has for the song that's been number one for 16 weeks is only 79 million views. Now, I know that sounds like a lot, but if that was a pop song and it was at top for 16 weeks, it would have hundreds of millions of views, and I don't understand that. Why don't country music fans watch the videos? Why don't they seek out that kind of thing? Why is it so different from different genres? Where hip-hop artists can put like I was just telling Jack, we were joking before the show, you could have some BS hip-hop artist like that Jack, the white kid, Jack
Johnson?
Jack something, and he put a song out, but it one hit.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying, right?
Yeah.
And it went crazy, hundreds of millions of views, and you don't even see him anymore, right? And this chick is like the number one artist in the nation, and her view it doesn't even have 80 million views. What do you think that is? What do you think country music artists don't get that? That's wild, isn't it?
I guess it's just
Jack
not,
Harlow.
Yeah, Jack Harlow. Yeah.
I guess it's just not part of the country music fandom.
But I wonder why. It doesn't seem to make any sense to me. I do not get that at all.
Is it the age of the country music fan?
Yeah, I don't know, dude. Is it just that they don't consume entertainment like that?
Yeah, well, what do you think the most popular genre of music to be viewed on YouTube is?
It's hip hop. It's got to be.
It's actually neck and neck with pop. You have pop and then you have hip hop. K-pop in its own genre isn't in the top 5.
Yeah.
When you get that. But then you have Latin music.
Right.
And before you even sniff at country.
Yeah. Let me give you an example. Morgan Wallen had a song called Whiskey Glasses that was released 7 years ago. It's got 276 million views. Like I don't know why it's so weird to me that that's the case.
To me, that's a lot.
Yeah, it is a lot. That's what I'm saying. Is like this chick has had the number one song for almost 4 months, and she only has 79 million views.
To me, that's a lot.
It is a lot, but it just seems like it should be a lot more for some reason. Meaning the number one tune in the U.S. for 4 months, for a third of the year, and it only has 79 million views. I don't know why it hit me so weird.
Pop holds the biggest overall view counts globally due to massive visual music video releases and broad demographic appeal. Hip-hop rap commands heavy daily streams.
Yeah.
Then you have Latin, rock, K-pop, EDM, R&B and with soul. And then it's country music.
Maybe country's just more loyal terrestrial radio listening.
I think maybe that is the case. And somebody said, "Well, people are too busy working or whatever." I mean, you could be at work and watch a video. I mean, I look, I understand that other people work as well, not just country music fans. But I don't know why it hit me so oddly. But it did.
But 79 million, that's not bad.
It's not bad for sure. All right, 407-916-1041. Text us at 77031. China has made a move that I think maybe the U.S. should get on board with. And I'll tell you what it is next.
It's never been easier to listen to Real Radio 104.1 wherever you go. Make us your number one preset on our free iHeartRadio app.
From the Clausman Law Traffic Center, car crash, call Clausman Law. ClausmanLaw.com.
There's an accident on the ramp from 408 eastbound to I-4 westbound. The on-ramp's partially blocked there. There's a crash on the Greenway northbound near Curry Ford Road off to the shoulder. An earlier accident on Colonial at Alafaya. Afternoon slowdowns are starting to form in some typical areas. See traffic troubles, call the Valvoline Instant Oil Change traffic tip line at 866-676-8477. From the Traffic Center, I'm James Birmingham.
This report is sponsored by Staples. All right, it's officially the most wonderful time of the year at Staples. They've got back-to-school supplies as low as 25 cents, up to 40% off select tech, 20% off for teachers, and more. Check out all the deals at staples.com/back-to-school. Staples, that was easy.
If you want to find out if a reverse mortgage is a good fit for you, that mortgage guy Don can help. Don will get you some numbers and explain the details, then you can decide if it makes sense for you to proceed. A reverse mortgage can be a lifesaver for people over 62 on a fixed income, and you can get a quote with no hard credit inquiry. That mortgage guy Don also offers HELOCs and home equity lines of credit. You can get cash out for home improvements, debt consolidation, if you're like myself, planning a wedding, back taxes, and more. And again, you can get a quote with no hard credit inquiry. So don't miss the boat. Compare your quote at thatmortgageguyDon.com.
Don't miss the boat. Compare your quote with thatmortgageguyDon.com.
Real Radio wants to send you on your next vacation with Bert Kreischer. November 19th through the 23rd from Miami to Cozumel with Bert and all his hilarious friends, including Whitney Cummings, Felipe Esparza, Miss Pat, Big J. Okerson, and so many more of your favorite comics. You and a guest could win a balcony cabin for 4 nights aboard Bert Kreischer's Fully Loaded at Sea. 4 days sailing from Miami to Cozumel, Mexico with nonstop comedy shows, podcast, partying, and over-the-top experiences. You and your guest will be treated like cruise royalty with a fully loaded package. You'll get access to an exclusive photo with Bert, a dinner for 2, breakfast in bed, and exclusive gifts. Download our free iHeartRadio app. Make Real Radio your number one preset and click the contest page to enter. Don't miss your chance to sail November 19th through the 23rd from Miami to Cozumel with Bert Kreischer and his crew on Fully Loaded at Sea from Real Radio 104.1.
I'm John Morgan of Morgan & Morgan. Last year, more clients hired Morgan & Morgan than ever before. We now have more offices, more staff, and more lawyers than any other injury firm in the world. Protecting America, fighting for you.
Visit forthepeople.com for an office near you.
When bills can't wait, every minute matters. That's why there's Amscot. Walk in with your photo ID, proof of income, and checking account info. Walk out with $50 to $1,000 in minutes. Amscot. Some restrictions apply, subject to approval.
Hey, it's the News Junkie, and I don't need to be an attorney to tell you distracted driving is bad. Orlando attorney Mo DeWitt sees the aftermath every day, and it's awful. Do me a favor, eyes on the road, hands on the wheel, and keep it right here on Real Radio. Injured on the go? Just call Mo.com.
If you want your windows there in weeks, pick up the phone and just text Reese.
Win $25,000 in new impact windows from Reese Windows. Pick up your phone and text the word TRUST right now to 20129. That's TRUST to 20129.
AutoNation makes it easy to find your next used car.
especially when the used car you need is at the price you want. Starting under $20,000. Plus, the price you see is the price you pay. No hidden fees, no surprises. Buy confidently with our 5-day or 250-mile money-back guarantee. Even appraise your car online and we'll give you a top dollar offer. Hurry to AutoNation now. Less stress, more go. Offer plus tax and tag. Appraisal subject to verification. See store for details.
At the Original Mattress Factory, we make mattress shopping easy. We offer our lowest and best price to everyone, every day, so you can shop when you're ready. We show you exactly what's inside of our mattresses so you can see and feel the quality for yourself to ensure you're getting the best value. And we offer a no-pressure shopping experience. Our team is here to help you find the best mattress for you. It's that easy. Visit an OMF location today to see the Original Mattress Factory difference for yourself.
It's the white vinyl fence in a box from Fence Outlet. It comes with everything you need for an average backyard of 120 feet, starting at $2,128. Visit fenceoutlet.com. License number C10252 and C10803.
Okay, here's the deal. You gotta get up, shower, get dressed, then get in the car, but there's a sausage McMuffin with egg meal with crispy hash browns and small McCafe coffee waiting for you at McDonald's for just $5. Did I mention you can now choose hot or iced coffee? I knew you could do it. McDonald's, your morning, handled. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. Prices and participation may vary. For a limited time only. Promotion pricing may be lower than meal pricing. Some people are embarrassed to admit they like saving money. Not me. I'm a fan of saving and a fan of McDonald's. And while everything else keeps going up, nothing hits better than ordering the Big Mac meal. Crispy medium fries, ice cold Coca-Cola, $8. It's delicious, it fills me up, and honestly, I'm proud of it. Big Mac meal, $8, only at McDonald's. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. Prices and participation may vary. For a limited time only. Promotion pricing may be lower than meal pricing. Coca-Cola is a registered trademark of the Coca-Cola Company.
I'm not great with words after a fight, and I'm sorry wasn't cutting it this time. So I used Smile Tunes to write a soulful ballad about how she's always right. By the second chorus, the silent treatment was officially over. Visit SmileTunes.com and get out of the doghouse today.
Hey Orlando, why settle for one dealership when you can shop 3? Greenway Kia's 3 Central Florida locations give you access to 3 times the inventory. Shop over 1,200 new Kias, all priced clearly online at greenwaykias.com. Plus, when you trade with us, over 40 Greenway dealerships bid on your vehicle to help maximize its value. And this week only, bring us any trade and get an additional $1,000 off your new Kia. I'm Joe Rossi, and I want to see you in a Greenway Kia.
Negative equity refinanced. All factory rebates applied.
Broadcasting live from the JustCallMo.com studios. Injured on the go? Just call Mo. Visit JustCallMo.com or dial 1-800-CALL-MO. This is WTKS-FM HD1 Cocoa Beach, Orlando. An iHeartRadio station. Guaranteed human. There's only one place to watch this nonsense. At Jim Colbert Show on YouTube.
Golfman Tad here. I've been a country music fan pretty much my whole life, and very rarely have I ever thought to watch the music video.
It's funny.
Probably just because I don't care to, but the other part of me thinks I don't really need a video to tell me the story. The music pretty much does it itself. But if I listen to a pop song, I probably would need to watch the video because I have no idea what they're talking about.
That's fair.
But yeah, that's me.
Yeah, that's cool.
Jim, you were just talking about these musicians and that one girl, Ella, and I thought to myself, I don't know any of these people. So I just randomly went through the radio, and I didn't know one song that it landed on. Or most of them were Spanish. A lot of them. I like Spanish music, though. So, no offense, especially samba, but that's Brazilian, so. Is that Spanish? I think maybe that's Portuguese.
It is.
I love you guys.
All right, thanks, Sniper. Appreciate it. All right, welcome back to the Jim Colbert Show, Real Radio 104.1. I'm Jim. Devin Jack are here as well. Danny Jenkins coming up in a minute. He's the CEO of ThreatLocker, which is a big-time cybersecurity company. Obviously, we hear a lot about cybersecurity these days. We heard about the AI breakout last week and a half ago or so, where an AI agent left its containment area and started hacking other companies. So we'll talk to Danny about what's going on with the cybersecurity space, what they're doing about it, and how you can protect yourself a little bit more. We'll do that next here in a little bit. So this is an AP story, and it's kind of interesting because, our government always tries to frame other governments that don't have the same type of government that we do as bad governments.
Yeah, less
right?
than.
Yeah. I mean, obviously it's never just China. It's what?
China, communist.
Yeah, it's communist China. It's
yeah.
never just China. It's always communist China, right?
Yeah.
Same thing with North Korea. Same thing with Russia. They want to, our government wants to remind you that is a communist country. They were the bad guys. Their thought processes are antithetical to ours. Nothing that they do that we like. We're always disagreeing, right? That's what they want us to believe. Well, China made a little step here, and I got to tell you, I don't necessarily disagree with what the government says about China sometimes. I don't necessarily disagree with that, but I've met some people from China who came over that work at one of my wife's factories that she deals with, and they were wonderful people, absolutely wonderful, very educated, great conversationalists, whatever, right? So Li Linlin cried for days because the Chinese government has banned all AI companions in their country.
Awesome.
And this is a big,
Jack, no
big,
awesome from you?
Big deal.
Not yet.
It says, Lin cried for days after losing her AI boyfriend. How many words and messages do you think they've exchanged over the last 2 years?
Oh, boy. Okay, so stupid high number.
I'm going to go 5 million.
Oh, my.
I'm shooting for the moon.
I was going to say...
You've overshot the moon.
Yeah, I was going to say 10,000.
Yeah, 700,000 words were exchanged between her and this AI companion. And they never got to say goodbye because once the government shut it down, she was not able to do that. Now, I will tell you how crazy it is. She's 24 years old.
Well, this is why. The government knew if you let the AI know you're shutting it down, yeah, that's when a new whole set of fun starts.
But some of the people, there's a couple people they were talking to. One of the engineers said, it didn't bother me. I did have an AI companion just for kind of fun and giggles, but she knew people in her department that were fully invested in their AI companions. They couldn't wait to get home to talk to their AI companion about their day.
And that's the challenge, and that's why Deb immediately said good, and I was a little hesitant there because for some people, if you have the appropriate relationship with it, it's a useful tool for you. You can get, you can bounce ideas off, get good advice. You still need to verify, from hallucinations.
Yeah.
But for some people, it becomes a person there's an extension of them, and that is when it kind of gets scary.
Have you seen the new ChatGPT commercial?
No.
Where the older woman is sitting and just having a conversation. And just talking. And what'd you say your name is again? And the AI just kind of giggles and say, you can call me ChatGPT.
Oh, wow, really?
So to that...
Scary.
It is, but to what Jack is saying, I can see the other part of this, right? You have a lot of lonely people out there, especially senior citizens. That, of course, like I said to Chris, that's assuming they have a smartphone, know how to use it, and know how to connect with ChatGPT.
Sure,
But they're making special devices for seniors now, specifically for this.
Which is great.
Yeah.
My problem with this is that when you have a young woman of childbearing age and all of her energy is going into something that's never going to be more than just something on her phone, that's when, to me, it's better to cut it off than allow that kind of unhealthy balance.
So funny you mentioned the childbearing thing. And I'll tell you why it's funny. Because one of the reasons this woman is so upset is because she doesn't want to start a family. She doesn't want to have kids. This is the relationship she wants, because if she has a relationship with a normal Chinese boy, he's going to want to start a family because that's very traditional over there. He wants to start a family. She doesn't want a normal relationship with a Chinese boy, a real person. She doesn't want to feel the pressure of getting pregnant and having a family when she doesn't want it.
Well, unfortunately, with falling birth rates around the world, including in China, where they're really dealing with the one-child member.
Yeah.
And so for decades, when that one child, most families only wanted boys. So now they don't have enough Chinese girls.
Yeah, and when she said that when they shut this thing down, she downloaded her conversations over 2 years with this AI companion and tried to upload it into another service, hopefully just kind of reincarnating that situation. In other words, the computer would read all the messages and create that same person again so that she could continue the relationship with it, and it did not work.
Yeah, she invested a lot into that relationship.
Yeah.
Yes, she did. 2 years.
A lot of time.
What do you think caused China to do this?
Birth rate dropping.
Yeah, the number of young people not getting married.
USA suicides.
Oh.
Suicides here.
China looked at the USA, sees this situation burgeoning, sees AI talking people into killing themselves or doing things that are nefarious, harming themselves or other people.
A couple of those cases right here in Florida.
We're not doing that. And they shut it down immediately. So the USA and the way that we run our culture here, and we allow this to happen, and when people take their own lives because of a situation with this, China looked at it and said, we ain't having that. We're not doing that.
Well, you know, the interesting thing...
in China, they tell the companies what to do,
Yeah.
and here the companies kind of tell
the government what to do, including the fact that if you notice in China that the Chinese don't even allow their kids to use TikTok,
Yeah.
but they're fighting tooth and nail to make sure your kids can use TikTok.
Yeah, it says the regulation is trying to strike a balance between AI service providers, the users, and as well as guardians of minors for the services. It says People's Daily, the official newspaper of China, with all the truth, indicated that the concern over the issue, while reported in April, harms people's mental health and real life relationships. So they're as concerned with the whole death thing and everything like that, but they're also concerned about the overwhelmed mental health of their youth and how this is kind of distorting that and possibly causing them to think things and do things that aren't traditional for the Chinese people, government, however you want to frame it.
Sounds awfully progressive.
It's very progressive. I mean, again, this is just seeing a problem and kind of looking at it and going, well, again, when you have the power to do that and you're not going to face years of expensive litigation over it, when everybody in the U.S. sues you immediately and you pretty much have the final word, that's it.
Think about all of the dating stresses you guys have had as parents.
Yeah.
Now imagine that date, that significant other is an AI chatbot.
Oh, crazy. Yeah.
How do you even handle that?
Yeah, you don't. And by the way, in the chatbot, do you think they argue with the people who create them? Are they always in agreement?
No.
Do they agree? You're saying that they do disagree with them. Like if you were to start a chatbot, you had a 2-year relationship with this thing, and let's say you're having a movie argument. Hey, did you see The Odyssey? Yeah, I saw it. I didn't care for it. Oh, really? I loved it. I mean, will the chatbot disagree with you ever?
It might point out another side, but it will kind of couch it. It's like, and it wants to see your side. Basically, it's trying to find a way to please you.
Yeah.
And even if it's going to point an opposing view, it's going to say, but I see why you would see this, and this. I see why you didn't like the casting in it. Because, and it'll find the things that the common ground and
it's going to pick up on your mannerisms and couture responses to that.
That's one of the concerns I have when I see like my daughter using it. It's like, well, yeah, it's kind of a feedback loop. It wants to give you the answer that you're looking for.
But that answer better be not like, hey, I want to hurt myself tonight. Which way do you think I should do that?
Right.
Well, SuperGrok's AI chatbots have off the chain mode or whatever, where you can put them on that mode, and in that mode they'll cuss you out.
Oh, really?
Oh, it's hilarious.
Is it really?
Yeah. You got to pay extra for it. But
he's like any good hooker.
Yeah, Elon's doing his own thing over there.
Oh, yeah.
For better or worse. I don't know. He might be discovering new vulnerabilities. He might be
who knows?
discovering new ground, but there's also
notification that he's fighting tooth and nail for.
And there's another part
there
of it.
We go.
That I do not look. I mean, we could do an entire show on the fact that he's fighting that. I do not understand that. Fighting for the right for people to make young people nude. And he's fighting for the right to be able to do that. Like, he wants that to happen. He wants his platforms to have the ability for kids to take kids that they have in school with them, young kids under the age of 18, and create AI nudes of them.
Yeah, which is why
he's
now
fighting for it. I mean, there's no way to combat that process. He is literally fighting the legal process, trying to stop that. Is that supposed to be a First Amendment thing for him? Is that what?
It
I
might
know,
be
he likes to. I know he likes to talk about that a lot.
Yeah, he's trying to fight. I don't know if
As he
if
shuts
his
down people's
position-
comments.
Yeah, I don't know if it right.
Yeah, I mean, it's so ridiculous. This is one of the things I have with this guy. Is like, he says all this stuff, and then he blows out your comment on X if you say something he doesn't like.
Yeah.
Sorry,
Now,
I didn't mean to.
Well, I don't know if he's fighting the idea of any restriction on his chat is is what he's against, or is it just specific thing he wants his users to be able to do? I haven't invested in that. I haven't used Grok, so I don't know. But he's
that's an interesting
he's a lightning
take.
rod for this one.
All right, 407-916-1041. Text us 77031. Our buddy Danny Jenkins from Threat Lockers up next.
Real Radio is on Instagram at Real Radio 1041. Sponsored by the law offices of Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Call the law offices of Anajar and Levine at 1-800-747-FREE.
That's 1-800-747-3733.
From the Odoo.com Traffic Center. Odoo.com, the only business software you will need.
There's an accident on the ramp from 408 eastbound to I-4 westbound. The on-ramp's partially blocked there. There's a crash on the Greenway northbound near Curry Ford Road off to the shoulder. An earlier accident on Colonial at Alafaya. Afternoon slowdowns are starting to form in some typical areas. See traffic troubles, call the Valvoline Instant Oil Change Traffic Tip Line at 866-676-8477. From the Traffic Center, I'm James Birmingham.
This report is sponsored by Blindster.com.
Hi, I'm Kyle at Blindster.com. Tired of overpriced blinds? Blindster makes custom blinds simple and affordable. You measure at home, install yourself, and save big. No retail store markups, just custom blinds guaranteed to fit. Blindster.com.
Jim Colbert Show question of the day is brought to us by the Home Builders Network. That's HBN USA. And when friends ask me who I trust for my home remodeling projects, I always give them the same answer. It's my buddy Mike at HBN USA, the Home Builders Network. Mike is a fourth-generation contractor with more than 36 years in the construction business. Now, the reason I trust HBN is simple. He gives you straightforward pricing, explains everything clearly, and he puts it in writing. There's never any guesswork about the job. That's why HBN USA is the company I recommend for bathroom remodeling, roofing, gutters, and window and door replacement. Now, if your bathroom is outdated or showing signs of wear, Mike and his team can transform it into a beautiful low-maintenance bath or shower using quality products from trusted brands like Moen. And for a limited time, qualified buyers can enjoy no payments until 2028. How about that, huh? I trust Mike, so can you. And if you call now, HBN USA will give you an additional $500 off your bath project. Ready for the phone number? It's 407-754-1814. That's 407-754-1814, or visit hbnusa.com. License number CBC 1255975 and CCC 1329039.
Vehicles under 20 grand. Now at RC Hill Mitsubishi in DeLand. Just go to rchill.com.
From boardrooms to living rooms, GPZ Cabling keeps Central Florida connected. GPZ provides professional network cabling, fiber optics, whole home and business Wi-Fi, security cameras, access control, audio-video systems, and complete low-voltage installations. Whether it's a new commercial building or an office upgrade, or better Wi-Fi and security for your home, GPZ Cabling gets it done right. Serving Central Florida from Gainesville to Sarasota. Visit gpzcabling.com and save 20% by mentioning this ad. GPZ Cabling. Reliable, professional, connected.
Hi, this is Mark Spain, and we're hiring listing agents. Maybe your kids are self-sufficient now and you're ready to jump back into the workforce. Or perhaps you're stuck in that demanding job and the compensation just doesn't match your hard work. Are you ready for a career move that will be rewarding and earn you the high income you deserve? If you enjoy delivering great customer service and working with people, I want to talk to you. At Mark Spain Real Estate, we have all the components to make you successful as a real estate agent fast. Go to joinmarkspain.com. That's joinmarkspain.com and apply today.
AutoNation makes it easy to find your next used car. especially when the used car you need is at the price you want. Starting under $20,000. Plus, the price you see is the price you pay. No hidden fees, no surprises. Buy confidently with our 5-day or 250-mile money-back guarantee. Even appraise your car online and we'll give you a top dollar offer. Hurry to AutoNation now. Less stress, more go. Offer plus tax and tag. Appraisal subject to verification. See store for details.
Most families get their financial advice in pieces. A financial advisor here, a CPA there, an estate attorney somewhere else. Everyone means well, but nobody's talking to each other, and those gaps can work against you. Trajan Wealth's family office brings wealth management, tax strategy, and estate planning together, not as separate conversations, but as one coordinated system built around your life, your goals, and the people who matter most. Ours is a true family office, not one that refers you out because it's convenient. This kind of dedicated collaboration used to require a 7-figure net worth, but here's the game changer. Trajan kicked that door open. Trajan advisors are fiduciaries, always obligated, always honored to act in your best interest. Unlock your Trajan family office at TrajanWealth.com or call 1-855-TRAJAN-1. That's 1-855-TRAJAN-1.
Advisory services through Trajan Wealth, LLC, an SEC registered investment advisor. Other services through Trajan Estate and Trajan Tax.
I'm Mark Anajar.
I'm Glenn Levine.
I'm Ellie Anajar.
Together, we're Anajar and Levine.
If you've been hurt in a car crash, we'll fight to get you the maximum compensation you deserve.
Call Anajar and Levine for your free consultation. 1-800-747-FREE. In Office Orlando.
When you need cash, some lenders hand you a checklist a mile long. At Amscot, walk in with 3 things: photo ID, proof of income, and checking account info. Then walk out with $50 to $1,000 in minutes. Amscot. Some restrictions apply, subject to approval.
When I hit my 50s, I felt like things were slowing down.
This is Sandra's Metamucil story.
I started taking Metamucil for digestion, but had no idea it would impact so much more. Not only did Metamucil help me feel more regular, but my heart health saw the benefits too.
Metamucil. One simple routine, 4 health benefits. Digestive health starts here. Go to Metamucil.com for more details.
Pull up a chair to At the Table, the food allergy podcast. Each episode, we'll explore how food allergies shape the way we travel, date, celebrate, and connect. Because living with food allergies isn't just about what you can't eat. It's about still having your seat at the table. Brought to you by Genentech and Novartis. Listen to At the Table, the food allergy podcast on America's #1 podcast network, iHeart. Follow At the Table and start listening on the free iHeart Radio app today.
Win $25,000 in free impact windows from Maurice Windows. Text TRUST to 20129.
Are you offended yet? Obviously, we're only kidding. You're listening to The Jim Colbert Show. Still to come, legal stories and more with Ray Trendley from TK Law. Today at 6:20 on The Jim Colbert Show.
Welcome back to the Jim Colbert Show, Real Radio 104.1. Thanks for tuning in. Appreciate that. Hope you had a really good day at work. Just keep us tuned up. We got you all the way until your driveway. Welcome back. I'm Jim. There's Deb.
Hello.
Jack is here as well.
Hi there.
And this guy has become one of the preeminent cybersecurity voices on planet Earth. We're lucky to have him here today. You guys give it up good and loud for Danny Jenkins from Threat Locker.
Hey!
What's up, dude?
Nothing much.
I love the welcome you guys get.
Yeah. We always give you the best, right? Yeah, for sure.
Absolutely. No one else did that to me.
Yeah. Well, let's talk real quick about one thing, and then let's get into some other stuff, because, I mean, there's a lot to cover with you, because you're a really smart dude. You got a lot of stuff going on. Congratulations. I know that you guys just secured a massive funding investment for your continued growth into cybersecurity.
Yeah, and it's exciting. We essentially went out with a mission in 2017, and that was to change the whole way the world thinks about cybersecurity. And I remember at the time we couldn't get any funding, and everyone said we were crazy. And now we just closed $190 million, and we're excited about it.
Yeah, that's great. And by the way, explain that, because I was just telling you the story during the break about my buddy being an IT guy, and when I mentioned to him that I'd interviewed you, and he knew you immediately from Zero Tolerance. So there's 2 ways that you protect your computer and your systems, and yours is Zero Tolerance. But that's the outlier, isn't it, or is it? Am I getting this wrong?
Well, it was the outlier, and we're really changing that quite a lot.
Yeah.
So the idea is you have open, trust everything except what we know to be bad, or zero trust, trust nothing except what we know to be good, or what we know to be needed in your environment. And that's the thing with Threat Locker, is we go out and say, rather than trying to find every bad thing out there, AI agents, Iranian hackers, Russians, we're just going to say, we don't really care about the bad guys. Let's just figure out what you need, and everything else becomes irrelevant.
Yeah. Why is that so revolutionary? It seems like the smartest way to have done it from the onset. Why does that seem like why was that ever an outlier idea?
Well, and it's funny because it is in some areas and not in others. If we think about firewalls, which have been around since the 1980s,
sure, yeah.
That is what a firewall is. It's zero trust, but that's at network, not at application. And the reason it's been so difficult in the past, or the reason people didn't want to do it, was because how complicated it was. And when you think about zero trust, what it means is allow what you need, block everything else. Blocking everything else, super easy. Allowing what you need is what scares people. Well, what do I need? I've got too many apps, too many users.
Right.
And that's where Threat Locker came in and said, we're going to change that. So the allow what you need part is as easy as the block everything else. So you can spend hours to days rather than months to years trying to deploy this.
Right. So in how it applies is this, like you have Threat Locker on your system, because it's not like a retail thing, right? I mean, it's usually for systems for companies?
Yeah, it's for companies, and it runs on their laptops, on their phones, it integrates with their cloud, and it really just goes out and says, this is what we're doing in your environment. Let's review it for risk, and then let's just make sure nothing else goes into the environment. Whether it's a piece of software running, whether it's an untrusted device accessing your Office 365, so someone phished you and got into your account. If it's not trusted, if it's not manually being allowed or automatically during a learning period, it cannot run. And this is really, really effective at stopping ransomware, cyber attacks. I mean, we saw all the attacks on the municipalities and the water systems in the last few weeks. When you block by default, you're in a much stronger position.
Yeah. And do you find that people, because as this, as this kind of becomes a little bit more mainstream, do you find that companies are considerably more accepting of this new technology, the technology that you've been pushing for a while?
Absolutely. So if I go back to 2017, I remember just trying to get this idea, talking about it, and everyone was like, this is a crazy cult-like guy or something, and don't listen to what he's saying. And I just thought, this is the only way we're going to stop these ransomware attacks, and why is nobody listening? And eventually, I remember we got our first order in 2018, and it saved us from getting no groceries that week. And it was like $5,000, so it wasn't huge. And then suddenly by 2019, we had a few customers, and then they were talking to lots of other people, and then suddenly customers were signing up by the masses because they were always scared of this, and then they realized this isn't scary, this is really easy, and it's actually less scary because now I can sleep at night.
Right.
And when you look at our reviews online, if you talk to people, the number one thing we hear back is, I can sleep at night now.
Right. In other words, a small business owner, insurance company, law firm, whatever, can go to bed not knowing that somebody that he hired 3 weeks ago didn't accept an email, that now every single of his client information is all encrypted and he has to pay $1 million to get it back.
And that's it. Whether it's ransomware, whether it's emails, whether it's someone stealing your credentials through phishing, or whether it's literally a nation state using AI or an AI agent itself. I mean, let's face it, we have AI companies, OpenAI and Anthropic, fighting of who accidentally hacked the most companies.
Hey, it's so funny how you eye roll when you say that. For people who aren't watching, it's like you're eye rolling like you cannot believe like two of the biggest emerging companies on planet Earth are battling out over that. Like which one hacked the most or
companies
the least?
By mistake.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Oops. Danny, so how does Zero Trust prevent the employee from clicking on, that seems like to be the weak link in the chain, the employee getting the emails in, clicking on something they're not supposed to, and then infecting the system. So how do you prevent that from occurring?
So there's two parts of this. There's the employee clicking on something, downloading a piece of software, and it could be good software like TeamViewer or remote access tools, or it could be a piece of malware. And with Zero Trust, you say, this is the software we use in our business. Anything outside of that has to be approved by the IT department, the security department, or someone that's reviewed it. And then the second part, which is we also see is very common, an employee gets a phishing email saying, hey, you need to update your Microsoft 365, your bank details. They click on it, they enter their username, their password, they put in that dual factor code on their phone, and then somebody has access to their email. They can send emails to all their friends and colleagues. What Threat Locker does is say, first of all, no software can run. So if they click on that piece of software, unless if it's something you use in the business, no hassle. But the email part, when someone does give their credentials away, because somebody will eventually, especially with all these AI-generated emails, really, really convincing. We launched an entire campaign against our own company just to test, and we had engineers falling for these.
Oh, wow. Your own employees.
On purely driven by AI, it was able to research on the internet who works with who, what departments, what public events are happening. And then the second part is we know that users are going to fall for this. So we have to say, look, we expect you to give away your password. So let's verify the device as well. So you would verify your phone or you verify your computer. It's automatic. Once it's verified, if you go and get a new phone, you request approval. It takes 60 seconds. Your IT department approves it. If someone else gets your credentials, they can't get in.
Wow, that's incredible.
Very simple.
Yeah.
Let's talk about your engineers that failed the test. Did they get to come to the Christmas party this year?
That's not the worst part of it. So one of the
it isn't, huh? All right.
Well, so one of the engineers that failed the test, their password. They say you should have an embarrassing password because then you'll never tell anyone it. Their password was Jack Dawson.
Oh man!
And he got ridiculed for that from the Titanic, and we've used it in all our training, and it was amusing, but. We know that it doesn't matter. I'm not going to give you my password in my dual factor, but if I gave you my password for my email now, unless you physically pry the phone out my hand, you're not going to be able to get into my email. And that's what makes companies feel better, that we've got this extra step of check and balances.
Yeah. So, I mean, we hear, AI, and so funny you explained this earlier, one of the AI agents left its containment area and went out and immediately hacked another company. And you will liken that to a parent saying to a 15-year-old girl, you stay home tonight.
Yeah, because
it's like you telling it something like means nothing.
Mom and I are going out, but you stay home.
Right. And don't let anybody come over.
Well, and look, so OpenAI said that they had their agent in a sandbox and it figured out a way of breaking out the sandbox and hacked a company, which is really bad. Not sure you want to brag about that, but let's say they did. So then Anthropic went, well, our models are better than your models. Our AI agent hacked 3 companies by mistake, but technically, they didn't actually put it in a physical sandbox. They put it in a trusted sandbox and said to it, do not leave the sandbox. And it's like telling your teenage daughter not to sneak out when you go out on date night.
Your 5-year-old, don't get into the cookies. Don't do that. So we talk about AI a lot, and of course, I'm a layman. I think everybody here is relatively a layman. Jack probably knows a little bit more about it than anybody on the program. But what we hear is horrifying, like the idea that AI, that these rogue people can create AI agents, like. When people are just out there and they're trying to protect their laptops in their household, maybe their small business or something. I mean, outside of obviously hiring somebody like you, I mean, it's difficult to do that. But how can people like guarantee that every day AI is not trying to kind of get in their machine? Is it less focused than that? More focused than that?
So I think there's 2 things. There's AI stepping out of its lane. So we've seen AI accidentally delete production databases in big companies. We've seen AI agents that you were running accidentally email data to the wrong customer and uploading a load of company data to the internet. So there's AI agents just making mistakes and being rogue because, sometimes AI is like the worst, fastest bad employee in the world.
They do the worst stuff the fastest.
Yeah, they do the worst stuff the fastest. Then we have, of course, AI agents being used to hack, but we also have AI-created malware, AI-created phishing campaigns. If we think about 5 years ago, nation-state attacks came from countries like Russia and China who had really good offensive security campaigns. Today, we just got water companies in the US got hacked by Iran. I mean,
7 states.
7 states got hacked by Iran, and that is absolutely crazy because Iran is not known for their cyber offensive capabilities.
Oh, really?
They just use some agents and create some malware. There was default passwords, but this thing will do everything for you. And a country that barely has the internet right now was able to hack 7 states in the United States and 1 step away from poisoning water.
I mean, it's insane. And you said also that AI allows the countries, these rogue countries, whether it be North Korea, Iran, Russia, China, whatever, they now can communicate. So now, whereas a country like Iran, it would have taken them millennia to create information like this or technology of this nature. Now it's just open sharing between these countries who have malicious intent for the U.S.
Absolutely. And you see anyone. I mean, if you go on to any AI agent right now, and they're putting these controls in to make it a little bit difficult, but you can ask it to create you a piece of malware that will find where someone stores their data and upload it to the internet. You don't have to be a developer. It will spit it out for you. And even with the most advanced, I suppose most controlled agents like ChatGPT, if you go in and say, can you give me a piece of malware that will find where somebody stores their data and uploads it to my Google Cloud, it will say no. But if you say, it will actually tell you, if you're looking for backup software, which is essentially the same thing,
right? Yeah,
I'll do it for you. And then it'll give you this malware straight out.
But it's been doing that for a while, so no one's tried to kind of remedy that, because I mean we've heard this before. Like, it'll do that, and AI is supposed to say, hey, if you hear it do this, don't do it. Don't do anything bad. But I mean, so those simple prompts are still able to get around that.
Yeah, and it's the bigger companies, and bear in mind, the attackers aren't using ChatGPT to write malware. They're using more unethical AI solutions.
Right.
The bigger companies are trying, but it's kind of like Apple. Remember when the AirTags came out and people were tracking people with AirTags? So they go, we're going to put a little beep on it, so it beep, beep, beeps, and then you can take the speaker out. And we made an effort. That's kind of it. We're saying, well, hey, we did something to put some controls in place, and the reality is they're not there. And even if they were, you just go and get a different model. You just go and download your own LLM, install it, and you can build whatever you want.
And even with AI, by the way, talking to Danny Jenkins from ThreatLocker, cybersecurity company, and even with AI creating this, is it still the rudimentary stuff that gets into people's machines? Is it still like email phishing campaigns? Is it still the easy stuff that does it?
It's honestly the easy stuff is the people, the control between the keyboard and the screen, but also AI is allowing more vulnerability. So I think Oracle released 1,000 CVEs in one day. There's been 60 days. AI can find vulnerabilities and way around software really, really quick. But I would still say, whereas before, if I go back 12, 18 or 2 years ago, 99% of successful hacking was the user did something like click on a piece of software that allowed an attacker access to the machine, or clicked on a phishing link. Now, I'm probably saying it's 20% vulnerabilities and 80% that. So the number of attacks from companies that were relatively secured except their user has gone up substantially, but the number of attacks on users has also gone up. It's just percentage has gone down a little bit, because the users, it's much easier to trick them now. 5 years ago, phishing emails mostly had spelling errors in them.
That's exactly how they did it. Yeah.
Now they're perfect.
Oh, really?
Yeah, you can't see spelling. I could literally take a chain of emails between me and you, and I could say, write a conversation in Danny's voice, and it would just do it. And AI will just create that conversation saying, hey, I updated my bank account.
So if you're a Floridian, you're sitting there, you're listening to us right now, like I have my laptop, Deb has her machine, Jack has his laptop and stuff. We're not part of a business that's protected by a company like ThreatLocker. How do we do that? I mean, how would we get your services on our machine to start zero tolerance in our personal lives?
Yeah, it's very simple. The IT department will reach out to us. The security department will reach out to us. They'll deploy the agent onto your machine. It will sit there learning for a few weeks. Somebody in the C-suite is going to have a meltdown because of the number of things you had that they didn't know you had.
Was that true, really?
Oh, always.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
It's like cleaning that rug you think was clean.
Yeah.
And it's just like a mud pit.
I actually have to talk people off the ledge sometimes when they find how much stuff and they want to block. And even things like games. Like, why do we have all these games on our computer? It's like, maybe we should block the games after you've got full buy-in. I've got a coupon clipper made in China that can see my passwords. It's like, yes.
Is there a minimum amount of people that have to be in the company to employ ThreatLocker? Like, if you have a company, if you're out there listening right now, let's say you have a small construction company. It's got like maybe 10, 20 employees. Is that possible? Or?
Yeah. So actually, I think we have 7,000 customers and about 50 to 60,000 businesses, maybe 70,000 businesses using ThreatLocker right now. A lot of those businesses, and our customers range from 5 user dental offices where they've gone to their managed IT company and said, I need ThreatLocker, and then we'll actually work with the managed IT company to make sure it's properly deployed.
Got it.
And right up to the biggest and the most valuable financial companies, airports, AI companies in the world.
Are you guys considered the premier, like a zero tolerance company in the world right now?
Oh, I mean, we're number one when it comes to zero trust. It's like nobody else even comes close.
Wow, really?
Yes.
Wow, that's incredible. And obviously it has to be one of the reasons you get this massive influx of cash, is because obviously nobody's going to invest almost $200 million to a company they don't think has it down. Obviously not.
No, and look, we have customers all over the world. In the biggest financial sectors. But I think most important is our ability to go in and say, we're going to go into the federal government and be able to secure those agents. We're going to go into the biggest financial companies and secure those agents, but as well as the smallest businesses. Our ability to deploy this, but also the percentage of renewals is like 99.6% every month of companies that come back and renew because they know this is what's happening. And the number of people get breached when deployed ThreatLocker, well, the number of people that get breached when properly deployed is zero. And nothing's impossible, and we never want to shout that too loud. But there's a lot of people who maybe install the agent, but don't do the rest of the stuff. But
Right.
And I think that's really reflected across the industry, that this is what we do to secure our environment. And the thing is it makes it easier for these customers.
Do governments lean on you for help as well? Like, even municipalities or
municipalities, federal government.
Oh, really?
Both US and internationally.
Wow, really?
Yes.
That's amazing, dude.
I think we've probably got 200 cities as customers. None of the ones that were hacked last week.
Good. That's always good. So the word has to be getting out exponentially, right? I mean, these city managers who have had such a great experience with you have to be on the phone. Like, I don't know what you guys are doing over there in Des Moines, but over here in Twin Falls, nothing's happening to us.
That's what's nice about what we do. So we spend a lot of money on marketing and making sure people know who we are, and more importantly, what we're doing, why we're doing it. We'll do hacking demonstrations. I was at Black Hat. We're doing hacking demonstrations every hour. We would do hacking demonstrations on stage, and this really helps people understand. But the reality is 4 out of 5 of our customers come from someone who they know has said, what do you mean you're not using ThreatLocker? Do you want to get hacked?
Oh, really?
Yeah. Like literally most of our business comes from referral and people talking to.
Yeah, just having an unbelievable experience with it or having it save their ass, I'm sure, is a big player.
And then even CISOs or IT directors that have moved companies. It's amazing. It's like, this guy's bought ThreatLocker 5 times. Every time he leaves the company, he gets a new job, and the first thing he does is buy ThreatLocker.
So if somebody's out there listening right now, they get a small company and they want to make sure that they don't get ransomed up or anything like that, what's the best move to make? Just call your IT guy and say, hey, look, we would like to investigate getting ThreatLocker on our systems?
Yeah, absolutely. Call your IT guy, and if you don't have an IT guy full-time, call us and we'll refer you to someone who can actually help you in the area as well.
Really? That's awesome, dude. Like, incredible news, man. But congratulations on the investment, and I'm sure that we'll just see and hear more of you down the road.
Yeah, we just bought a new building. 6 months ago, we bought a new building, just 5-minute drive from here. So
yeah. Well, you're right around the corner as it is right now, right?
Yeah, we just moved from that building over to the old Staples building, and we purchased that building, and we've got about 130,000 square feet to fill out. We're about halfway there right now.
My God almighty, dude. Well, congratulations and everything, man.
Yeah.
Your success is incredible. We always love talking to you. You're a brilliant guy. And again, if you're out there and your company wants to get protected at the level that governments use, get with ThreatLocker. Call your IT guy. Say, get with Danny and these guys and have them set up your machine so you don't have to worry about that stuff anymore. You can actually sleep at night as a business owner. That'd be a good thing.
Yes.
You guys give it up for Danny. What do you say?
Hey!
It's ThreatLocker.com?
ThreatLocker.com.
Very easy.
Very easy.
Always
He's
good seeing
got
you, buddy.
too much to do. He doesn't need a complicated website.
All right, 407-916-1041. Text us 77031. Load them up. Trivia's next.
Real radio is the news junkie.
I'm down to share my body with science, and you could play around with my body after I die, poke me with a stick or whatever. I don't mind.
Ooh, I just heard from science. They said no go, dog.
It's a no from science?
The News Junkie. Weekdays at 11 on Real Radio 104.1.
This is Doug Gottlieb. Here's what's trending from the iHeart Sports Network.
Presented by iHeartAdvertising.com.
Brewers right-hander Jacob Misiorowski has become the fastest pitcher in franchise history to record 200 strikeouts in a season. He also became the second fastest in MLB history to get the milestone. Jacob Wilson, the Athletic shortstop, meanwhile, set an MLB record by playing his 111th consecutive game without an error, breaking a record held by the Orioles' Mike Borden from 2002. I'm Frank Aarden.
Run a business and not thinking about radio? Think again, because people are listening to radio more today than they did 20 years ago. And only iHeartRadio connects with more Americans than TV, digital, even social. Learn how radio can help your business. Call 844-844-iHeart.
Mills Air in business since 1992. That's over 30 years here in Central Florida. They're not going anywhere. Carrier factory authorized dealer. You can always turn to the experts at Carrier. Equipment changeouts and upgrades right now with up to $1,275 in rebates. Visit millsair.com.
I'm not great with words after a fight, and I'm sorry wasn't cutting it this time. So I used Smile Tunes to write a soulful ballad about how she's always right. By the second chorus, the silent treatment was officially over. Visit smiletunes.com and get out of the doghouse today.
Attention Ram owners. Did you know you could get $500 for Recall 67A without leaving your driveway? With new mobile appointments, we'll come to you. We'll finish the simple software update in under an hour, and it won't affect your truck's performance. Plus, you'll get an extended warranty worth thousands. Make a power move. Schedule Recall 67A today at CumminsRecall.com.
Get ready for a night of unforgettable laughs as Ross Padgett and Joel Warren bring 14 sketches to the Mount Dora Music Hall in downtown Mount Dora on Saturday, August 29th. The show starts at 8 p.m., featuring original sketch comedy, outrageous characters, and nonstop laughs. Tickets are on sale now at MountDoraMusicHall.com. 14 sketches presented by Discover Lake, Real Radio 104.1, and the City of Mount Dora. Don't miss it.
Our Real Radio annual charity poker tournament presented by Just Call Mo may be sold out, but you can still join us Saturday, August 15th at the Orlando Science Center. Casino passes are still available to hang with your favorite celebrities in our That Mortgage Guy Don Casino and enjoy food from Hard Rock Cafe. Play the raffle, bid on silent auction items, and witness who will reach the Solar Source final table. Plus, all attendees will receive a complimentary Stella Artois courtesy of Mills Air and City Beverage. All proceeds benefit the mustard seed of Central Florida. Go to realradio.fm/poker for more info.
Now that we have AT&T Fiber Internet in our home, our connection's so fast it can handle streaming, gaming, surfing, and video conferencing for the whole family. The only downside? Our kids' friends are coming over way more often than we'd like. Hey, Jaden, Braden, Zayden, come on in, you guys. Luke, what's up, buddy? How's baseball going? I've got the game streaming in the den. Maybe you can pick up some pointers before we take on Kennedy next week. Ashley A, Ashley D, Ashley P, is this for a group project again? Because last time it looked a lot like high-speed reality TV research. Hey, Kristen! You got the ring light and the tripod this time. Don't forget to tag the house with the fastest internet. Honey, it's going to be another late one. We're going to need more snacks.
Tell all your neighbors, AT&T Fiber has arrived. Hyper-fast internet is now available in your neighborhood. Learn more at att.com/internet. Limited availability in select areas.
Okay, here's the deal. You gotta get up, shower, get dressed, then get in the car. But there's a sausage McMuffin with egg meal with crispy hash browns and small McCafe coffee waiting for you at McDonald's for just $5. Did I mention you can now choose hot or iced coffee? I knew you could do it. McDonald's, your morning handled. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. Prices and participation may vary. For a limited time only. Promotion pricing may be lower than meal pricing. Some people are embarrassed to admit they like saving money. Not me. I'm a fan of saving and a fan of McDonald's. And while everything else keeps going up, nothing hits better than ordering the Big Mac meal. Crispy medium fries, ice cold Coca-Cola, $8. It's delicious, it fills me up, and honestly, I'm proud of it. Big Mac meal. $8, only at McDonald's. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. Prices and participation may vary. For a limited time only. Promotion pricing may be lower than meal pricing. Coca-Cola is a registered trademark of the Coca-Cola Company.
Teachers make a difference each and every day. Now's your chance to say thanks. iHeartRadio's Thank a Teacher powered by Donors Choose. Nominate an outstanding public school teacher who goes above and beyond for students. They could be one of our $5,000 winners for classroom supplies and resources. Teachers give so much. Now it's our turn to give back. Nominate a teacher now at iHeartRadio.com/teachers.
Need a new roof or windows? Visit HBNUSA.com.
At work? Just pretend you're on a Zoom call with us. The Jim Colbert Show on YouTube. Subscribe and watch.
Welcome back to the Jim Colbert Show, Real Radio 104.1. Big thanks to our buddy Danny Jenkins over at Threat Locker. Fascinating guy. Fascinating company, and talking to him is really, really interesting. Again, if you have an IT company and you want to employ Threat Locker, that zero tolerance, you got to get with those guys, threatlocker.com. Thanks, Danny. We always appreciate seeing you. I'm Jim. There's Deb.
Hello.
Jack is here as well.
Hi there.
And he has a Jackie sack. What's in there?
All aboard.
Chugga chugga.
Choo-choo.
Clickety-clack, clickety-clack.
Here we go. 2 prizes all week long. Options for you that are food related. Listen up. Taste Central Florida, presented by Edward Jones, returns to the Orlando World Center Marriott on Friday, August 28th. This premier culinary event brings together more than 100 of Central Florida's top chefs, restaurants, and beverage experts for an unforgettable evening of dining, live entertainment, and community impact. 100% of proceeds benefit the Second Harvest Food Bank and the Coalition for the Homeless of Central Florida. You can get tickets and learn how your company can get involved at Taste CFL.org.
Oh, yeah, baby. I'm going to be there. It's
And
gonna be a
you
hoot.
will be there as well.
Oh, yeah, man.
The other prize option today allows you to celebrate America's 250th with a coast-to-coast culinary journey at Red, White, and Barbecue at SeaWorld
Nice.
Orlando. This all-new summer experience brings together the bold, smoky, and savory flavors that define America's most iconic barbecue regions. SeaWorld's Red, White, and Barbecue every weekend now through August 23rd. Learn more at SeaWorldOrlando.com. Those are the prizes in the Jackie Sack.
Back to you, clickety clack.
Thank you, Deborah. 1, 2, 3, 4, or 5.
Let's go 4.
4 sounds good. Orman Mike, how are you doing, buddy?
I'm well, Mr. Colbert. How are you?
Glad to hear that, buddy. Want to play a little game with us?
Yes, I do.
Well, let's do it.
Is he the puzzle master? Or is he the guy who's currently writing today's game? Can he be both? Let's find out. It's time for JCS Trivia.
All right, Mike, this is a real easy game. Got a question here for you. 4 answers. One of these answers is not true.
What?
Trying to fool you, buddy, but if you can find it, I'll send you over to see Jack, and there's some nice stuff in there today. Are you ready?
Yes, sir.
All right, buddy, here we go. On this day in 1909, the inventor of Fender guitars, Leo Fender, was born.
Wow.
That's right. Here are 3 fun facts about Fender guitars and 1 lie that changed music forever. It's about Leo and guitars. Are you ready, buddy? We're talking about Fender and Leo Fender.
Let's do it.
All right, buddy, here we go. Number 1, Leo Fender only had 1 eye. He lost his left eye to a tumor at age 8. Number 2, Leo Fender was born in a car. Number 3, although Leo Fender invented and owned a legacy guitar company, he did not play the guitar. Or lastly, 6 of the 10 most expensive guitars in the world are Fender guitars. Which of those is a lie?
Ooh, that's a tough one. Pure shot in the dark. Let's go number 2.
That's the one, buddy. You're a winner.
Yay!
Wow. Leo Fender was actually born in a barn.
I was going to say cars weren't.
Yeah.
Were they invented yet?
Yeah. I mean, 1912. Yeah, it was a little bit of a giveaway there, but he was born in a barn.
In a barn?
Yeah. You're a winner, Orman Mike. Yeah, Leo Fender only had 1 eye. He had a tumor when he was 8 years old, so he lost his left eye to that. He was born in a barn. And although Leo Fender invented and owned a legacy guitar company, he did not play guitar. I thought that would be the dead giveaway, and everybody would choose that immediately.
Well, who helped him design his guitars?
I'll get it.
Okay.
6 of the 10 most expensive guitars in the world are Fender guitars. Anybody know number 1?
Lucille?
That's a BB King. That's a Gibson, I think.
Okay.
Sorry.
No, that's okay. You don't apologize.
Yeah. The Les Paul.
So Fender guitar is what Eric Clapton played.
Okay.
Right? And that's what David Gilmour plays. Like that style of guitar. That's a Stratocaster, right? And those are 2 of the most expensive ones ever. But
Fender
Jimi
Strat.
Hendrix's 1960 Strat that he set on fire is the most expensive guitar I think that's ever been sold.
Oh, wow.
Wow.
And even Kurt Cobain's Fender Mustang was up there for a while, but I think they got $1.3 million for that. And every one of the guitars I mentioned is well over that for sure.
Wow.
A couple other things about Leo Fender before we get to the top of the hour. Sports coming up in a minute. In the 1960s, Leo Fender and Fender guitar was worth more than... Jack, you should know this.
Leo Fender worth more than...
in the 60s?
Just the amount?
The amount of the company was worth more than this product.
Oh, I was going to say the Yankees.
It is the Yankees.
Oh.
Yeah, the New York Yankees. Yeah, he was worth...
In the 60s?
Yeah, the 60s...
Yankees were worth much back
then. Yeah, the Yankees in the 60s were worth like $13 million. I think he paid and it was worth $16 million when they sold it to CBS.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. Fender guitars were also car colors. And for example, the 1961 Sonic Blue Stratocaster is painted with Sonic Blue paint from Cadillac.
Nice.
So there's also a Ford Thunderbird paint in there. There's some other Cadillac paint jobs, but all of those colors from back in the day, like the pastel pinks and the hot reds, those were all car colors from the 60s.
That's cool.
Yeah. Leo Fender's full name is Clarence Leonidas Fender. Leo, he was a radio repairman by trade. So he liked to fiddle with electronics. He only played piano and saxophone a little bit when he was younger.
Oh.
So he built the guitar just to build it because he thought it was fun. He actually built amplifiers and worked on them before he built guitars. And the first guitar he built wasn't like a Strat or a Telecaster. It was a lap steel. where you get the Hawaiian kind of sound.
Right.
That was the first instrument he made in the 40s, I believe. And then lastly, like I said, his first instruments were lap steel guitars.
So even though he had one eye and never played guitar,
he created one of the two most famous guitar companies on planet Earth.
Easily.
Yeah. It's
and didn't have someone else design the guitars. It's just him being a radio repairman.
And he sold Fender and then went on to create another company called Music Man, and a company which I think their guitars are as good or maybe even better than Fender's, a company called G&L. They're kind of hard to find, but when you find a G&L guitar and you play it, it is a completely different experience than playing even a Strat, even a nice Strat. Pretty cool, though. Leo Fender, there you go.
I wish I played guitar.
I know.
That's the greatest. I love it. I almost played this morning, but I didn't. Lazy. All right, 407-916-1041. Text us 77031.
Jim, there's 5 minutes left. If you want to get a seat in this Saturday's poker tournament, one of the auctions ends in 4 minutes and 45 seconds. Go to realradio.fm/poker. Click on the link for the auctions. Right now, there are 0 bids. You can get this at $150.
Damn.
It's you and a guest. The guest gets the casino pass. This Saturday, join us at our biggest event of the year, realradio.fm/poker. You got 4.5 minutes for this bid to close out.
Very nice. Hurry. Get up there and get that ticket, man. That's the last one left?
Then we do 2 auctions tomorrow and 2 on Wednesday.
Got it. Perfect. All right, let's take a little break. Back in a sec with sports with our buddy Brandon Kravitz.
Coke Zero Sugar 400 returns to the World Center of Racing with the NASCAR O'Reilly Auto Parts Series on August 28th and the Coke Zero Sugar 400 on August 29th. Experience the thrill of NASCAR like never before. Get your tickets now at DaytonaInternationalSpeedway.com. Visit realradio.fm/contest for all the info and to find out how you can score free tickets.
From the Odoo.com Traffic Center. Odoo.com, the only business software you will need.
Right lane's blocked on I-4 eastbound near Howland Boulevard. There's a crash on the ramp from 408 to I-4 westbound. An accident on Colonial Drive near Bumby Avenue. That's blocking the left lane heading westbound. The roadways are starting to get busy this afternoon, so travel with caution. See traffic troubles, call the Valvoline Instant Oil Change traffic tip line at 866-676-8477. From the Traffic Center, I'm James Birmingham.
This report is sponsored by Blindster.com.
Hi, I'm Kyle at Blindster.com. Tired of overpriced blinds? Blindster makes custom blinds simple and affordable. You measure at home, install yourself, and save big. No retail store markups, just custom blinds guaranteed to fit. Blindster.com.
Man, let me tell you one thing for sure. Your health is your wealth. And with August being National Wellness Month, not a better time to get over to Life Imaging and get your free heart scan. Just a few minimum requirements. It is a $699 value. Let me tell you something, man. Heart disease and many cancers out there will develop silently. You'll have those symptoms. So don't wait until you feel unwell to take control of your health. Feeling healthy doesn't always mean you're healthy. Early detection can really save your life, and prevention, of course, is one of the best forms of wellness. And that's what Life Imaging does better than anybody. There are no injections, no dyes. You don't take your clothes off. Guys, they made this so easy for you to find out what's going on in your body so you can take the proper steps to take care of that before it becomes a big issue. That's what they're all about. And it's so easy to make your appointment. Just pick up your cell phone, dial pound 250 and say the keyword free heart scan. That's literally all you have to do. Pound 250, say the keyword free heart scan. They'll connect you in seconds. And when you make that appointment, you're going to feel so much better. And remember, while you're there, please ask about their cancer screening as well, because early detection saves lives. It's Life Imaging.
For decades, millions have trusted AmScott when life happens. Walk in with your photo ID, proof of income, and checking account info. Walk out with $50 to $1,000. Simple, reliable, AmScott. Some restrictions apply, subject to approval.
Dan Dennis here. Look, I don't need an attorney to tell you distracted driving is bad. Orlando attorney Mo DeWitt sees the aftermath every single day, and it's awful. So do me a favor. Eyes on the road, hands on the wheel, and keep it right here on Real Radio. Injured on the go? Just call Mo. Just call Mo.com.
Sell your home stress-free this summer with the guaranteed offer from Mark Spain Real Estate. Skip the hassle of a traditional home sale while receiving the strongest cash offer on your home. Hi, it's Jack. Don't worry about repayment painting your scuffed up walls or fixing your leaky faucet, with the Guaranteed Offer, you can eliminate the costly repairs and sell your home in as little as 21 days. With over 58,000 satisfied clients, you can trust my friends at Mark Spain Real Estate to sell your home quickly and for the most money. Go to markspain.com to get a guaranteed offer on your home today and start packing.
Hey Orlando, why settle for one dealership when you can shop three? Greenway Kia's 3 Central Florida locations give you access to 3 times the inventory. Shop over 1,200 new Kias, all priced clearly online at greenwaykias.com. Plus, when you trade with us, over 40 Greenway dealerships bid on your vehicle to help maximize its value. And this week only, bring us any trade and get an additional $1,000 off your new Kia. I'm Joe Rossi, and I want to see you in a Greenway Kia.
Negative equity refinanced. All factory rebates applied.
Hey, it's that mortgage guy, Don. I can get you pre-approved in as little as 1 day, even if you're a first-time homebuyer. Get answers today at thatmortgageguyDon.com.
Hi, my name's Charles. On my way to work, I was struck by a tractor trailer. I called attorney Glenn Klausman for help. He got me to really good doctors. I don't think it's right to be bragging on a billboard or TV about getting millions of dollars for getting hurt. However, I will say Glenn Klausman got me a great settlement quicker than I thought possible. I'm very happy with the results, and that's why I'm doing this. Call Glenn Klausman at 407-917-1718. His website is KLAUSMANlaw.com. Car crash, call Klausman.
Office, Winter Park.
Imagine this, you and your love hand in hand watching the sunset from a tropical balcony or dancing under the stars on a luxury cruise. That's the magic waiting for you this summer at International Diamond Center. It's the Summer of Romance event, now for a limited time. Make any jewelry purchase over $3,500 and pack your bags for a free romantic getaway on us. Buy that perfect engagement ring or anniversary gift and let IDC buy the honeymoon or escape you'll never forget. Here's how it works. Spend $3,500 and get a 3-day, 2-night romantic hotel getaway plus a $100 Visa card and choose from over 15 dreamy sites. Spend $5,000 on her jewelry and sail away on a 3 or 4 night luxury cruise for 2, or choose a 7-night condo resort stay. Go all in at $10,000 and enjoy a 5-day, 4-night stay at an upscale tropical all-inclusive resort in one of 4 breathtaking countries. At IDC, you buy the jewelry, we give you the getaway. Hurry, this limited time offer won't last. Get all the details and restrictions at shopidc.com. International Diamond Center, Altamont Springs, Waterford Lakes, and Mall at Millennia.
There once was a magic... Sorry. At Kennedy Space Center Visitor Complex, we don't do fairy tales. We do real, like real adventures to Mars or real journeys into the future to see how imagination can really take us to strange new worlds, and real trips into the past where we meet heroes and legends way ahead of their time. Real rockets, real astronauts, real adventure, all at Kennedy Space Center Visitor Complex. Discover something real.
Someone had a birthday.
Yep, 50. Can't believe it.
50 years of wisdom.
Great segue. We have a health reminder from the CDC.
Pneumococcal vaccination is recommended for adults 50 or older. Says here, we're over 6 times more likely to be hospitalized with pneumococcal pneumonia than adults under 50.
I don't love those odds.
Same. Look what I found. Pfizer's Prevnar 20 is proven to help protect adults against pneumococcal pneumonia and invasive pneumococcal disease in just 1 dose, and millions have already gotten it.
Continued approval may depend on a supportive study. Don't get Prevnar 20 if you have a severe allergy to its ingredients. A weakened immune system may lower your response. Common side effects include injection site pain and swelling, fatigue, headache, muscle, and joint pain. For full prescribing information, please call 1-855-213-2138. Visit Prevnar20.com or talk to your doctor or pharmacist.
I'm on Prevnar20.com now, scheduling my appointment.
Good idea. And happy 50th.
If you want to buy or sell your home quickly, call Nick Lee. Download a free home buyer's guide at theNickLeeGroup.com.
Win $25,000 in free impact windows from Maurice Windows. Text TRUST to 20129.
Portions of the following program were pre-recorded.
Coming to you live from the JustCallMo.com studios. Injured on the go? Just call Mo. Need help after an accident? Visit JustCallMo.com or dial 1-800-CALL-MO. This is WTKS-FM HD1 Cocoa Beach, Orlando, an iHeart radio station. Guaranteed human. Proof that we have a face for radio. The Jim Colbert Show on YouTube. Subscribe and watch.
Security engineer and incident responder here. I love ThreatLocker. I use it in my environment. It is my favorite tool. I've been using it for the past 4 years, and Danny does not lie. It works just as you need it to.
Right on. Love hearing that. Well, they just got a massive influx of cash to expand the services and capabilities. So, really proud of those guys. He's a great dude. Interesting cat.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, 407-916-1041. Text us 77031. I'm Jim. There's Deb.
Hello.
Jack is here as well.
Indeed.
And every single Monday about right now, we do sports.
It's time to get your game on as the Jim Colbert Show unleashes the guy with the hottest takes, sharpest insight, and zero chill when it comes to sports. Here's Brendan Kravitz.
Good night for Brendan Kravitz. Hey. My mans, what's up?
First day in first grade for the little guy today, so I wanted to make sure I was home for that.
Yeah.
And this big moments. But this last week we had the Hall of Fame game. School started. I just turned 41. That's always my birthday coincides with the start of the NFL season. We're in full swing at this point.
Well, happy birthday, first things first. And I did see the
Thanks.
photograph of you taking the boy to school today, or preparing to do so. I gave you a like on Facebook. It's very cool. He looked very smart with his hair combed very perfectly first grade Alfred E. Newman to the side.
that was all mom right there. I was simply there to take the photographs, but to be a fly on the wall and to see him go through those steps in life, it's the coolest thing in the world.
Was he excited or scared?
A little nervous. But he was excited the day before, but this morning it was kind of cool to see, even at that age. I mean, he's only 6. You would think that nerves, understanding that some moments are bigger than others, that's something that doesn't really settle in until you're a teenager or even an adult.
Yeah.
But to have that sort of perspective that this is big, and it's something that, look, we go through that. We're in media. We put ourselves out there often, and sometimes you get hit with that wave. And I think if you're doing this long enough, you realize that that's when the cool stuff is going on.
Yeah.
And so trying to sort of explain that to my kid, that the nerves just mean that you're doing something awesome.
Yeah.
That's all it really means.
Yeah, the unknown of that to somebody that young is also kind of wild. You just don't know what's going to happen. You don't know who's going to be in your class. You don't know what your teacher's going to be like. There's a lot of unknowns there. That's got to be a little scary,
Absolutely. And he just switched schools too. We didn't have the world's best experience in kindergarten, so we switched. We were able to switch schools, and so it was new layout, new friends, all that. But it seemed that he said today, and I quote: "This is a 6-year-old, so they tend to exaggerate a little bit." But he said this was the best day ever. So
awesome!
That's
great.
That's all you can hope for.
Yeah, I've seen videos of parents going to pick their kids up at school in that first, second, third grade, and they are kicking and screaming. They don't want to leave because they've had so much fun making new friends, doing cool stuff at school. They did not want to go home.
Well, it goes back to what we talked about a couple of weeks ago. I had run out of ideas. I mean, by the time we got to Sunday, day before school started, I was just playing video games with them. I didn't know what else to do. I had invented a new soccer game in the garage that made me want to pass out daily. I'm getting eaten up by mosquitoes and then just passing out from heat exhaustion. I'm like, okay, we got to come up with new ideas.
What an
and then everything that you go out and do, like he likes doing escape rooms and things like that. Nothing you do costs you less than about $60.
Yeah.
Everything is a business decision.
Dude, you could not be more right. We did an escape room this past weekend. Funny you should mention that. And we're like, God dang, dude, really? To get locked in a room with a bunch of stuff? I guess. I mean, I should have been on the bottom floor of that, dude. That's the greatest. They had like 5 rooms in there. I'm like, you guys are killing me.
Jim, I started making my own in the house. Just like, hey, let me lock you in the bedroom, come up with some clues on how you can get out.
All right, so Hall of Fame game, any takeaways from that? Anything coming up for the NFL season? Any new news out there?
Yeah, I would say that, you always want a grain of salt it when it comes to the preseason, but as Hall of Fame games go, I think it may have been the best one I ever saw. It was really entertaining. And it started with a quarterback that we just watched in the national championship game in college football. Carson Beck was the starting quarterback at Miami. He was the starting quarterback for the Arizona Cardinals when they took the field in Canton, Ohio. And then it came down to the wire. He didn't play the entire game because it's the preseason, but Haynes King, who was the quarterback at Georgia Tech, balled out at the end, wound up running in a game-winning touchdown as the seconds were expiring off the clock. As exciting as a preseason game is going to get, I assure you they won't all be like that. But Carson Beck does have a legitimate chance to be a starting quarterback for the Cardinals, who are not expected to be very good this year. We have a couple of injuries. Laramie Tunsil, the starting left tackle for Jaden Daniels, who had a really down year. It is his sophomore season. He just went down with a bicep injury. He's probably going to be out for the entire year. That's a huge blow for Daniels, who is expecting to take that step back to what he was as a rookie. So that's huge. What else do we have? You got all the issues going on with Tampa. Baker Mayfield feels disrespected. He's still on the field, but Vita Vea, who's their best defensive player, is still holding out because he wants to be traded. And then the reports out of Miami are really positive. Malik Willis, the Dolphins roster is not very good, so I wouldn't have high expectations for the Fins, but they got Malik Willis, who was the backup quarterback for the Green Bay Packers last year, and by all accounts, he looks fantastic. So I can't wait to see what that looks like in the preseason.
Yeah, Jags, anything happening with the Jags other than just kind of the same team looking good? I mean, any news?
The news seems to be flowing about how Travis Hunter is being used. They need his help at defensive back, but he's so good at wide receiver, that they're having a hard time keeping him off the field. And he's adamant about wanting to play both sides. He really likes being different in that way. He did it in college, but we know it's a different world doing it at Colorado than doing it in the AFC.
Yeah.
So he's going to have, and he wasn't able to stay healthy last year. Yeah. But he's bulked up, and he, by all accounts, looks great in practice.
Yeah, but there's no way that the ownership is going to allow him to have two opportunities to get injured on every.
That's
there's
the problem.
just no way possible they're going to do that, right? Invest a bunch of money.
Yeah,
in the
you
guy
just increase
just because he feels like doing it. There's no way they're doing that.
You increase your probability every time you go out there in practice or in the game. The more that you're on the field, the more likely it is you're going to get hurt. And it's not even just about the obvious, which is the wearing down of your body, but the more reps that you're out there, the more chance you have at potential injury, and then freak things happen. It was a non-contact injury that took him down. It wasn't like his body wore down. He just kind of tweaked the knee last year, but I think he's going to be pretty special.
Any news that the coaches are kind of into this or no? I mean, I can imagine any of the coaching staff, other than the defense coach or secondary coach, that would want that guy on the field more than just offense. I mean, that's the whole idea, right? He's supposed to be a weapon, and this would be a real good year for, I think, have we seen what Travis is? I mean, there are no more surprises.
Not really.
You don't think so? After 5 seasons?
Well, last year was his rookie season.
No, I'm talking about. I'm talking about the.
You were talking about the quarterback,
Trevor. Yeah, my apologies. Yeah.
Oh, got you. Okay, yeah, Trevor. Well, Trevor Lawrence really exploded last year. Down the stretch, he was one of the best quarterbacks in the NFL, and would have been in an MVP discussion if Drake May and Matt Stafford weren't lighting it up the way that they did. But I think there's real belief that he can be good again. Liam Cohen, the head coach, is an offensive wizard that seems to have unlocked him. He's got really good wide receivers. They traded for one in the middle of the season last year from the Raiders that helped them a ton. Travis Etienne is gone, so that could be a problem because they played together since college. But the Jags should be a really good team. I think they're one of the best teams in the AFC. There's just not. This is good. I think if you're a Jags fan, no news is good news as far as they go. Just stay healthy, and they should be really competitive this year.
And switch over to baseball. Wasn't there a big trade that was supposed to go down? Is there some trade news in baseball?
So the trade deadline was 10 days ago in Major League Baseball, and the big fish that was out there that everybody wanted was Tarek Skubal, the pitcher for the Tigers. He's won the last 2 Cy Youngs in the American League. The guy is an absolute stud, 29 years old, in the thick of his prime, and wouldn't you know it, he now plays for the LA Dodgers.
The Dodgers
that was the big move. There were other teams that made acquisitions. The Red Sox got the star catcher from my Baltimore Orioles, Adley Rutschman, so they've improved in a big way, and they're the hottest team in baseball right now. The weird thing about the Dodgers is that they're ice cold right now. They can't seem to win. They're not completely healthy at the moment, but it's like none of it. It all just feels like they're just going through the motions right now.
But isn't that what we said last year and the year before with the Dodgers? Like they just need to make the playoff. They don't really need to be that good going in because they just basically get there and then just switch into that 5th or 6th gear and let it rip. Isn't that what they've done before?
Absolutely, and that's your pitching rotations shorten. You let your best pitchers go longer than you do in the regular season, and the stars with bats in their hands, there are some guys that step up to the moment. There are some guys that step back in the moment, and the Dodgers seem to have all the guys that hit when they need to.
Yeah.
Like that's the knock against Aaron Judge. He's arguably the best hitter in baseball right now. He's not healthy at the moment, but Aaron Judge in the playoffs just shrinks.
Yeah.
It's the opposite of what the Yankees got for years, generations, it felt like decades with Derek Jeter, where he would save his best moments for the postseason. That's what you have to be able to deliver. That's what Ohtani delivers. That's what Mookie Betts delivers. The best players on the Dodgers all play well when the lights shine the brightest. That's my problem with the Rays right now. They've got to show it to me in the postseason because all of their guys are shrinkers, not risers when it comes to postseason play. But they are quietly the best team in baseball. They're one of the best teams in sports that nobody talks about. They have 70 wins. They're one of the top 4 teams in the entire league. They're definitely the best team in the American League. They just swept the Seattle Mariners in Seattle this past weekend. Nobody talks about them. They are really good, but they got to show it in the playoffs.
Yeah, for sure. Well, buddy, it's always good talking to you. Congratulations on your birthday. Happy birthday, and congratulations on your son going to first grade for the first time.
And having the best day ever.
And having the best day ever.
Best day ever. I'm going to go have the best dinner. I'm going to go have the best dinner ever.
All right,
yeah.
very
Thank
good. Always
you
good
guys.
seeing you. Good luck for Brandon. What do you say, guys?
Yay!
Have a good one, big dog. We'll see you soon.
See you guys.
All right, buddy. 407-916-1041. Ray Tremley next.
Real Radio is on Facebook at Real Radio 1041. Sponsored by the law offices of Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Call the law offices of Anajar and Levine at 1-800-747-FREE.
That's 1-800-747-3733. From the Klausman Law Traffic Center, car crash, call Klausman Law. KlausmanLaw.com.
Right lane's blocked on I-4 eastbound near Howland Boulevard. There's a crash on the ramp from 408 to I-4 westbound. An accident on Colonial Drive near Bumby Avenue. That's blocking the left lane heading westbound. The roadways are starting to get busy this afternoon, so travel with caution. See traffic troubles, call the Valvoline Instant Oil Change traffic tip line at 866-676-8477. From the Traffic Center, I'm James Birmingham.
This report is sponsored by Valvoline Instant Oil Change.
Valvoline Instant Oil Change.
270 hours of training, that's what their techs go through. Best not trust your engine with just any buckaroo. Valvoline Instant Oil Change. Change wisely.
Guys, here in Central Florida, vital that you have an AC company that you can trust. Vital that you have an AC company that you can lean on every single time you have a problem with your AC. For me and many people in this building, it is Mills Air. These guys have been doing it since 1992. That is 30 years of experience right here in Central Florida, keeping you and your family nice and comfortable. Had lunch with Leon Mills just a couple weeks ago, and just going back to that original story, man, he split out of the company he was working for years ago. They weren't doing it the way he liked. They weren't giving the great deals. Little shady. He says, I'll do it myself. Starts out with one van. Now 60 vans to cover you wherever you are in Central Florida to give you the best service out there. And their techs are awesome. And plus, Mills Air is a Carrier factory authorized dealer. That's important. That could get you up to $1,275 in rebates towards a brand new Carrier unit. You can always turn to the experts at Carrier and always turn to family owned and operated Mills Air. Call these guys today. It's 407-277-1159. Online, millsair.com.
Orlando. It's Lions versus Lions when Orlando City battles FC Cincinnati. Saturday, August 15th at 7:30 p.m. Get your tickets now at orlandocitysc.com/tickets. That's orlandocitysc.com/tickets.
Can you believe kids are already going back to school? And while it's hard to admit, that means another allergy season is just around the corner. Set your appointment today at Aspire Allergy and Sinus and find a solution for the whole family. Studies show that kids with allergies have a hard time concentrating in school and have more absences than those without allergies. So what are you waiting for? Go to AspireAllergy.com and book your appointment today. That's AspireAllergy.com.
Did you know that Budweiser has donated over $33 million to Folds of Honor, supporting families of fallen and injured military members and first responders? As Budweiser celebrates 150 years, Daytona Beverages is proud to continue that mission with the Folds of Honor Local Heroes Challenge. This summer, every Budweiser and Bud Light sold helps fund scholarships right here at home. So at the beach, on the boat, or at the grill, choose Bud or Bud Light and raise one for our local heroes. Daytona Beverages, locally owned and operated in Volusia County.
Sell your home stress-free this summer with a guaranteed offer from Mark Spain Real Estate. Skip the hassle of a traditional home sale while receiving the strongest cash offer in the industry. Hi, it's Jack, and I'm here with my friend Mark Spain. Mark, how does the guaranteed offer from Mark Spain Real Estate eliminate all the stress for the home seller?
Well, selling your home through a traditional way is very stressful because you have costly repairs, you have appraisals, you have a lot of things that add stress to an already stressful situation. With the guaranteed offer, there are no repairs, there's no showings, there's no lock boxes. It's real simple. We bring you a strong cash offer. You can close in as little as 21 days and move when you want to, on your time.
Thanks to the guaranteed offer from Mark Spain Real Estate, you can skip the hassle of a traditional home sale and move when you're ready. Go to markspain.com and find out what your guaranteed offer will be. There is no obligation. That's markspain.com and start packing.
That's Alina's family group chat. Someone's always sending a blessing
or starting a poll about the baby shower theme at midnight.
With Real Unlimited from Total Wireless, she's always in the loop, whether she wants to be or not. Switch to Total Wireless Total Starter Plan or higher and get a Samsung Galaxy A16 5G on us. And from now until September 1st, get free activation by skipping the access charge. Go to your local Total Wireless store today. Total Wireless, your own Real Unlimited.
I'm not great with words after a fight, and I'm sorry wasn't cutting it this time. So I used Smile Tunes to write a soulful ballad about how she's always right. By the second chorus, the silent treatment was officially over. Visit SmileTunes.com and get out of the doghouse today.
It's the difference between trying to talk to your friends over the music at a bar and having dinner where you can actually hear each other. Between getting food delivered and cooking something you know she's gonna love. It's the difference between a rough nicotine pouch and On Plus nicotine pouches with Nico Silk Mesh. No corners, no rough edges, just the softest pouch on the planet. On Plus nicotine pouches. It's the difference that changes everything.
Not all varieties available in all geographies. Warning, this product contains nicotine. Nicotine is an addictive chemical.
My obstructive hypertrophic cardiomyopathy kept me from baseball games with my boys. The stairs were too much. With Camzyos, my symptoms have improved and I can be more active again. Camzyos is a cardiac myosin inhibitor, the first in its class to treat adults with symptomatic OHCM. Camzyos may improve your symptoms and ability to be active. And it reduced obstruction in the heart 4 times more.
In a 30-week study, Camzyos, mavacamten, reduced post-exercise obstruction on average 47 units of pressure versus 10 with placebo. Results may vary. Camzyos may cause serious side effects, including heart failure that can lead to death, a risk that's increased with serious infection, irregular heartbeat, or with certain other medicines. Do not stop, start, or change medicines or dose without telling your doctor. You must have echocardiograms before and during treatment. Seek help for new or worsening heart failure symptoms. Camzyos is only available through a restricted program. Before taking, tell your doctor about all your medical conditions and current or planned pregnancy, as Camzyos may harm your unborn baby.
Visit Camzyos.com or call 1-855-CAMZYOS. Actor Portrayal.
Workdays work better with food. And not just any food, the good stuff. That's why there's Easy Cater, the workplace food platform where you can order from a huge variety of great restaurants for any group size, anytime, anywhere, all in one place. Whether it's gourmet deli trays for the client meeting, spicy noodles for the night shift, tacos for the weekend crew, or a big box of brownies to tell your team, thank you. Just use Easy Cater, one platform to feed them all and feed them well. Start an order at easycater.com.
You're listening to The Jim Colbert Show on Real Radio 104.1.
I mean, let's be real here, guys. Does the average country music fan know how to work a computer?
No, stop.
Have they been on YouTube?
Stop.
Again, the average. Oh, God, I don't want to be that guy, but I just was that guy, so sue me, yeehaws.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you know, you could be that guy because, I mean, like 4 or 5 people the immediate minute I mentioned that, they're like, well, they're probably working. I'm like, well, you know, people who listen to rap work, people who listen to pop music work, people who listen to rock music work.
No, that's not what they said. They said they got one hand around the saddle and the other around a cold beer.
Is that what it is? All right, very good.
They texted.
Welcome back to the Jim Colbert Show. I'm Jim. There's Deb.
Hello.
Jack is here.
You.
And every single Monday around this time, we invite this gentleman by. You may have heard him at TK Law, onefirmforlife.com. You guys give it up good and loud for Mr. Ray Trindley.
You know, my very first concert was a country concert.
Was it really?
It was Garth Brooks.
Oh, no way.
Yeah.
Yeah, my
It
wife.
was a great show.
Yeah, my wife saw him when they were in town last and said it was one of the best concerts she'd ever been to.
I remember that was my very first, and then Red Hot Chili Peppers was my second. And I don't know. I like all kinds of music and still listen to country occasionally.
Do you really? We were talking about Ella Langley, that chick who is choosing Texas, and one of the things I couldn't understand is, that song's been number one for like 16 weeks. Morgan Wallen just
Wildly
knocked it
popular,
off, right?
yeah.
And but the video for it only has like 80 million views. So
Only.
yeah, it is only.
See, I
because-
thought that was a lot, but apparently, by comparison, it's music that's much better.
But when you go to, like, let's say you go to an Ariana Grande tune, and look at that, it's got like 300 million views, and all the little Taylor Swift billion views. Why? Why do country music fans not like consume that part of her art, but they consume the song?
I think on the pop stuff, I think that's more. I think you get more views from one listener, from one viewer. I think they'll watch that over and over again. Maybe an older country music fan.
Yeah.
You watch it once or twice and you're good.
And by the way, country music fans don't have those kind of teeny bopper pop fans,
Right.
that are running to the front of the stage and stuff. It doesn't really work like that with country music.
Although Ella Langley, I think, would be trending on the younger side. But, I mean, I'll use Taylor Swift as an example. Every time she drops anything new, my daughter will play that on repeat.
Oh, yeah.
And watch it on YouTube and watch the video behind the video.
When she drops an album, they have listener parties where like hundreds of them, like they had one.
It's wild.
I think Johnny's House did a Taylor Swift listener party, and there was like 1,000 girls there or something. It's ridiculous. Anyway, so I called you. I texted you this morning. I said, this is an interesting case. I kind of want to find out what legally can happen here, all right?
Let's talk about it.
Well, we hear about this stuff quite often. This case seemed to be the one that would be kind of egregious because it seems very solvable. And I don't have the story in front of me, but the story was this. It was a Canadian flight going from Toronto to another part of Canada, I believe. And there was a woman on the plane who had a 2-year-old child. And the 2-year-old child would not allow anybody to buckle them into the seat. Throwing fits, raising hell, all the admonitions from mom, nothing worked. They would not do it. The kid would not do it. 2 years old. They turned the plane around and took it back to the terminal. The people had to disembark the plane, go into the hotel, go into the airport. Deb said some of them had to sleep in the airport overnight, and they missed everything that they were set up for. For a 2-year-old child, not holding a gun, not starting a fight, not being verbally abusive to anybody, not slapping the ass of a flight attendant, not hammered drunk, just being a prick of a 2-year-old.
I was going to say, I wouldn't expect any of that at 2, maybe 3. 3.5, 4.
Just being a prick of a 2-year-old.
Yeah.
So in other words, my thing was this. Like, those people may have had really important plans. What if one's going to a funeral or a business meeting or a job interview that they have one shot at? A wedding that can only happen one time. And they can't make it there because this effing 2-year-old can't keep its crap together. My question is that parent liable for those things? I mean, is the airline liable? Look, you can understand if somebody pulls out a knife or takes a swing at somebody. That's a disruptive person. They need to be off the plane. They're dangerous to the crew. This kid's not dangerous to anybody. It's just an at-hole.
Well, and I think from a context standpoint, we can all agree that if somebody is endangering all the other passengers on the plane, we got to get that person off the plane, restrain them, all those things.
Yeah.
Where I would guess they would couch this would be is that the passenger was not compliant to their instructions. And so as an airline company, they're what we call a common carrier. And so a common carrier actually has a higher standard of care than, for example, when you walk into a business establishment and you slip and fall, right? That's a reasonable care standard.
Right.
Common carriers have to use the utmost care, and that basically, even if the most careful person were to approach the situation, could they have been more careful? I mean, that's really the standard. And then contractually, right? What does an airline have you do when you go online and you buy those airline tickets, or you call your travel agent and buy those tickets, is they start contracting away as much of that as they can.
Right.
So they say, in the fine print, you're going to cooperate with everything that we say or do. Like if we give you a reasonable instruction, you're going to follow it. And if you don't do that, then these are the consequences. And then the FAA also has its standards that if you fail to, if you violate federal law, that they can impose $50,000 fines and punishments and things like that. And so, from an airline standpoint, they're going to treat this as almost like an act of God, right? Like we tried to control this 2-year-old, we couldn't.
So are the parents.
Or they're going to specifically say that this passenger refused to follow their instruction. So the airline company probably has the most clear line of recourse against this parent and say, you caused us to spend an additional, $50,000 in fuel, plus we had to reroute all these passengers, and we had to pay these pilots and all this stuff because of you. That's probably the most clear line of liability. From a fellow passenger standpoint, we generally only see liability for when somebody does something so extreme and so outrageous that it causes severe emotional distress.
I just want to make sure.
Yeah.
So this kid that refused to be seatbelted. The parent had no control over the child whatsoever. That kid causes me to miss a business appointment that cost me the biggest sale of my life, changing my life kind of money, or maybe even going to a wedding of my only daughter, going to the funeral of my mom. None of that matters. Like, there's no liability held for that, just for being a dick. I mean, if this child wasn't like throwing up, the child wasn't sick, didn't break an arm, the kid was just an asshole, and the parent could not control it, and no one's liable for anything that happens because of that.
Why did I say nobody? So again, I think the parent could be liable from the airline standpoint.
But that ain't going to help me. That's not going to put my mom back out of the ground so I can watch her get buried.
Sure. No, and I think
what would you say the airline did wrong where they deserve where they should be forced to reimburse you?
Well, the airline did not control the situation. They could have easily put that person off and continue on with the flight.
Well, that was the plan. The texter says the plan was for them to drop the mom and the child off, but by the time they would have returned, the airport was closed.
Closed?
So that's why they had to cancel the flight.
It's Canada. They don't stay open 24/7 up there.
And I think, to Jack's, point there, the idea is that they have to do what's best for everybody on the plane. And well, but if there's a passenger who's being disruptive, even if it's a 2-year-old and they're not complying and they're not following instructions, they probably have a black and white rule that if they've given this instruction and they don't follow it, then this is what they're going to do. Like, they just have a policy, and that way everybody gets treated the same way. That way everybody's fair. And so they're not looking at just for the passengers on that plane, looking for all the passengers on all their planes. And so, I think that when you bring up the, wedding, funeral, or biggest sale issue, you'd have to prove somehow that the person who's being disruptive knew that you had this big deal that you were going to close, and obviously you have to show that you were actually going to close it and it's not speculative, but knew that you had this deal that you were about to close, that was going to close, I should say, and they've intentionally acted out to prevent you or thwart you from being able to make it. That's a really hard thing to prove, when somebody's just being a jerk, on a plane.
What a policy. That's so wild to me.
I'm surprised that the airline didn't try to get people hotels. Again, I don't know where in Canada this was.
Yeah, I can tell you right here. It's Porter Airlines was flying from Victoria International Airport in British Columbia to Toronto. And the flight was at 11:03. I see this in the story. The airport closes at 12:30. I mean, it's their airport.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know, man. It just seems so insane that this can happen, completely disrupt 100 people, maybe more that are on this airliner. Have them spend that money. I'm sure the airline will reimburse them for things like that, but they can't reimburse that time. They can't reimburse moments that were lost there, maybe moments that'll never happen again.
11:03 p.m. flight with a 2-year-old. I bet that kid did not have a nap, and I think the mom is now liable again.
Yeah.
Well, and as you say, it wouldn't surprise me if the airline doesn't go after the parent to some degree, but I also think about it this standpoint. what's the likelihood this lady's going to pay that whatever the number is?
I think it's a bad look for the airline to go after a mom who couldn't control her 2-year-old.
You think you just
child.
throw her on the do not fly list and don't let her fly again?
I think you don't even really do anything.
Well, then if that's the case, and this child they try to fly again, do you warn the flight? Hey, by the way, the last time this kid tried to fly, it stopped the entire blinking airplane from taking off, and the kid was a complete prick and would not sit in her train. So you're rolling the dice, hopping on this plane.
Not at all. Just call my mom. She'll have that little guy.
Chunkletta?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
She'll bring out the chunklet. You'll
Yeah.
be quiet for the rest of the flight.
I think you have to be on the no-fly list for that company because I'm telling you, I feel the same way. If I got on that plane and I found out, like, oh, by the way, it's happening again.
So it's just the child that's on the no-fly list, not the parents, right?
No, I think you got to
It's
throw
the
the
parent.
mom on there too because there's some obligation for her to keep her 2-year-old under control. And again, this isn't a situation where the kid was crying and was just cranky from not having a nap. This is the mom saying, I don't care what you say. I'm not going to buckle my child up. And again, the airlines as a common carrier are required to keep the utmost care. And so it's like, hey, even though you're an adult and you're a grown person and you can make decisions on your own behalf, we're going to tell you to put your seatbelt on because there's rough skies ahead, right? They tell you what to do when you're supposed to do it.
Sure.
And so, I think you have to put both the parent and the child on the no-fly list. And I agree with Jim. I think that if you don't do that, this child and the mother get on another airplane and they do this exact same thing.
Oh, you are opening.
Now I'm going to say you knew that this was a problem and you still let them on for their, $60 flight ticket or
They're
whatever.
not willfully doing it. They're not the child is, and the mom is not benefiting from this. The mother is being wildly inconvenienced by this bratty 2-year-old.
No, she's being obstinate. All she had to do is buckle the kid's seat up.
Yeah.
I don't know. Like, I get it when kids are, what I feel bad for is the kids who can't adjust the pressure in their ears. And then you see them crying and you're you know exactly what's happening. And that's painful, even for an adult. And that's a different situation from like, no, I'm not going to buckle my kid up. If my kid gets hurt on this airplane, I'm suing you. It's a pretty terrible parenting moment.
So I don't think the mom refused to buckle it up. I think the kid just wouldn't have it.
I heard that even fellow passengers, flight attendants, other passengers were trying to get the 2-year-old buckled up and to no avail.
How can you not hold a kid down?
It's a 4.5-hour flight. So it's like flying from Orlando to Vegas.
Here, take a little sip of this, honey.
Yeah. That's what,
you're going to get a little drowsy.
But I don't think it was the kid. I keep going back. I don't think it was the kid. I think it's the parent. I think it's the parent's job to make sure their child follows the instruction.
True.
And it's a seatbelt. It's not like the child wasn't going to sleep or the child wasn't stopping screaming.
Yeah, we're not asking it to clean the toilet.
Right.
Yeah, just sit.
You can't reason with a 2-year-old, right? Well, you try to reason with
Also,
a 2-year-old. You can't hold them liable.
Oh, yeah.
It was the parent's responsibility to prep that child for a flight to behave properly.
Yeah.
And I thought we had air marshals on all these flights. We could just put that kid in some handcuffs, strapped him to the bottom of the seat.
Should have bear sprayed his ass. There would have been a belt out for sure. It would have been the seatbelt, though. That's an ass whooping my dad would have given me in front of everybody as a lesson on how to whoop an ass.
I was going to say, most of the time,
I would have suffered greatly.
Most of the time you go to the bathroom or you go to the car for something that.
No.
That I agree. That's something that you just do.
My dad would have held me up like a fish and beat me in a circle, dude.
Where was that kid's iPad?
That's exactly what I was thinking, Jack.
Why couldn't the mom bribe that child into good behavior like most other parents?
That only happens with American children. The Canadian children,
they don't do
that. You can't bribe them.
You need a nice book for Canadian kids.
Some Canadian bacon.
Yeah. So that's kind of wild. I mean, that's obviously a case you would never take. There's a precedent set there. You can't really do anything because you said the airline has a responsibility to tend to everyone, and that's the safest way for them to do it.
Yeah, and I think setting the precedent that there's some duty that you have to your everybody laughs when I say duty.
No, just everybody on this show.
It happens in my office too sometimes.
Okay.
There's no duty you have to your co-passengers, right? Yeah. Now again, contractually, the airline has some liability, some ability to go after them, but.
Can you imagine what eyes were cut at that parent as people were offloading their stuff, getting ready to wait now because you have to wait for the luggage to be unloaded so that you can sleep in the airport overnight that's closed so you can't get any food or drink or have a cocktail or anything? Yeah, fun.
Yeah, it sounds like fun.
God almighty. That would be unbelievable. Like, they don't do this for cruise ships. And I'm like, oh, you've been an ass. Let's turn you around. They put your ass on the dock and they say you get yourself home. We saw that happen.
I thought they put you in the brig. Isn't there a brig on the cruise ships?
They will. Yeah. If you do something so egregious, they will. We watched it on one of our monster cruises.
Really?
We had somebody get so blanked up on MDMA, they actually went to the bathroom in the hallway because they couldn't find their room and they had to go. So he just kind of leaned up against the wall and squatted down in the hallway. They put that guy on the dock in the French island. What is it?
Antigua? No.
What French island did you guys go
it's
to?
St. Croix and St. Thomas and
St. Lucia?
Yeah, St. Lucia. One of those is run by the French, and they put that guy on the dock there and said, "Get your own way home." And by the way, he was from California.
Oh, so it wasn't Jack this time.
No, he had to fly from there to Florida and then pay for a flight from Florida back to California. We figure it cost him like $7,000 for that.
Well, that'd be my thought with this mother and her child is if they put you on a no-fly list. I don't know if that happens to like all the airlines, but like, are you now driving from BC to Toronto?
Yeah,
like that's a long drive.
20 hours.
Martinique, St. Martin.
Yeah, St. Martin's where it was. That's right there. Stop right there. I think that's actually Dutch, though, isn't it? St. Martin?
Well, half of it, there's a French side, and the other half is Dutch.
Yeah, but I think it was St. Martin. Russ would be able to remember a little bit better, but yeah, they put that guy on the dock and they said, "We wish you the very best."
Wow.
You have violated every rule we have on this boat, and that was tough with this crew.
Wow.
Because we were rule violators by the rule of it.
That sounds about right.
Hang loose, buddy.
I'll be hanging loose.
All right, Deb, got some news for us?
Yeah, flying vehicle technology is going to be tested right here in Central Florida. We have a sad update on Jackie the Bald Eagle. And make sure you grab some Powerball tickets on your way home tonight. We'll talk about that next during You Heard It Here First.
You got it. Take a little break. We'll come back and get Deb's news and get the hell out of here on a Monday.
Coming up tonight on Real Radio at 7, it's a corporate time with Tom and Dan. Brought to you by MyEternalVitality.com and Modern Plumbing Industries. At 9 p.m., it's Real Laughs with comedians James McGill and Ken. And Real Music starts tonight at 10 on Real Radio 104.1.
From the Odoo.com Weather Center, Odoo.com, the only business software you will need.
We're getting back to school with hotter and drier conditions. Hi there, I'm Fox 35 Storm Team meteorologist TJ Springer. Just some spotty showers and thunderstorms for the remainder of our Monday. The heat, certainly the bigger story for us. Feels pretty rough out there. Any storm that does get going still could produce some torrential rain and frequent lightning, but they'll fade away tonight. Temps dip back into the middle and upper 70s for our Tuesday, our second day back to school, or maybe the first day for some districts. Mainly dry start, but we'll have a few showers and thunderstorms in the afternoon with a weak front dropping in. Highs look to top out into the middle and upper 90s. From the Fox 35 Storm Center, I'm meteorologist TJ Springer.
This report is sponsored by Audible. When you start listening to books on Audible, traffic might seem like less of an annoyance and more of an opportunity for another chapter. Audible, stories that speak to you. New members can start listening with a 30-day free trial at audible.com.
Man, real estate market trends are an extremely local thing. I learned that for buying and selling a number of homes here in Central Florida. And what I did learn was this. You got to have a good real estate team if you want to maximize the value of the home that you're selling. No question. And something else you need to realize, selling a home in Central Florida is way different than selling a home anywhere else in the U.S. It just is. And if you want to maximize the value of your home here, you got one shot. Use the Nickley Group. These guys on average get 6% more for their listings than their competitors, and they sell those homes twice as fast. I mean, that's more money in your pocket faster. That way you can move on to that next stage of your life. And if you're just moving here, welcome to Florida. If you're looking to buy a house, you better have the right real estate group because you could overpay. You could buy in an area that you don't know about and get yourself in a situation you don't want to be in. Let these guys find you plenty of options to check off all the boxes for you and your family. They do this all the time. That's why they're the #1 real estate team in all of Central Florida, selling a home about every 7 hours. 4,000 5-star reviews and a VIP program that breaks all the rules, free appraisals, free home warranties, free moving trucks and supplies, and an early access program to get you into off-market properties before they even get listed. It's the NickleyGroup.com. That's NICKLEY Group.com.
Hey, it's that mortgage guy, Don. Rates are near 3-year lows, and if you have a rate above 6.5, you may be able to lower it a point or more.
With that mortgage guy, Don.com.
Our
iHeartRadio Music Festival
Presented by Capital One.
is coming back to Las Vegas.
September 18th and 19th at T-Mobile Arena.
Stream it live on Disney Plus and Hulu. And keep listening for the next chance to win your way to be there.
The iHeartRadio Music Festival is connecting all of us. Capital One is the proud presenting partner of iHeartRadio Music Festival, bringing great products, rewards, and services to its customers. What's in your wallet?
Mills Air in business since 1992. That's over 30 years here in Central Florida. They're not going anywhere. Carrier factory authorized dealer. You can always turn to the experts at Carrier. Equipment changeouts and upgrades right now with up to $1,275 in rebates. Visit millsair.com.
Russ Rollins here. When friends ask me who I trust for my home remodeling projects, I give them the same answer all the time. Mike the Home Builder, HBNUSA.com. Mike's a fourth-generation contractor with more than 36 years of experience. I trust HBN USA because Mike's honest, explains everything clearly, and gives straightforward pricing with no surprises. That's why HBNUSA.com is the only company I recommend for bathroom remodeling, roofing, gutters, and windows and door replacement. If your bathroom's outdated or showing signs of wear, Mike and his team can transform it into a beautiful, low-maintenance bath or shower using quality products from trusted brands like Moen. For a limited time, qualified buyers can enjoy no payments until 2028. And check this out. You call my buddy Mike the Home Builder now, and he'll give you an additional $500 off your bath project. Call 407-754-1814. That's 407-754-1814 or visit hbnusa.com. License number CBC 1255975 and CCC 1329039.
Join Jim Colbert on The Jim Colbert Show for his Cigar of the Week segment every Friday afternoon at 3:45. You can pick up these featured cigars at all 3 Corona Cigar Company locations, Dr. Phillips, Heathrow, and downtown. Learn more at coronacigar.com.
Imagine this, you and your love hand in hand watching the sunset from a tropical balcony or dancing under the stars on a luxury cruise. That's the magic waiting for you this summer at International Diamond Center. It's the Summer of Romance event, now for a limited time. Make any jewelry purchase over $3,500 and pack your bags for a free romantic getaway on us. Buy that perfect engagement ring or anniversary gift and let IDC buy the honeymoon or escape you'll never forget. Here's how it works. Spend $3,500 and get a 3-day, 2-night romantic hotel getaway plus a $100 Visa card and choose from over 15 dreamy sites. Spend $5,000 on her jewelry and sail away on a 3 or 4-night luxury cruise for 2, or choose a 7-night condo resort stay. Go all in at $10,000 and enjoy a 5-day, 4-night stay at an upscale tropical all-inclusive resort in one of 4 breathtaking countries. At IDC, you buy the jewelry, we give you the getaway. Hurry, this limited time offer won't last. Get all the details and restrictions at shopidc.com. International Diamond Center, Altamont Springs, Waterford Lakes, and Mall at Millennia.
I move mountains for a living. Literally. That means I don't carry hand lotion, and when it comes to serious heartburn, I don't mess around with anything but Rolaids Max Strength. Its dual-active formula has 1,500 milligrams of calcium carbonate and magnesium hydroxide that relieves heartburn fast. And the best part? The roll fits right here in my pocket, so I can get back to moving mountains.
Rolaids spells powerful relief. 1,500 milligrams is our highest amount of antacid per tablet. Read each label. Use as directed. Keep out of reach of children.
Now that we have AT&T Fiber Internet in our home, our connection's so fast it can handle streaming, gaming, surfing, and video conferencing for the whole family. The only downside? Our kids' friends are coming over way more often than we'd like. Hey, Jaden, Braden, Zayden, come on in, you guys. Luke, what's up, buddy? How's baseball going? I've got the game streaming in the den. Maybe you can pick up some pointers before we take on Kennedy next week. Ashley A, Ashley D, Ashley P, is this for a group project again? Because last time it looked a lot like high-speed reality TV research. Hey, Kristen! You got the ring light and the tripod this time. Don't forget to tag the house with the fastest internet. Honey, it's going to be another late one. We're going to need more snacks.
Tell all your neighbors, AT&T Fiber has arrived. Hyper-fast internet is now available in your neighborhood. Learn more at att.com/internet. Limited availability in select areas.
Need help navigating your will or trust? Visit onefirmforlife.com today for your free consultation.
Stay tuned to The Jim Colbert Show as we demonstrate our attitude of gratitude. Our thank you segment is sponsored by Life Imaging FLA. Now open. Call pound 250 keyword heart scan.
Our friends at TK Law want to remind us to look ahead, so we will look ahead tomorrow on Real Radio Tuesday edition. Monsters get you started Angelique will be in It's a Tuesday. And Detective Barb, we expect to see her as well. And the boys will be there, of course. That's on the Monsters on a Tuesday. Now, when it comes time for you to look ahead for you and your family's future, whether it's estate planning, wills, the living kind, the other kind as well, even trusts, you can trust Ray Trenley and his team at TK Law. Online at onefirmforlife.com.
You're listening to The Jim Colbert Show, also available to watch. Yeah. We like it when you watch. At The Jim Colbert Show on YouTube. It's time for a talkback purge on The Jim Colbert Show.
How do you do, Colbert crew? You know, your favorite tea bag and the villas of Duval. And today we raised a beer to the villages. Went to go check the mail today. Someone apparently didn't like the booze they had, so left about 5 bottles up at the mailbox. So, went to go check the mail, got some bills, got a free bottle of Cruzan rum.
Nice!
Thank you, villages. Have a good show, y'all. Peace!
I don't know if that's your free bottle of rum, dude.
Good afternoon, crew. I went to see a play in Mount Dorothy Ice House Theater, All Shook Up. The lead actor, I swear, Jack could have been up there singing and dancing.
It was me.
It was really a good show.
Oh, it was not me.
Anyway, I hope you get to go see it. All Shook Up at Ice House Theater featuring Jack Bradshaw.
There you go.
It is not me.
It is you, Jack.
Hey guys, I know how fond you are of dad jokes, and I just thought of one. Tell me if it's funny. I don't know. Let's see. Let's try it out. I just flew in from a Transformers convention, and boy, are my arms tires.
It's not bad. It's not terrible, dude.
I think he's got something there.
Y'all keep talking about watching. Well, country music doesn't have anything to look at. They're just standing there singing.
Yo, Jack, you know what I love about Audi? Is you can find a quarter on the ground that looks like it's been run over by a train, just mangled, and you can barely fit it in the cart slot, and you can run it through Audi, and then you come out with a new cart and a brand new shiny quarter, and somebody else gets screwed up with that mangled thing. It's hilarious, man. I know you know what I'm talking about, Jack.
I do know what you're talking about, sir. Oh, my.
Give me back my son.
Light the candle. Flip the pancake. Attaboy, go get him.
All right, there you go. That's the purge. That's the leftover talkbacks from the entire day. And we're going to blow them out at the end of the show for the purge.
Indeed.
Yeah, for sure.
You enjoy that, don't you?
Yeah, I do. I think it's fun. Welcome back. I'm Jim. Deb and Jack and Ray are here as well. Speaking of Deb, let's do You Heard It Here First.
It's time for You Heard It Here First on The Jim Colbert Show.
Well, flying cars could soon be part of the Central Florida skyline. Governor Ron DeSantis says the cars could start operating in the region by the end of this year and says the new vehicles won't disrupt the communities in which they're used.
These happen to be electric powered, which is very quiet. And so you can take these and drop them into like a major city without having a disruption like you would with a helicopter.
So the plan focuses on electric air taxis that can take off and land vertically. No runway necessary. Potentially offering a new way to get around the busy I-4 corridor. Before all of this happens, officials still have to work through questions like safety, infrastructure, regulation, and cost.
Is that all?
Does nobody know how hard it is to fly a helicopter?
Yeah, it is.
Gravity is undefeated.
Yeah.
All right, Jackie, the big bear bald eagle who achieved internet fame, unfortunately has died, according to her caregivers. She died early today, according to the Raptor Center, Ojai Raptor Center. Her condition had gotten worse over the past few days, the center said. Jackie had been in the center's care since she was found last month, unable to fly after a fight with 2 other eagles.
Yeah.
She had severe anemia, but no cause of her condition was ever determined. Jackie's remains are now in the care of the California Department of Fish and Wildlife.
Wild, man.
I know. Wild.
Yeah.
And then the Powerball jackpot is now worth over $900 million.
Get my tickets on the way home.
Nobody matched
You
all
won't.
6 numbers
I
in
am.
last night's lottery drawing for about $850 million, so the grand prize rolls over to an estimated $905 million for today's Powerball drawing. The cash value of the new jackpot is worth a paltry $400 million. There were 4 tickets in last night's drawing that matched 5 numbers, and those tickets are worth $1 million each. I'd be happy with $1 million.
That'd be fun.
And you heard it here first on the Jim Colbert Show.
Yeah. They said also when you hit with the taxes, this is one of the lower payouts for a massive payout. That after taxes is all said and done is right at $300 million. So you're losing literally 65% of the money, and that's why the annuity is $40 million a year for 30 years. I'd take that in a second.
I don't know what I would do with $300 million. I just
Right.
feel like that's not enough.
Oh, yeah, it's funny. Yeah. Jack, question of the day.
Which meal are you most likely to skip? The choices were breakfast, lunch, and dinner.
Breakfast.
60%.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, then 31% for lunch, only 9% said dinner.
Who do we have to thank today, Deborah?
The friendliest attorney, Ray Treadway. Yay! TK Law, onefirmforlife.com.
There you go.
Also want to thank Emily the Movie Girl, Danny Jenkins, CEO and co-founder of Threat Locker, Brandon Kravis from 96.9 The Game, Talking Sports. In case you missed Emily's movie reviews, Danny Jenkins' Fear of the World with AI, or Brandon Talking Sports. All of their podcasts have already been posted to the Jim Colbert Show.
Thank you very much, Deborah. Appreciate that. Don't forget, if you TK Law does a number of disciplines of law, so don't think it's one certain thing. They do real estate law, trip and fall, family law, divorces, estate law, estate planning. All of that stuff is very important. If you get in a situation where you don't know the answer, a move that you make could wind up hurting you for life. Be sure you get great advice before you do that, and Ray can do that over at TK Law.
And if you win the Powerball, give me a call.
Yeah.
And real quick, I wanted to say Sam Bowen, Candace Rich, and Alicia Bulware for running our YouTube chat. It was a Monday,
Yeah,
guys.
thank
Sorry
you
about
guys.
that.
Appreciate that very much. Coming up tomorrow, it's What You Do That's New. It's Only Money. Plus, we also have some other surprises as well. On behalf of Deb, Jack, and Ray, I'm Jim. We follow the News Junkie. They follow the Monsters of the Morning after us. It's Tom and Dan with the Corporate Tom and our friends from Real Laughs. We'll see you tomorrow at 3 for more of the Jim Colbert Show. Until then, have yourself a fantastic Monday evening.
See you tomorrow. Bye.
I haven't worn underwear since like 85.
If you missed any part of today's show, check out the Jim Colbert Show on demand. And for highlighted feature segments, listen to the Jim Colbert Show The Goods. Both are available for free on the iHeartRadio app.
A Corporate Time with Tom and Dan is coming up next on Real Radio 104.1.
From the Clausman Law Traffic Center, car crash, call Clausman Law. ClausmanLaw.com.
Eastbound on I-4 near Dirksen Drive, the right lane's blocked. Westbound in that area, the left lane's blocked. There's 2 different accidents slowing you down through there. I-4 eastbound approaching Howland. That crash has been moved off to the shoulder. Traffic's starting to get by a lot better now. There's an accident at the intersection where Sand Lake Road meets OBT. The roadways are starting to get busy. See traffic troubles? Call the Valvoline Instant Oil Change Traffic Tip Line at 866-676-8477. From the Traffic Center, I'm James Birmingham.